Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Thanks for tuning in tonight for the last stream of 2023, baby. What a banger of a year it's been, and we are excited to chat it all up with all of you good folks out there watching live and or watching later. We appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, I'm the host, and let's hit the rundown real quick. All right. We're capping off the year tonight. So we got question of the week. We got Nick's Bricks making a triumphant return. Woo. And year in review for Star Wars and Stay on Target. So let's hit the hyperdrive. It's going to be a little bit more relaxed tonight. We're just going to be chatting with all you guys and kind of talking about the year, Star Wars, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I think I've said that at least 3 times now. All right, so with me tonight is Nick.
Look at the
Look at the camera.
Look at the camera, Dustin. They want to see you.
You haven't looked at
Look at
your
the camera.
Oh, I haven't looked at the camera once.
No, I mean, you have,
I'm so sorry.
you've glanced at it.
Hello.
You were doing the rundown like this.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I had to.
yeah. And then we're going to do that.
Reading it off.
And then we're going to do that.
I'm looking. I
Look
love
at the prompter. Look at the prompter in 24.
Yeah,
All
look
of
at the
his,
I promise I'll look at the camera more from now on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look, the notes are way down here, okay?
Put them up eye level.
I like how you wait till the last episode to call me out on this.
Well, usually you don't do it, so
I do it
I don't know
all
what
the
you're
time.
doing.
No, it's fine. All right, so we have with us tonight Nick. What's up, Nick?
Hey!
Eardrums.
Yeah.
I don't have them anymore.
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
Hey!
Tell us what you're doing. What do you have in front of you?
I don't know. What is that? It's an AT-AT that's lost his head and skipped leg day.
I love that.
Description.
At-
Description.
Look at those legs.
Dan, I love your title
And
intro.
then he's got a little baby Luke hanging.
Little baby. I called it a dingleberry, but that's because I am a child.
Yep.
Also, speaking of not child, we have the one, the only, the Dan the pilot, keeping us on
How's it
track.
going, everybody? How you doing? I'm a not child.
Yeah.
All night long, I'll be a not child.
What I meant to say was an adult.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You're an anti-child.
Somebody's got to fly the ship, and it
Sounds
takes.
terrible.
You got to be
Right.
certified. You got to be a certified adult to fly this
You do.
ship and all the
But
buttons.
you're only a not child.
So, how you guys doing? You having a great time? I'm having a great time. I know Nick's having a great time. Literally, leg day, AT-AT needs some work, but
Yep.
otherwise, Luke's hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to be here. It's the last one of 2023. What's the worst that could happen?
Don't say that. Do not.
Everything comes
not
crashing
ever say
down.
I always say that. That's my catchphrase now.
Right. What's the worst that could
Ooh,
happen?
nice.
There you go. That's an
It's
actual
coming.
catchphrase.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Unlike
coming.
somebody who hasn't been introduced yet.
Speaking of catchphrases, we have the one, the only, you know her, you love her, the Factchecker. What's up?
Hey, I have a huge catchphrase.
Huge.
Huge.
I have spoken, and actually, welcome to the madness.
Welcome to the
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
I
what you're
like
going
it.
with.
I was
I don't get it.
recommended it, and I think it's very apt,
Welcome to the
especially with
madness.
the way we've started tonight.
Who,
Oh my
who
goodness.
recommended
Although
it?
we did start on time.
Who recommended it for you?
I think it was Patricia Shane.
Okay, elaborate on where that came from.
Oh.
I think
Not you, her.
Oh, I don't
She
know.
will.
Welcome to the
It was,
madness.
it was in a comment in
Yeah,
okay.
one of our videos.
Okay.
I don't think she's in the chat right now, but
Well, she needs to get here.
anyway.
She'll comment next
She-
time.
She's got a lot of
she's
explaining to
listening,
do.
Let us
and
know
She's
what-
very on target
Yes.
with that.
she really is. She's more on
Phrase.
target in her reviews of our episodes than we are of our actual show.
That's
She's
absolutely
our biggest critic.
she is. She's a certified critic. Is this certified fresh, Patricia?
We're
Or
gonna
are
have
we
to-
rotten?
We're gonna have to have her on one of these times. She's got
are.
better points than we do half the time.
Room temperature tomatoes.
Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for the catchphrase, Factchecker. I think
Welcome
that
to
is
the
catchphrase
madness.
number 20.
Oh my
Yep.
god!
But
She
not-
changes
But
it.
I stuck with my
But who's
OG.
keeping track?
Yeah, exactly. No, I still have my original. I've spoken.
Yeah, and I did trace that back to a long time ago in a galaxy really close because
He's
it's
making
here.
that up
I
because
know.
it was here.
It's been
Yeah.
good for so long.
Eh.
It has been
and
good.
it has been stolen for so long.
It's an honor.
It's not an honor.
She has stolen.
He's a dead. He's a dead man. How is it an honor?
She's literally robbing the grave
Right.
of Queel.
Wow.
I have stolen. Your tagline
Yep,
should be,
I have stolen.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
this
man,
was
dude.
not part of the
was
rundown.
not
What do
part
you
of the
think?
rundown.
What do you think, chat? Do you think we need to protect the fact checker one more time?
Or do I
Hashtag-
need a different
She's on her way
catchphrase?
Has she stolen Quill's catchphrase,
Okay, I'll
therefore
do a
defiling
poll.
his
I'm going to do a poll
Memory.
She has the
because
power. I know.
you guys are driving me nuts.
We're in dangerous
doing a
waters
poll.
here. We're in dangerous
It's the
waters.
last show. We
It's
gotta
the last
push
show. We're throwing it all at the wall tonight. We'll see what sticks. Bricks are gonna stick
I'm seeing.
tonight.
Okay, the chat is going on fire. Say protect the fact. Protect the
They're
fact
going
checker.
on fire.
Look, words are hard.
There's a lot of people in the
End of
chat,
2023.
Dustin. Call them out.
What's? Oh yeah. So
Yeah, go ahead. I'm doing the poll.
in the chat, we have with us, as always, the moderators on target, Hannah and Night Sky. Thanks for joining us. They are awesome, talented, and amazing. And they got some good content coming up quick here. So definitely go on over to their channel, like, subscribe, tell them that we sent you. I can never say that right. I should just stop saying it. But yes, they will kick you out with
Prejudice.
if you're rude or anything like that. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm sure you'll all be fine. But with us tonight, we have, obviously I said Hannah, Night Sky. We got Kirsten Allen, Zarhimoto. What is up? Ellie Blair's in the chat. Carla's in the chat. We got Icy, Night Sky, or said Tamerkins. What's up? We got,
What's up?
I think we got more than that.
JQ and Yaki.
And Yaki and
Yeah.
JQ's here.
JQ
Did
and
you say
Yaki.
Ellie?
Ellie, I don't know if I said.
Tamerkins. Did you say Tamerkins?
Yes,
Yep,
I
you
did. And we
Did
got,
you say yourself?
yeah, I'm here.
What's your name?
Okay, there's one
Dustin.
dude that you haven't mentioned yet.
I was just going to.
Oh, wow.
Do you
I
wanna do
know.
it?
No, you can do it.
You do it.
He's a shredder. You know him. You love him. It's
Master
Hunter
Shredder.
Davis.
Master Shredder.
Master Shredder. We are the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Master Shredder. Hunter Davis is here. What's up, Hunter?
What's up? And he's already dropped a super chat.
He's already
Thank
dropped
you,
it.
Hunter Davis. And he keeps the lights on here,
keeping
and
the
we
lights
appreciate it. And he keeps the quality control to at least 9.5.
He already
I think is what he
rated
said.
tonight at 9 out of 10.
I thought he
Oh.
said it, but then I saw an 8.5 drop.
Oh.
He said
Uh-oh.
8.5 drop.
Why? Because of Dustin's
Because
introduction?
you stole Quill's.
No,
I think
that's not why.
it may have been Queel related. I
no,
don't know.
it definitely wasn't.
It's because I
Okay.
didn't look at the camera. No.
Yep.
Probably.
that
All right, I'm
could
He's
be.
trying-
avoiding eye
I'm just
contact.
staring at the camera.
I think
at the
Hunter's
camera.
creating additional accounts to say no in the poll.
No. Wrong.
Wrong. No.
It's the worst.
Wow.
Dropped it to
I know.
8.5.
Oh,
Terrible
thanks.
phrase.
Yeah, right.
Terrible phrase.
And so did Icy. Seconded that.
Icy.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
Quill related. So he's Quill. If you want to get to Hunter, you just mess with Quill.
Yeah. Do it.
You got to go through
Wait,
Queel
what? I'm
first.
not messing with Quill.
Well, I'm just telling people.
She is.
I'm making just a
Oh my
generic
goodness,
statement.
He made the ultimate sacrifice
You're,
to
And you
save Baby
stole
Yoda.
his
no.
quote.
no, it's in.
This
It's an honor.
no,
it's not.
in memoriam.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
We'll
keeping
add that
his-
to it.
Every
In
time,
memoriam,
it's-
I have
it's
spoken.
obviously implied.
You're keeping his legend alive.
Absolutely.
By
oh my
saying the
goodness. Do I
words of
have to spell
wisdom.
this out every live stream?
I'm trying to help you.
No,
I'm trying to help you.
You guys are just
I'm
throwing
trying to
me under
have
the
you.
bus. And
I would never throw you completely under the bus.
I would.
We're all riding the struggle bus here at Stay on Target.
We love to ride
Are
the
we,
struggle
though?
bus.
good stuff.
Are we?
Not
All right.
Nick. Nick is smiling
Yeah,
more than
I'm
we've ever
gonna
seen.
I'm gonna continue building this thing.
Yeah, so speaking of which, tonight Nick is going to be continuing his build.
Yes.
And we will be dropping probably the
the full video.
speed build, the full speed build.
I
of
might even
this.
have time before the new year.
Yeah, we
Ooh.
might. And so if you want, come back and check that out. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, if you want to see Nick not be a Sith Lord, just put Legos in front of him. He
Seriously,
becomes-
I haven't smiled this much
like we're gonna be
the whole year.
we're gonna be reviewing 2023, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the Sith tonight. Nick's
Yep.
gonna be the positive one.
I'll be like, hey, you know what? Dark side's cool.
But did you all have a good Christmas? I just
No,
want
that's
to.
it.
I just want to ask. Did you have a great Sithmas or Hoth-mas
Yeah.
or
Merry
Christmas with your
Sith-
family and friends? I know we all did here.
Yes.
Are you
So-
asking the chat? Or
Yeah, the
everyone
chat.
In the room?
No, I mean
No,
people in the room. I
doesn't
presume.
care.
We're asking everybody except you.
I mean, if they had a bad one in the room, I would have heard about it by
That's
this
true,
point. So why would I
probably.
ask?
I had a terrible
So
Christmas.
everybody in the chat, KG is here, keeping it G rated,
Yeah.
Keep him G.
and yeah. So hopefully you had. I mean, but this is Nick at Christmas morning right here.
yeah,
Yes.
this is.
Honestly, if I could do this every day, I would.
You should.
But also, I'd
We
be
even
broke.
we even have the overhead cam that we are recording.
Overhead.
Dude, that's impressive.
It's a little It's pretty nice. So you can see what's going on. You can see there's a lot going on in this shot here.
There's a lot going on.
Well, Tamerkins is admiring your shirt, Nick.
All right,
Dude,
it's great, isn't it?
Dude, when I saw that, I
It's so
flipped out. I love it.
That is
best
It's
shirt.
perfect.
Clever.
It's like Mountain Dew
Right.
and the Sith
Get it?
Lord himself.
Yeah. Explain the joke
Yeah,
again.
I know. That's the worst thing to do. Never explain the joke, Dustin. I just did.
I'm just joking.
Pull off my game,
You're
okay?
good, bud. Why are you so nervous,
I'm
Dustin?
not nervous.
I'm
I've
just-
done this show like many times.
But it's
And
the
you're
last
just
one of
all
the
boom.
I
year,
just don't know how
so
to take you.
You know.
You're so happy. It's really bringing me down. Just joking.
This lack of animosity is really starting to freak me out.
But
What'd you say, Dan?
Yeah.
Sorry.
no, I'm just saying
No.
that I like the set back there behind Nick.
Yeah.
We got a couple of gifts that we
Oh
opened
my
last
gosh,
week.
yes.
And if you can see back there, we got some amazing Hunter Davis craftsmanship. The Mythosaur Carl himself.
I like how Vader is
Mawwiage.
protecting the mythosaur.
Vader is protecting the Mythosaur. And
Or is the
the,
Mythosaur protecting Vader?
Ooh, that would be weird.
Eye
Good
contact. Eye contact.
But it does look like the chat is answering Dan's question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh,
Let us know,
holidays.
Factchecker.
and Yaki said Santeva definitely came to the Philippines.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
And
Sweet.
KG agrees that Lego building is cathartic.
It really is.
Yep.
And Night Sky said, I crashed my grandma's neighbor's Christmas party, ate food, and got a standing invite until the day we die. That's awesome.
Wow.
I thought you were going to
That
say you
sounds
crashed
very
your grandma's
impressive.
car, and I
Yeah.
was like,
No.
wow,
I was like, what?
what'd you do that for?
Why'd you do that? Santa, no, grandma got run over by her car.
Her car. It wasn't
drove.
me who
Oh
was
my
driving.
goodness. Well, and Hannah also went snowboarding for the first time
Nice.
and rocked it on the
Snowboarding
slopes.
is super
Wow.
fun.
Yeah,
I
isn't
love
that
doing
amazing?
snowboarding.
May have some behind the scenes of that.
Oh, behind the
snowboarding.
scenes.
Backflips.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Wait, they did it on a
Whoa.
green screen?
Maybe not the first time you go out
I did
there.
a backflip, not on purpose.
Oh,
You did
well.
a scorpion.
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, that sucked.
Really? Oh, boy.
I hate it. It was a
I
long
hate
time
doing
ago
that.
when I was young.
When he was much more athletic.
True. Very true. All right. Well, we got stuff to get into tonight, so let's get into it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
How do you manage to wrap up an entire year, Dustin?
Dude,
He's going to show
you
you.
write it all out.
Oh, okay.
You literally wrap it.
Yeah.
You wrap it.
No, we're not going to do that.
2023.
We'll save that
Please
for
don't.
Biz.
Please, no.
No. But we do have a question of the week this week.
Oh,
we like
nice.
to start off with question of the week. And the question of the week is... I have to read it again. Sorry, I'm going to make eye contact.
I'll make a stinger while you're...
Make eye contact while you're reading.
Bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm a
All right,
spirit.
shut up. I'll take this.
Shut up, sir.
Luke!
Did it yesterday.
What would be the best Star Wars gift you could ever receive? Anything. And
Wait,
use
like
your
prop?
imagination.
Or
No.
is this like...
No.
in the-
Like anything.
This is open-ended.
anything.
I usually like to do Would You Rathers, but this is the end of the year, so we're going to blow it up with literally anything. What would be the best Star Wars gift you could get ever of all time? All right, don't everybody answer at once.
Wait.
The best Star Wars gift of all time would
Yeah,
be
what
like
would
a
it be?
real working lightsaber.
Oh,
I mean,
going
I'd
all
freak out. That would be amazing.
I really like that.
Self-defense,
Yeah.
self-offense, self-potentially chopping off my own limbs.
The best EDC tool ever.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's a light. You could cut anything.
I would just love to see what it would do
I gotta
in
make some
the
toast.
world.
Yeah, you could toast your bread.
Yeah. There's infinite uses. Give me that
Yeah.
Kyber crystal. Infinite power source,
In-
basically.
infinite- yeah, you could just plug it into any electronic device.
Never
Powers
dies.
it forever. You just got your phone plugged into it all the time. Oh man, that's a really good one. That's a great start.
And Yaki said Mandalorian Vam braces.
Mandalorian van braces.
Yes.
Yes, that would be.
That's a good one,
absolutely
isn't it?
awesome. Yeah, because then you could block anything if you're.
Mhm.
Well, we'll get into it later.
We'll get into what you can block later.
We're gonna have a huge fight afterwards.
Good call, Yaki.
Dan
Ellie
actually has
says
a real lightsaber.
Ellie says probably tickets to Star Wars Celebration.
Ooh, Japan.
Ellie said that. She
That
just
would be
said
cool.
she said that's one of her
2025.
dreams. Yeah,
Ooh, I
that
like
would be an amazing gift,
That would be
actually.
an amazing Star Wars gift. All right, Nick, you got one. What would be the best?
Yeah, I would a role on a Star Wars TV show. I think that would
Oh,
be
TV
great.
show, not movie.
Or movie. Like, it depends on if it's good or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at. I
Right.
really like where your head's at, especially in that shot.
Be immortalized in Star Wars cinema.
But
That would be great.
maybe you
it'd
should,
have to be good.
yeah,
It would
that's what I
have
was
to
gonna
be
say. Maybe you should clarify like
nothing like the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy.
if you could go back
like something
in
like
time
that, yeah.
and like or if you knew it was gonna like stand the test of time for Star Wars, a project going into it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like that, son.
Yes, thank you.
I know what I'm about.
Oh, yeah. What about you, fact checker? Let's hear you.
Let's hear you.
Let's hear- okay.
Talk.
Okay, I'm
You
going
have
to
spoken.
talk. I
Keep
have
talking.
spoken. I think the best gift that I could receive, and because I've kind of been in this mood lately,
Here we go.
is a good Star Wars romance.
Oh,
in
Right on.
movies or show that then you can just enjoy
That's actually a
over
great
and over and
call.
over again.
You've been watching too many
Yes.
Hallmark movies, haven't you?
Not Hallmark, but
how many
some
Hallmark?
sappiness.
Okay, how many Hallmark movies have
They're
you
not
watched?
actually Hallmark. They're
How many
just
Hallmark movies have you
good
watched?
Christmas movies.
Legally, you have to tell us.
Legally, you have to tell us.
Not enough, honestly.
No, that's
I have
wrong.
more on my list.
Send straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Believe it or not.
That's actually
Straight to
really
jail.
that would be an amazing thing to get because
Straight to
we
jail.
haven't had a solid Star Wars love story
to
or
jail.
romanticness in a long
Nice.
time.
Thanks,
Other
Dan.
than,
Thanks, Dan.
other than Echo and Echo's gal and
Which we'll get into later.
Cyril and Deidre.
strange Cyril and Deidre. And
It's just funny that
Okay.
the only
Dinbo's
romance-
there. It's just hasn't
I
come
know.
to fruition
They're
yet.
coming. They're
Yeah.
coming.
So-
They're working on it.
I don't know.
I was thinking about it the other day.
Please elaborate.
Why does Cyril Karn keep saying his name every time he rescues her?
Because he's so
Does he
awkward.
think that she has a slight case of severe brain damage?
slight case of severe brain?
If you can name that reference, which I just pulled out of my hat, you'll get a
Say
Wookiee
but.
cookie. No, I won't say that.
One of these years we're gonna have actual Wookiee cookies, and I had a thought about this. I'll
We
tell
did.
you later
Okay.
because I probably
Did
shouldn't
last
say it
week, didn't
live.
we?
Sounds great.
All right.
What about you? What would be your favorite Star
all right,
Wars
my
gift?
favorite
My favorite, the
Star
best.
Wars gift for me would be the Thrawn trilogy done exactly like the books.
Ooh.
And you get Benedict to play Thrawn.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
And you get rid of all of Disney's Star Wars,
Yep.
except for the best parts. But
and
at this
fire
point,
Kathleen Kennedy.
take over it all. And I would be able to either be in one of those movies, any role in the Thrawn trilogy, but done right,
Doing right.
or direct, or write, or just be a part of in any capacity.
Nice.
So basically, my dream, like that would be one of my favorite things ever. Although the Force would be a close second if I just got the Force
Oh,
for.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
I'm going off Dan's playbook here. He said the lightsaber. I'm going to say the Force.
Oh man, he's one up in my saber.
Then the Force will be with you
that
always.
would be, though? 'Cause, like,
Actually, yeah.
Wouldn't that be an amazing gift, though? Because,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you get the actual lightsaber,
Yeah.
but how many times have we all, at some point in our lives,
Yeah.
reached out and thought,
Please.
maybe this time the
Maybe
Force
this
will work?
time.
I don't think I have.
It worked for
Okay, you can leave.
You had,
Sorry.
you had to
I
do
know.
it, didn't you?
You had to.
why would you ever have that thought?
Why would you say something so controversial
You
yet
guys
so brave?
were throwing shade at me. I had to throw it back.
Not on this
Not,
topic.
not us. We don't do
I
that.
almost guarantee that everybody in the chat has done this at some point.
All right.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
me know in the chat. Have you tried to use the Force at least once in your
Like
life?
Sabine with the cup. Is
Yeah.
what you
Yeah,
mean.
Sabine, a
Yeah.
Sabine cup. Yeah.
Sabine Cup. Yeah, something like that. Or like the remote's over there and you want to get up from the couch and you're like, try to
bet,
use the
yeah.
Force. You're like, maybe.
Oh wow.
Or you're walking to the bathroom in the dead of night, not turning any lights on.
And you're just hoping.
Like, I know where I live.
Yeah. And you're like, I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. So
Yep.
you hopefully don't run
And then
into
you stub
anything.
your toe and realize you can speak 10 languages in an instant.
I got to
You speak
address
Bachi?
a few things
All
in
right,
the
all right,
chat.
shut up.
Yeah, we've got
All right,
some
all
great
right.
answers in the chat.
Let us know in the chat. What's up?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things going on in the
What
chat
is
here.
it?
By the way, Luke jumped in the stream. What's up,
here.
Luke? The
Luke and Madeline.
Luke
What's
and
up,
Madeline
Luke?
is
What's up,
here.
Luke?
Yes.
And Sonia, who just
And
had her
Sonia.
birthday and had a
Happy
great time.
birthday, Sonia!
Yeah.
I wanted to address that
ground.
Sonia
Sorry,
said
jumped
finally got my first scavenger outfit that Ray wears at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And I also got my own to make my own lightsaber with my family.
Dude,
That is
And
very
an
cool.
Esmeralda Christmas ornament. So what an insanely awesome Christmas that is. And I know it was
Christmas
your
and
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So it's like a
amazing.
Birthmas. Somebody else said that.
Chris Earth Day.
Okay,
Earth
let's,
Day.
let's let them say that.
They said that, and
Happy Birthmas.
that's really exciting, Sonia, that you got to go to Star Wars Star Wars. What's it called? Galaxy's Edge.
Disneyland.
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge.
And build your own lightsaber. Like,
yeah.
The edge of the
I don't know.
That sounds like an amazing Christmas birthday. I would
Right.
be over the moon ecstatic for all that.
If only the sequel trilogy was good.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's true. And
All
they're,
right,
they're
back
talking
to-
about love stories.
I'm not
They're mentioning
trying-
Sib
Oh, yeah.
Ezra. You
I'm not
know,
trying to
Ezra
rag
Bean is a thing,
Yeah.
and you know
That's
that's
true.
it's-
we wish
true.
it was.
We
They're
wish.
just
well,
good friends.
he left her behind, but
No, what?
it's
They're-
Jumping the
they're-
gun here, people.
They're working on it. They need another season to really
Yeah.
to really
They're stuck.
find their way.
They're
Madeline.
stuck in a different galaxy.
Madeline wants Bowden to be canon and season
That's a good
4,
one.
Mando
I do
season
like
4.
that one.
Yeah.
Hunter said Dinbo, and so did
Yup.
who else? Somebody else.
Dinbo.
Madeline.
Inuyaki. Romance, hashtag Dinbo. Boom. Drop it.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't
So-
know. It is just a missed opportunity.
Drop it like it's
Yeah,
hot,
that's,
baby.
that gets into the year in review of what could have been, what wasn't,
could've
Madeline
what
Garber
was.
also said, "I want the Force." Just saying.
I
Yeah.
want all the Force.
Oh, so you think you're
She's-
cool?
she's on
You
it.
and
You think,
Madeline?
you're cool? You think you're cool now, eh?
Wow. Don't.
No, I'm talking
She's
about
agreeing
Dustin.
with Dustin.
No, I'm talking about Dustin.
Oh.
Dustin thinks
Oh.
he's cool now because people agree with him.
Oh, you think you're cool now?
I got one person. who
Wow,
said-
Dan.
Hey, me and Sonia, we got our lightsabers. That's what we got. Actually, she got one. I don't
Yeah,
yet.
I was gonna say, what?
All right, here's what we're me and Madeline. We're gonna go up against you guys with the
Okay.
lightsabers, and we're gonna use the
Oh,
Force.
yeah.
See who wins.
Oh,
Ezra
wow.
did a pretty good job,
Did he though?
but he needed that saber.
it was
But-
kind
He
of
did, yeah.
like
That was so
he should have been a
lackluster.
lot
So-
stronger.
They play like
Yeah,
the
if-
hype coming up to that, and then it actually happened. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
If he were in Rebels doing that, he would have been doing some crazy stuff. The version that I
acrobatics.
edited when he blew him like all the way away, like that's what he should have been doing.
Yeah, what you did. That's exactly
That's
what
what
should have happened.
Ezra should have been doing because that guy has to be like Force mega strong now that he's been training because you know
Yeah.
he would have been actually training.
That's what he was doing for like the last 10 years?
However, 4 years. I don't know how
Or
many
was
years.
he not?
No, it was,
Was
like
he just
10 years.
Was it
Was
10
he just
years?
staying off the
10
radar?
years.
He looks pretty good for 10 years. Maybe he aged slowly there.
He's
Maybe
not
it's
10 years
like
old.
oh yeah.
He's at least 10.
What's
Right.
that movie with Christopher Nolan where like they go to the planet and 10 seconds is like 10 years?
Interstellar.
Yeah, what if it's the reverse? So he was only there for like
Ooh,
a day.
then you're getting into real heady stuff.
I know,
Star Wars
but
has
I'm
never
just
been
saying.
about
Then he's
that.
like basically the same dude. He's like, I didn't even have time. I barely met these turtle people, and you showed up.
That would be a better explanation.
That would've been
That
sweet,
would have been a way
actually.
better explanation than what they actually gave
Yeah, because
us.
how do galaxy timelines match perfectly? Are you
They
kidding
don't.
me? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
You
maybe
don't.
they just
They
didn't
don't.
get into
it's,
it.
It's too like Star Wars never really been super
Right.
like
Yeah.
That's true.
sci-fi as far as like how based in reality it is. I mean, even when you just think about the original trilogy and like when they travel places, you're like, how are they just immediately there after like
And
You
no
know?
time has passed.
it's
Yeah.
weird, but
Yeah.
it's just better not to think about it.
Exactly.
Right?
You
Makes
don't
more
need
sense when
to,
you
though.
don't
You get
think
more
about it.
story.
You don't need to
this way.
yeah, for the story.
And I like that. Yeah.
It makes more you just go along with it.
Yeah.
And you assume everything's good.
100
It's sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Finish your statement.
Hunter saying the Force is my ally in quotes. Uses blaster.
Yeah. Immediately uses his blaster.
Yeah.
Not my Ezra.
Not my Ezra.
Definitely not my Maroc, which we're gonna get into.
Ooh.
Maroc.
Good old Mayrock.
They should have made Ezra flipping Star Killer like that powerful in this new.
They should have made
galaxy.
Maroc Star Killer.
Well, yeah,
That would've been
they
cool.
Definitely should have done
That would have been
We're bringing
great.
it up. No,
I know, right? Missed opportunity.
missed opportunity.
Way to go, Kathleen.
All right, well, those were some great answers for the question of the week, which I
Absolutely.
forgot was the segment we were in still. Stay on target.
Yeah.
All right, but thank you everybody for watching the Santeva music video and for listening to the song. We greatly appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch it and like it and comment and everything. We hope it was a great Christmas gift to all of you, from us to you. We also wanted to announce that it is now live on all the places you can find music. So that being
Name at least 3.
Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, right?
Yes.
Name
and
at
least 3 more.
YouTube music as
YouTube
well,
music
which
as
you
well.
can watch the YouTube video, but
Yeah, and it's on YouTube. So definitely, if you haven't yet, go check it out. Share it with all your friends. We
I
greatly
think it's on
appreciate it.
Deezer
friends.
as well.
I mean,
Deezer.
it's on
Deezer.
Days or
everyone that you've
What about
never
Napster?
even heard
Is
of.
that
Tidal.
Napster?
All
Yeah,
these
it's
ones
on
that are
Napster. It's on.
Are you serious?
It's on
Yeah.
all of
It's on
them.
Napster?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
Napster still a thing?
Yeah,
It is.
apparently.
What about LimeWire?
Probably.
That's going way back,
That's going
kids.
way back. Wow.
Yeah.
It's even on record somewhere.
Wow.
I
It
want
was on a
record.
stone. It was
I'm
on a
just
stone tablet
Don't quote me.
in Braille.
Oh no.
Oh, this is a good sounding song.
Wow, this sounds great. Oh, next line.
Oh, no.
Ah, yeah. There we go.
Aw. Ellie said
I'm gonna
Santeva
have
and the
it.
Ocean Saga were great gifts to her. Well, good. That's
I'm sorry,
awesome.
I missed that. What was that?
She said,
say it again.
Santeva and the
This time with
Ocean
more gusto.
Saga and the Ocean Saga were great gifts to her.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'm not sure what the Ocean Saga is. I think you mentioned it already,
Yeah,
and I
sounds
missed
Saga.
it.
Sounds
book
like
series,
some
a
good
TV
music,
show?
or
Music?
I don't know.
Let us know. in the
Probably
comments below.
music.
Definitely.
Probably music.
But yeah, nice.
Very cool.
So thank you everybody for that. We really appreciate it. It's got a lot of views now, and I also want to thank everybody for new subscribers. We got a lot of new subscribers recently, mostly because of that song, I think. And welcome to Stay on Target. We like to have fun here. Sometimes.
Why did your voice break like that?
You did it on purpose.
It was intentional. It was intentional.
Welcome to Stay on Target. Like you're getting nervous or
Right.
something.
No, but we appreciate every single one of you, and we're almost to 5,000. I'm hoping by the end of the week we are over 5,000 subs, and that would be a great way to finish off 2023.
It's on
Very
9,000.
true.
Leading. Oh, that would be even better.
It's over 9,000.
Over 9,000.
Well, Nick, if you would build Legos faster, we'd
Yeah,
be there by
we'd
now.
be there by now.
Oh.
Listen,
Shots fired.
I'm only a man.
We know that.
We know
Oh,
that. Technically, I am.
Do it. But
That's
yeah,
kidding.
so thank you everybody for all the support. And
You're
everything, and for Christmas.
well, and I was going to say there's another song actually going to go live after the stream tonight.
Ooh,
dropping it like it's hot.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it's
even in
a
the notes.
song that you already heard, but it's
but better.
It's not that great.
but it's a different version. It's a good song it's a good version to listen to late at night when you want to relax.
Oh, nice.
Late at
The
night.
night sky might like it.
Yes,
You will fall
it will help
Or
you fall
people with
asleep.
insomnia.
will.
It's
So
just Emperor Palpatine.
I think it's going to drop at 11 Eastern or something like that, maybe 10:30. But so yeah, a little extra musical nugget.
All
But
right.
now we got
So we're
3.
teasing it. We're
Yeah.
not going to share.
No, I won't tell
tease.
them
We're
right now.
teasing it.
You know what we should have put in like the very end of the song? It's like really chill, and at the very end, it's just like, do it,
Oh my goodness.
Like they're just falling asleep and then they get woken up suddenly.
like fall asleep.
They're like, Pelps
Do it.
told me to do it.
Palps told me to do it, Daddy.
Carla says we love you at hashtag stay on target.
Thank you, Carla, and we love you.
We love you.
And we love you, random citizen.
Yes, name that movie.
Yeah.
Isn't that
do-
what's it, Megamind?
Don't-
Oh my gosh. Why? Get her off the show.
You never say what it comes from. I've
You
made this
guys
mistake
say-
too many times.
I know, so it's my turn.
Okay, well,
So it was my turn. She just wanted to be included.
Exactly.
you're allowed one. One
Okay, I got
in
it.
2023.
1 in 2023.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
So I
That
can
was it.
start over next
Yeah.
week.
Megamind is a next to a perfect movie. I'm just gonna say that. That movie is absolutely
No one's
amazing.
arguing that.
Fist pump.
They better not, or I will come at them.
They better not.
I will stare you in the eyeballs.
Wow.
Come at you.
My giant blue head.
Yes.
My giant big blue head? Is that what he says?
What?
My giant big blue head.
My
No.
giant blue head. Yeah. he does say that.
Tamerkins maybe next year. Stay tuned.
What?
Nothing.
About
Good.
what?
Nothing. Just
What were
keep
we saying?
Oh, we got
tuned to.
yeah.
Tune,
Yeah,
tune,
2024.
tune, tune, tune.
Get ready because we're
Hang
gonna
on
be coming
tight.
out with a lot of
It's
stuff.
gonna be
2024.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
huge.
I'm
good.
not going to be here on the show anymore. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
He
no.
tries to retire, but you know, he just like Bob Iger, he keeps coming
I
back.
just keep going back.
Put Legos in
From
front
the
of him
grave.
and he sniffs them out.
Seriously,
Comes
if
up.
you guys kept doing this. I mean, I have plenty of sets to do
From now
He's
on,
got a lot
Nick
of
is-
sets.
The only way we can have Nick on the show is if he's building Legos.
in the background. He
The
doesn't
fun-
really talk anymore.
The fun thing is that now
He's
we
more Lego now than man.
He's more Lego now.
That's a
good.
Lego suit of Darth Vader. Oh
love
my
that.
gosh, that would be amazing.
be great.
Now we have to do that. Sorry, what, Dan?
No, I'm just saying. What was I saying? I don't remember.
I'm sorry, I totally threw you off.
No, it's good.
Well, we have
I'm alive.
Bismo in the chat. He said, "Hey guys, hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. Much love, Santeva."
Bismo!
What's up, Bismo?
What's up, Bismo?
We did. We had a phenomenal Christmas.
Beep mo.
Listening to Santeva, our own song on repeat. That's what
Yeah.
we do.
Look what we have created.
We have made fire.
Fire.
Name that movie.
Name that
Don't
movie.
say it, fact
I swear if you say it again.
What?
I will
what are
come
you gonna
at
do?
you with my eyeballs.
I'm not scared.
with my eyeballs.
Look, I'm
I got
trying
a
to
jar
make
full of eyes.
I'm trying to make eye contact. I
Right,
see
look
you.
at the camera.
I'm looking at the camera tonight. All right, well, let's get on to the main event of the old shebang here at
Old
Stay on
shebang.
Target, where we like to have lots of fun talking Star Wars. So we're gonna jump into things. It's a year in review.
We're having a lot of fun talking Star
I
Wars.
just spit everywhere.
I don't
It's
have a
year-
stinger for it.
That's fine. We don't need a stinger.
We
at this
should
point.
have. Dang it, Dan.
You don't
Ship's
have
falling
to
apart.
announce that.
My one job. I was trying to think of a random stinger
Dan,
just
it's
to
like
play.
you,
Just play.
this is the
around.
only thing you have to do on this show.
Duckling.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Just play all the stingers, all one right after
At
another.
the same time.
back
A year in
to back
review of
to
stingers
back.
from Dan.
Yep.
Oh no, that's coming soon.
Oh wow, yeah,
Dan's scorpion.
Are we allowed to say that?
yeah. We can say it. I mean,
The super stinger drop.
Why wouldn't we be allowed to say that on our own show? Legally, we can't say that.
legally.
Bob
we
Iger
owe
might
the-
come tell us to
We
stop.
owe ourselves money now.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Yeah. So anyway, Star Wars 2023, baby.
Sucked.
Whoa! Wow.
You were supposed to be positive.
I am.
Legos.
Legos.
Do it. All right. No, but we are going to be touching on everything that came out in Star Wars. Not everything, but the main things that came out in Star Wars that
Most
we reviewed
things.
here on the Stay on Target show. So let's jump right into it, because the first thing that came out last year, or this year, sorry, I'm already in 2024.
Goodness, man.
This year was Bad Batch Season 2, baby. My wife told me not to say baby as much as I do.
Baby.
I'm sorry. All right, so we're going to jump right into the pros, okay? We're going to start with the pros. I had a list of them here. I'm just going to jump right into the best part, I'd say, of Bad Batch Season 2 was probably Crosshair's episodes and arcs.
Goodness, yes.
For Bad Batch. Because when I was actually thinking back, I was like, I have a mostly negative view of Bad Batch Season 2. But when I started thinking about a lot of the pros, there was actually a decent amount of pros in that show, especially compared to a lot of other things.
Not the Bad Batch. They weren't pros.
No, that's a great point.
They
We're
were
gonna get-
amateurs.
we're gonna get
Again,
into the
though,
negatives. Here.
when-
We're gonna start with pros, then
yeah,
we're going to the
pros.
negatives. But yeah, so that was one of the first things. You guys agree with me on that? Crosshair's arcs.
Oh my
were the
goodness,
best
yeah.
part.
Crosshairs
Yeah.
That was bad.
episode or two.
It was the Bad Batch.
That was the
That's
Bad
what it
Batch.
should have been.
It
Oh,
was the Bad Batch.
One
It was
Mando.
unbelievable. It was the best of any of the Bad Batch. Was that the parts of that? Probably, other than maybe episode 1 in the first season, which was really really good too, where they
Yes.
kind of established and Kanan and. But the
And that
Crosshair
was,
ones were
and that was Order
emotional.
66, and that animation was on point in that.
What was the one with on the snowy planet with Crosshair?
Yes, that was
Oh.
the best episode.
That
by
episode I
far.
could watch over and over. And Commander Cody says Bismo.
Yep, that was next on the list. You're reading my mind, Bismo. Get out of my head. There's barely room for me in here.
Well, Hannah said the Crosshair episodes. That's what made her give it 5 out of 10 points, just because of Crosshair.
Just
Yes.
I know. Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
good call.
literally have just Crosshair and Commander Cody, and then leave out basically the rest of the show for the most part. But I will touch on a few other things. We did get to see Palpatine as a master chess player in this, which I did appreciate that. I didn't like the delivery system of it being in Bad Batch and Omega, but the not Bad Batch, the lame batch in some ways. But he did show his hand, and how well they were able to spin it. I was like, that's actually good writing right there. I did appreciate that fact that he turned something that could have been like totally detrimental to a novice, and he just spun it right on its axis and just owned it and wrecked all of his foes just to help solidify his reign even more, which I thought was amazing how they did that. So I really did appreciate that. And we did mention before there was a love story in this, which is one of the only love stories. It was out of left field. It
really was.
It threw us all off.
Well, Icy said he shipped them.
Oh, did he? Okay, well,
Yeah.
we did not ship
Nope.
them.
Well,
but
We
just
were
because we
slow.
didn't like how she kind of intruded.
she was annoying.
Yeah.
She's really pushy.
Because we didn't
At
like
first.
Lizard Lady was annoying too.
You just got to give people time.
no, but she was like,
No, you don't.
annoying.
They have to make a good impression the first time,
All
or
right,
they
I-
don't get a
well,
second.
again,
tried.
what was Lizard Lady's name again?
Fee.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, the other lady.
Sid.
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 Yeah,
Oh
sorry.
man, Sid.
Sid.
If the episode started with Sid,
Sid is
I'm
awesome.
sorry, this
Better.
is negative, but
Wait.
and then Fee was like best friends with Sid, and so it's like, I'm like, stop it. No, and then
Yeah.
Sid and Echo though, because we like Echo.
Yeah, we do. Echo was one of the
We can
one of the best parts.
Was it an Echo or was
Yeah.
it Tech?
No, Tech.
It was Tech that,
It was
that they
Tech.
got together. I'm sorry.
It was Dick.
They'll fix me in the chat.
Yeah.
They'll fix
Hunter
me in the
says,
chat.
I ship Sid with Jabba. A match made in heaven, I'd say.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes.
That's
Match
actually-
made in the cantina.
Wow, that might work. Yeah, no, so we had that love story, which, hey, we'll take it where we can get it, I guess.
Nah.
But in true Star Wars fashion, spoilers, they kill him off.
Yep.
So they gave us a
Well,
love story.
maybe
I'm
not.
still
But
hoping.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually dead.
I
I
actually
mean-
wrote here, did Tech die?
Did Tech die? I don't
vote
think
no.
the Tech people never really die. We just come back inside of another
We never
machine.
really
You just haunt
die.
the electronic.
Right. Yes, you do. You just destroy somebody else's tech setup, haunting them forever, I presume.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just thinking that'd be fun.
That would be.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, the love story, at least we got something, although it was weird and we don't know how we feel about it.
It was
still.
uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable. But I'd say the next pro though is probably the Teo. I think was the droid in Faster
Teo.
where they were racing.
Yes.
Ben Schwartz. He was the funniest part of
Yeah,
the
he was.
entire season.
Of
I mean,
the
really.
entire season.
He had some hilarious lines in that.
He
Yeah,
did.
what was that? He was like,
The entire operation.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
Name
remember
that
all his
reference.
lines, but he was yeah. What was he? He was like, "Where are my legs?"
Yeah. Where are my legs?
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
it was so funny. That was that was definitely
It was the
a pro.
levity we needed.
And at least it did bring some weight with Tech potentially dying. I did like that they're still talking about Mount Tantus and kind of weaving that in.
It's very
I just
tantalizing.
it's tantalizing. I see what you did there, and I like it.
Tantalizing.
Slicing. It is slice. Okay. But
What are
I
we
like
talking
how they're
about?
weaving
Move
it
on.
in because that definitely ties into Thrawn and the Thrawn trilogy. It's a big part, and I love the Thrawn trilogy. But I'm just waiting to see if they
Really?
actually deliver on it.
I don't think you were
Checker,
clear.
so help me.
What do you love?
Yeah, Nick's doing it.
What do you love?
Do we always do what Nick does?
Yes.
Is he a prime example?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do it.
Wait, I shouldn't agree. No.
Yeah. See, what are you doing? Just gang up on Dustin Night. 2023 is ending with a bang.
That's
There we
right.
go.
Y'all getting shot.
Whoa, whoa.
Totally joke. All right.
Shot
Luke
with
Luke
hugs.
said in
With
the
hugs.
in the
With
chat,
love.
I can't with Omega. Omega needs to not.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I
that's a-
knew
Nobody
we would
can.
get there.
That's
I
a
know.
perfect segue because we started with the pros.
Okay.
You know, we gotta say what's good, but then we also gotta say what's bad. So now we're going into the cons. So collectively with Luke, I think we can all say Omega,
Omega.
sucks.
For us in this particular space in time on the space-time continuum, Omega did not
In
need
this
to.
timeline.
She just kind of took over the show
Yeah.
and went on these little side missions led by Sid, then by Fee, and then the Bad Batch was like, all right, whatever. And then like
Let the kid
seem
lead.
it just didn't seem like Omega was learning in very many episodes, even though there was a couple of moments between Hunter and herself. You know, he kind of sat down and talked to her, and we appreciate that. Actually, there was more moments between, I think it was between Tech and her,
Yeah.
because Tech was kind of like semi-fatherly because he was showing her how to
Yeah.
work stuff. I think the point in that was that he's gone, so she can kind of do the tech stuff. But again, it felt like she was a little bit OP in that sense, right? Wouldn't you guys agree?
I agree.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh, for
she-
sure.
She just
It
did
be-
everything.
it
Like,
became-
why would you let the little kid do the dangerous, like, reach through and grab
Yeah.
through the hot lava,
Right.
whatever?
Because she is female and
Well, it
she
felt
will
like it.
roar. And if just
She will
continued the bait and switch series of what Disney Star Wars has become, in my opinion. Now, there are still moments that are good, but it's the show's called The Bad Batch, and I know she's like a part of the Bad Batch now, but it's just drives me crazy that she never listened too. She was supposed to be listening to the whole time, but she never listens to them.
Right.
And then it always just somehow works out. But yeah, Tech definitely was like her teacher, and they were playing that up and definitely gonna kill him off. And then, but yeah, Hunter, I'd say the most character development in this entire show so far has been with Crosshair and Tech, which have made them the most interesting characters.
And
So,
and Wrecker, as Icy says, is the
Wrecker
best
was good.
part. Wrecker's the best character in Bad Batch for him.
oh yeah, Wrecker is always hilarious.
He's just a kid, you know, and he's a big kid, and he likes to break stuff.
and blow stuff up.
And he's the muscle. You know, again, there was times where like he didn't quite get the job of muscle. Like Sid sends them on this nefarious mission, and they have to like fight off, but like all of their lives are being put in danger, and but she's holding this black mole over their head, and so they're doing all this horrible stuff for her, and it made us a little annoyed, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then, because then they were like, we don't think we should do this. This isn't good for our team. And then she would like twist Omega's arm, and Omega's like, come on, guys, we should do what Sid says because I'm a kid and I'm in charge. And that's
I'm a
where
girl and I'm a kid.
And it was like that same storyline over and over. So for us, we're like, no, why would you do that mission? You're going to get busted. You're going to get found out.
Right.
And it just played out every time. And that's where Fee came in and made us even more annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of the same problem I had with season 1 is also the same problem in season 2 was let's get to the point of the show. Like we haven't explained why. I mean, they have kind of with Omega why she's so special, but they haven't really given us a good enough reason for us to really care. So that's been my problem. Like, okay, I get this is like a fun Star Wars show, but at the same time, I need a little bit more from the plot here and not just a bunch of filler episodes. I mean, we still learn a little bit with each episode, but a lot of it still just felt like filler other than the Crosshairs arc. Crosshairs, we're actually getting character development. We were actually getting some character development. And and Commander Cody was a nice surprise right in that. I was not expecting to get some through line with Commander Cody and him almost regretting the decisions that happened and then finally getting away from it. And I'd almost rather see a
Commander
Cody with Rex again. I think that would be absolutely amazing if they did that. I'm not sure they're going to. But the through line, we need more. We need more meat to this show, and we need a reason why Omega is so special and why we should care about her, because right now we really don't, because she's just really annoying. I think if they did for season 3, if they actually did like a time jump and she's older, and if you made her like similar female style or meets Boba Fett, which would be her brother, and they actually like team up.
Yeah.
And, we have a connection with her maybe later on in like the Mandalorian movie that's coming out. Like you could tie all these things in together and it would work so much better. It could work out really well, but so far we just haven't got much. So any other thoughts you guys on Bad Batch?
Yep. No, Tamerkins and Ellie both said Omega's okay, needs to mature a little bit more.
Yeah.
And, there wasn't much of an arc for her because she's just kind of like really good again and this whole situation.
But season 1 was better than season 2, but some people are saying in the chat that we still got to give her a chance.
No.
Right. I mean, the problem
Maybe
is...
I'm the one saying that.
I guess
I shan't say it.
This is the problem. Like, they, again, if you're going to give us this, I think there was actually 16 episodes of The Bad Batch, and they were all like a half hour or whatever. And... so that's fine, but again, you're going to get filler when you got 16 episodes. When you got 8 episodes of Mando, we'll get to that. You better not have filler. But it felt like in the season of Bad Batch, there was like 4 episodes. I think maybe we figured out 2 or 3 actually of actual plot that drove the overall plot, and they were really good when we got that. But there was also like 12 episodes of just like Sid sending them on some mission that they shouldn't go on, so that you could kind of progress the character of Omega.
Right,
but didn't really.
And we knew the whole time that she was going to betray them.
Right. And then Sid, they just didn't see it on the app. We're like, oh, please.
Yeah.
Sid was trouble. And it just, every time the episode started with Sid's face or Omega, we were like, going to be a bad day at the office.
Yeah, it's going to be a bad
And if
day.
it started off with Crosshair, we're like, Crosshair. And we would cheer and we'd scream, and we loved all those episodes.
I think the biggest flaw, really, though, besides the plot, is we wanted to see the Bad Batch be the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
I mean, they hyped him up to be this elite force, and they can't even take care of a little girl. I mean, she calls the shots. I mean, you think they'd be able to handle like behind enemy lines, slitting dudes' throats, but no, it's like nope. We
want to see it.
We have to babysit, and that's where the Crosshair episodes. They went dark in some of those episodes.
Yeah.
But that's why they hit so hard, and that's why they worked so well, because it actually felt like an elite force doing what an elite force would do. And that's why they nerfed them immediately in the show, when they got Omega. And then you're like, well, what do we do now? Well, we can't be this crazy elite force that's awesome and epic and does all these amazing cool things behind enemy lines. And gets away with the gold in the end or whatever it is, finds the plans of the Death Star or what, I don't know, make it something epic that they do. And also I'm like, they need to tie them in maybe with like the Rebels or the early stages of the Rebels and start going in that route and having them be, helpful for that, or joining Rex's crew or whatever. I don't know. I can go on forever about this, but overall,
Usually does.
yeah, I do. Sorry. So I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
But what would you guys? We did rate it during the show. The funny thing is, we'll continue going on with all the other shows, and we're gonna tell you what we think the best
gonna
show
rank 'em.
or Star Wars content that came out for
2020. We can rank it.
2023.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll let you know at the end.
Well, real fast, Skylark
Yeah.
said, I'm thinking it's probably a good thing I haven't watched Bad Batch.
Yeah, you don't need to.
But the funny thing is, it might rank high up there when it comes to 2023.
I mean, they
As
did a good
sad
job
as-
on the animation, right?
Yeah, the animation was pretty good,
Yeah.
especially that. Well,
It wasn't like
it wasn't
Clone
as good as the
Wars
first
and
episode or season 7 of Clone
Okay.
Wars. It wasn't quite.
Oh
up to
no,
par
not
with
that good. There were some moments though, but there wasn't. Yeah,
But
as
it
many
still worked
opportunities.
well enough, and at least they went a lot of different places. It was interesting, They didn't hold back in some areas.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Star Wars, and we'll get into it even more. The crazy thing about like Star Wars in general is like the effects teams and the people that work on everything around the plot and
The story.
the story,
The
other than
dialogue.
the story and the dialogue.
Yeah.
It's like amazing.
Yeah,
it's
they
all
are.
amazing. It's just if you could nail the story down and make it epic, it would blow us away. It would
be
blow us.
unstoppable.
Yeah, it would be. That's the crazy
Well,
thing. You have all the right things. You
That's
just-
what Luke said. Well, my hatred for Omega is on par with the sequels. And he also said, shoot, he had a great comment. Dark Star Wars hits different. I think that's why I love Rogue One and Andor. And that's why the Crosshair episodes, you can obviously contrast it with some levity and some lighthearted stuff and fun because we want to laugh at the droid. What was his name?
Teo.
Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
Teo.
And Teo. Yeah. I mean, that stuff's quality. It belongs in Star Wars.
It does.
You want to have some darkness, you want to have some levity and some hilarious moments, and then you want to have a love story. That's the triangle there. That's the Star Wars triangle formula.
Definitely. One Hondo.
Yes. So
But all right, let's continue on here. So the next thing that happened in Star Wars for 2023 is Visions Season 2, which I almost didn't even put on this list.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I kind of forgot about it too.
That
but
wasn't
then I was going
next
through.
though. That wasn't next. You
That-
just are
no,
you
no,
just
that did come out right before Mando.
Which one?
are you sure?
Visions.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am very sure.
Yeah,
Did
we
my
were
research.
watching it kind of in between.
Interesting.
Yeah, we kind of like touched upon it before Mando came out, although we were just way more.
I
pumped
Yeah, we
for-
didn't even finish it.
We didn't even finish. So
I don't think you're right about that.
you can fact check me all you want.
You remember when
He was wrong.
Bad Batch came out, and at the exact same time Mandalorian came out? So when would they have forked in Visions? Did they fork 3 shows at the same time? Were they
Fact
all
checker,
at the same
double
time?
check me. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Okay.
double check me.
It
Fact
was-
checkers
I
check
feel
I
me.
like-
edited a lot of videos this
I feel
year,
like
and my
Visions
memory
was-
tells me that it went because I know that this is what I wanted to talk about. Star Wars doesn't know what the flip they're doing because they stepped on their own finale with the Bad Batch and dropped Mando the same week. There were 3 or 4 weeks
Yeah,
we're
maybe that's
doing.
what it was.
We're watching Bad Batch and Mando the same week, and nobody at that point cared about Bad Batch. But then it's the season finale.
Visions I
Came
think
out in May,
season
May the
2
4th.
Yeah, May 4th. And then Mando.
Was in March, and so was Bad Batch finished in March. So
Yeah,
Mando.
March 1st was Mando season 3. Bad Batch.
Oh, okay. So
Mando came out March 1st, says
And that's
Icy.
Season 2.
And Visions came out on May
okay,
4th.
so maybe I did get it mixed
Bad
up there
Batch
then.
was January 4th. So I think that one concluded on March 29th. So there was not a 3 thing.
Okay. There
Right?
weren't all 3 of them were not.
No,
though.
Bad
So-
Batch was done.
So all right, so I mixed that up a
Right.
little bit. So it was Bad
Okay.
Batch and then it was Mando.
Right, that's because that was the
And
last
then it was
point I wanted to
Visions.
make was why the flip did the people at Star Wars step on their own show?
Right.
Because the Bad Batch, the last couple episodes were actually pretty epic because they actually brought the story home, and here we are like stuffing it down the same day, trying to watch Bad Batch and then Mandalorian. Of course, we're going to watch Mandalorian. People were like hyped on Mando, baby, Yoda.
Right.
The
Baby
YouTube
Yoda.
algorithm
Baby
were like
Yoda.
Bad Batch review. People were like, "What is that?" But then the episodes were starting to get good.
Yeah.
And it's
Truth.
just foolish on Star Wars' part. Not only did they mess up a couple of things that they could have gotten right in the story. They
That's-
messed up their own delivery.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a good point because I do remember us reviewing both, I guess, at the same time, Bad Batch and
That's why the
Mando.
streams were 3.5
And
hours.
we were like, why are we even watching? But I don't know. Some of them, even during that time, we were kind of like, I don't know. Bad Batch might have had a better episode tonight than Mando, which was rough to say in some ways. But yeah, okay, that's a good point. Well,
but why don't you just talk about Vision since that was kind of
We'll get it out
lower
of
on
the
the
way.
list?
We'll get it out.
It was a show.
Unwatchable. I mean, there was moments.
Yeah, so let's have a update first.
I'm almost done.
Nice.
That's all the update you're getting.
Those are all the pieces left on the
These
table?
are all the pieces left.
Wow.
On the table. All of it.
Wow.
Luke's
It's
still
like
hanging in
only
there.
12.
Only 12 pieces.
Only 12.
At least 12 pieces.
At least we don't have Math Matt here tonight.
Nah, he
Oh,
can't
no.
count them all.
Unfortunately, he was busy. He had a lot of things. No,
know,
he,
we miss
he would
Matt.
immediately know how many. He's like Rain Man. He would immediately
He's
know
like Rain
how
Man.
many pieces were left on the table.
Oh,
It would
gosh.
be impressive.
It
But
would
he
be.
wanted to be here with us tonight, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it. He's a hardworking
Able
dude.
to
So
make it.
he will be back in 2024, though. Don't you
He had to
worry.
fix his
He's
snow
also
speeder.
retiring.
He had to fix his snow speeder. Yeah. Are you retiring people for them now?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I've been kicked out multiple times or retired. multiple
Honestly,
times.
it's a wonder you even show up anymore.
I know, Nick.
Wow.
Just to
We
see
just,
you
she doesn't
smile
get
with your
paid.
Legos.
She doesn't get paid, but she's
Oh
just
my
here.
god.
Thanks, Nick.
Oh,
You're welcome.
wow.
Whatever your name is.
Fact checker.
Fact checker. Eh.
What's your alias?
Well, good job building, Nick.
Yes.
Not your comments, but your
Okay,
building is
Yeah.
amazing.
It looks
Can't wait
good.
to see
It looks
What
like
is this part? Is this?
That is the neck.
Oh my goodness! It's got like a spring on it.
Yeah, because you know you the ding, boing. It's a bouncy neck.
I thought for a sec I thought it was like, does it have a tail? And the head's
Yep,
gonna go
that's
down
the
there.
tail.
It's like a little pigtail.
The head goes here.
That's where the stormtroopers come out.
Yep.
Bloop. All right. Let's touch upon the poop show that was Vision. Vision.
I think Vision
It wasn't as good as the first season.
no,
Right.
Definitely not.
At all.
Well, they leaned more into the Sith side of
Well,
things. Right?
let's take it from a story perspective, I think is what we're talking about, and the way that Kathleen Kennedy kind of intruded and said, hey, this is what we're doing now,
Yeah.
versus the all-out creative explosion that was Vision Season 1.
Yeah.
Like no rules, like whatever you want to do, anime style. We thought it was going to be anime style. But again, the creative process, like somebody said, Kirsten, I think, claymation episodes and Visions, being the Scottish version I am.
That was my favorite. That was
Right.
a pro. That was a
That was
pro
probably
that I
one
was
of the
going
best
to lead
ones.
with.
I love the creativity that they're allowed to express because that's, again, what makes Star Wars perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. I'm like, even looking through, so the stipulations I feel like she put on these was like it had to have a female lead, right?
Right.
I don't know if there are any male leads in any of these, which, again, not the end of the world or a bad thing, but it's just whenever you're like forcing that on creators, I don't know, feels a bit wrong
Yeah.
to me. And that's like the main thing of this was like diversity. But at the but you got to focus on
At
the
what
story.
cost?
Yeah, what cost? You got to have a good story first. So it really, I don't know. The first three, the art style of episode 1 was pretty interesting. I didn't mind the art style of it, but the story, I was kind of like, what is happening? And then Screecher's Reach, I still have nightmares about that episode. That was
Yeah.
absolutely terrifying. In the Stars was okay, very diverse. It was interesting to a certain point. My favorite one though was I Am Your Mother, and that was done by Aardman's Animations, which are the same people who did
Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit,
Right.
yeah, Chicken Run. They've done a lot of cool claymation style videos, movies, and it is they're really funny. If you
They
actually
are.
go back and watch a lot of those, they're very funny. And even how they handled this episode, I Am Your Mother, I thought was nice. It was touching. It actually fit. There was a good plot. There was a good story to it, and it was hilarious.
Right.
Like when the Wookiee ripped off the arms of the the stuffed animal he had to freak out the other team. Oh man, it was just comedy gold in that one. But yeah, from there we kind of lost interest. I don't even know if we finished the rest of them, so
We didn't.
We can't really even.
We
say
got to
too
the
much.
one that looked like it was going to be the best one, and we never watched it.
Yeah, you're kind of.
I think it was that
Journey
one,
to the
yeah.
Dark Head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because we had like 3 other things going on.
I think also something came out at that point, and we were like, "Yeah, we're done with this."
Well, and like, yeah, no, and nobody
I think
was
it was
really
Mando.
Nobody was really
Well,
talking about it.
The problem is
online.
everybody dropped their Disney Plus subscription. So they're like, why? Because Mando was
Yeah.
over with. They were trying to keep people engaged. And it's summertime, and everybody goes outside and gets burnt like Danikin.
right.
And then the rest is history.
And it just really felt like Kathleen Kennedy, like you said, Dan, had her
mitts and
fingers
everything.
all over it. And whenever she does that, things just go to poop quick.
Luke said Kathleen Kennedy is the Omega in real life.
Yeah, seriously. Luke is absolutely right because he's Luke.
He's Luke.
He's Luke.
That's
He's
not Luke.
He's funny.
That's not Luke.
He makes me lots of money. Liechtenstein. If you know that movie, you get a Wookiee cookie.
Liechtenstein.
I think you've quoted it multiple
Don't
times.
They have no idea.
call me out on this
Stop
fact checker.
Oh, great one.
Please.
Can I just have one win tonight?
You
Yes.
have.
All right. So I think
He
that
needs
takes
this.
us
He really
to
needs
the
this
best of the best conversation. Really, the reason that everyone joined this stream and the
Yes.
reason that we are sitting here.
Our comedy?
Yes.
The reason we have gathered here
The
today.
real reason we have got
Mawwiage.
Yes.
You're right.
That was the reason for the season of 2023 of Stay on Target. But Mando season 3
But yet we
dropped,
didn't get a
baby.
Mawwiage.
And we
Nobody
didn't
got
get
married.
Nobody got married.
Sorry.
That would have been so much
That's
better if they
Oh,
did, though.
man.
They had a
I know.
Mandalorian wedding.
Yeah.
That would have been
That would have been
great.
Yep.
epic. I imagine it being like a Viking style wedding for some reason.
Ooh, that'd be
Because they're
really
like
cool.
tough
Because
and
they're,
then like
Mandalorian.
yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
sure.
think of it that way. I think it'd be pretty epic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's start off with some pros for season 3. First one being Dinbo or Bowden.
Absolutely.
Mawwiage.
The love story that is
Never happened.
waiting to be finished, waiting to be completed.
That
That-
is just hovering
can.
in the air.
The love story that was put on hold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something. It's there. It's
I could bring you in warm, or I could put you on hold.
we felt it in the caves of where were they, Dustin? The mines of
The mines of Mandalore.
We felt it, and that
Yeah.
short when she saves him, we're like, this is getting steamy.
Yeah,
Literally, their
It's
suits
steamy.
are steaming.
literally.
And then they're like,
And,
yeah, let's tone it down a bit and not do
It
anything.
just, they were together so much, and then the mother for growth. I mean, you could just go on.
Yeah, it was like all the teases were
All of
there
the parenting-
the entire time, and you're like, why you gotta do this to us?
Why you gotta do this?
Seriously,
Why
like,
no?
they could have if for how bad that season ended up being at the very end, they just have those two hug even or hold hands or
Yeah.
show any affection at the very end of the season would have made it all worth it. I'm just saying, if they
Yeah.
would have done anything like that, it would have been worth it. Drives
Yeah.
me crazy.
Yeah, you're absolutely
Missed
right.
opportunity there.
Yep.
But I mean, at least they didn't go like hardcore friend zone that they did with Ezra and Sabine.
Yeah.
So I will
Didn't
give them,
didn't they, though?
No, I'll give them credit that at least they left it semi-open for potentially something in the future. And if they don't give us that in season 4 or movie 4, we are coming for you, Lucas.
Coming for you.
Wow.
coming for you, baby.
Skylark said #hopeless romantics on target.
Oh yeah, we are
Always.
almost romantic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can't have Star Wars. without a good-
Emphasis on the hopeless.
We become hopeless Star
Nick,
Wars fans.
no.
I have been hopeless for a long time now.
Oh,
You were
dear.
born in it.
Molded by it. You merely adopted the hopelessness.
Exactly.
Name that reference.
Yeah. If you can, you get a Wookiee cookie.
Also, I apologize for breaking your eardrum.
Yeah, broke mine.
I can't hear anything anymore.
Spectacle.
Especially hope.
Kirsten said, though, that you found hope in Legos. So
You did.
It's
Find
my last hope.
we
Help me, Legos. You're my only hope.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It should just be like Nick looking into the camera, bending over like she does.
Lego 1 Kenobi.
Like a one. You know?
Help me, Lego 1 Kenobi.
Well, speaking of Legos, the Brick Boy jumped in.
What's up,
Oh,
Brick
Brick
Boy?
Boy, what's up? I'm here, he says.
I'm here.
And he can hear us.
Yeah.
He
That's
spelled
cool.
Here. I shouldn't call him out.
I'm.
for that.
Yeah,
But it was
exactly.
funny because we just blew his eardrums. out.
Nick
Yeah,
blew his
easily.
I always
Easily.
blow people's eardrums out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do. And their hope for life.
Yep.
All
Well,
right.
I mean, if I can't do that, then what's this all about?
What's
Oh
this
my
all
goodness,
about?
no.
Oh my goodness. He is a Sith Lord, so pardon him. He
So
will
don't
be dark
listen to him,
sometimes.
basically.
So don't listen to him. Yeah.
All right.
Follow my voice.
And I would say that Mando season 3, I'll say the first episode I did not mind. I actually thought the first episode wasn't a bad start.
Yeah, they had to hook you,
I know they did,
and that's what they did.
they hooked me pretty good in the very beginning.
And then
Yeah.
they cut you.
I had some hope starting off,
Yeah.
and it quickly devolved, but at least it started off
All
decent.
things do.
Well, it's funny because Dinbo took it to the next level
Yeah.
It did in a totally different way.
in the sense that, like, while this other story was like kind of falling off the bandwagon a
Yeah.
little bit, and in the sense that like there's some filler now, and then like the important stuff like the Darksaber being handed off was like taken care of in 5 seconds, you know. Then meanwhile we're all just like, oh, they're flirting, and then
Right.
like we released like 72 shorts on.
We did. We went hard. You went hard on that.
We went
Yeah,
hardcore.
we sold it, and we're like, we don't want to be a one-trick pony. I'm like, but look, we're getting subscribers, people.
Clearly
Clearly,
want to talk about.
They
Dinbo.
want to see me put the patty on the grill.
On the grill.
Yes. Name that.
Let's do it, and that's
Yes.
why they're all here still today. I mean, if I dropped another
we had to hook him
Dinbo,
somehow.
if I dropped another Dinbo music video, would you all watch it tomorrow?
Probably, yes.
Don't promise. Did you?
No, I'm not promising. I'm just asking.
But we're also hopeless romantics on target.
We are
Yeah,
hopeless romantic.
you know,
and
it's
it was the other thing about it. The whole Dinbo thing was
Yeah.
that the story wasn't there for season 3. I mean, let's be real.
No, there's
so-
good stuff there.
Minor,
No.
good
Yes.
st-
Wrong.
minor.
We got to see Mandalore.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Okay.
there
And it's
was
not
that,
I'll let you
poisonous.
finish.
but it wasn't done the way it should have been done. I'm just saying.
Sigh.
It wasn't done in the quality of
No, no.
even of season 1 or 2.
Yeah,
even.
1 or 2. I'm just saying. And then, but because we still love the Mandalorian and the show and Grogu and stuff like that, we had to attach ourselves to something. And that one thing that we could at least hold hope out for was
Bless
Dinbo. And that's why we clinged on to Dinbo as much as we did, because we are like, maybe we'll at least get a love story for him and they'll
And
live happily ever after.
And Grogu
And they
being
didn't.
there, and you know, Grogu wanting, you know, mommy.
Right?
So, you know, the family.
Exactly.
And they were a good family.
they
We
did-
did get a moment. We got a
We
family
did.
moment,
Yeah.
and it was pretty powerful.
That
But
was one of the best. Yeah.
there was
And then
things
they're
like,
yeah, well, this is how far we're going with it. Just stop it altogether after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He's gonna go hunt imperial remnants and do his own thing, I guess.
yeah,
Right.
Sonya
You gotta
says it was so cute seeing Bo-Katan act like a motherly figure to Grogu.
It was.
Yeah, see?
that was
yeah, I
adorable.
mean, it was
yeah,
sweet.
that's what you were
Stuff.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was good stuff in the season.
There are good things. And we're not
But
taking away from it. They're saying
again-
the
You
rest
are.
of the story, though,
Yeah.
wasn't quite there. They didn't
Right.
have much.
That
to
was
the
a huge
story.
part of the story. Was
The
Mama
rest of the
Bo.
story. He's talking
I'm
about
talking
the rest.
About the rest of.
Well,
Am I not
Open
clear?
your ears.
well, and
Nah.
what made Mandalorian so amazing in season 1 and 2? Let's just riddle this real quick.
Action.
He was good at what he did.
Yeah, he was actually like a bounty hunter, you know,
Yeah.
and he was like the Bad Batch, and it felt like he got nerfed a little bit.
We had the one episode of him chasing after the droids. That was really fun.
Oh my!
It was
Don't
kind of a
think-
date. Yeah,
Don't think about the other aspects to the episode.
Did you have
Just-
to?
You
bring
mean
that
Jack
episode?
Black and Lizzo?
It was
Yeah,
hard to
did you
overlook
have
that.
to bring that
It was
up?
hard to overlook.
I was
that.
focusing on the chase between Bo and
Yeah, which
Din
was a
and
B2 battle droid free
Right.
running. We're like,
Which-
those droids
Well,
are supposed to
yeah,
be
it was
slow
good.
and.
It
No,
just
it
it just
wasn't good.
They broke their
Chris-
own canon with that chase scene.
Oh my goodness.
Christopher Lloyd's character, though,
was cool.
I wanted to see a lot more of
See,
him.
there was
Yeah,
good
and
stuff.
I didn't want him to see. I did not want him to apologize to Lizzo of all
No.
people at the
No,
end
no,
of the
no,
episode.
no,
Then he
no.
got
stupid.
He also got tased in that episode.
Yeah, what the?
I'm like,
Why
dude,
would
what
you
are doing?
tase-
He's like 900 years old.
And he was
Yeah.
just about to say some more cool stuff. I was like ready for him to rant a lot longer. I was like, this is the best part of the episode so far.
Right. But there was the grittiness of season 1 and 2 that kind of got thinned out a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
And then they opened up the story back to Mandalore, and they introduced all these new, wild, useless side characters. Again, you lost focus,
Yeah.
which is what seasons 1 and 2 were. The
Yeah.
grittiness, and you're looking at Mando doing some sweet stuff, and you're looking at Grogu doing some sweet stuff. And now you're separating Mando over here for a little while. Grogu's over here. I do like the episode with Kelleran Beck.
I did,
you
like
know,
that.
and
Yeah.
learning
Redemption.
learning Grogu's backstory elevated this season for me, and how he was, saved by Kelleran, and then the rest of it. But again, you're talking about Bo-Katan leading and Mando just, he's serving her now, but
Yeah. And
again, he kind of had to step back in his show to be like everybody in the chat, like that Mando is what makes Mando.
Yeah.
And then Baby Yoda as the sidekick / cuteness overload, and their relationship together. And then you introduce Bo-Katan, and we're like, okay, this works because they could work together as the three now. But Mando's still got to be the leader. I mean, in the sense that he's the man for the show.
He's the man.
If she wants to lead Mandalore and he wants to be able to do his like dude stuff, riding around the galaxy, whatever, that's fine. But put them together as a, trinity.
Yeah, like, actual couple and stuff like that. And then the problem again is it became another bait and switch for Disney Star Wars. I mean, you had Mando season 1 and season 2 that also had strong female characters that they decided to fire and get rid of in the dumbest way possible, which drives me insane still to this day. But they didn't take away from who Mando was and what he did. And I felt like in season 3 it was a bait and switch. It was like you got Mando. But then, all right, we're going to bring Bo-Katan, which, again, I don't have anything against Bo-Katan. I actually like the character, and she is not a Mary Sue because they have developed her over time. So I appreciate that. I just didn't appreciate her coming into the show and taking over the show and making it about her instead of Mando, which I know he was in it, and they had a couple things. How much more satisfying would it have been, though, if she would have realized, obviously I suck at leading Mandalore because I've tried like twice and failed. So maybe it would be good for this guy who's dedicated himself to the creed, who's been a faithful, loyal servant and done amazing things and might actually join the Jedi with the Mandalorians and lead the people and become Mandalore the Ultimate and ride Carl the Mythosaur into battle and be absolutely epic and make the Mandalorian the actual show about the Mandalorian and finalize it being epic. But no, they went the complete wrong way. It was stupid.
Didn't Quill say he was going to ride the Mythosaur?
Yeah, like your people
Where's
used
the
to
Mythosaur?
They teased it at
we
the
know
end,
where
I
he
guess.
is, but why didn't he ride the
Such a
Mythosaur to
great
save
character.
the finale?
It doesn't make any sense. And
We thought the whole season we're like, oh, they're gonna go back to Mandalore and Din's gonna go get the Mythosaur. Oh wait, Din's captured now, so I guess Bo is gonna get the Grogu's gonna control the Mythosaur. They're gonna communicate, and then they're gonna bring him. And we're like, no, that's not happening.
They're just saving it for a big reveal in season the next show or movie.
Season the next show
And
movie.
should I rant on that now or should I rant on that later?
I would save it because
Save
it's
it for
coming.
the finale. Yeah.
All right, sorry. We're still technically in the positives.
I know.
Yeah.
But we've definitely hit on most
Well-
of
It's
the
a
negatives.
complicated story.
It
it's
really
complicated.
is.
It's complicated, Ezra.
Yeah, someone in the chat,
Complicated.
Kirsten in the chat did say
Okay.
we got some sort of love story
Yes.
with
Pop
Jack
Pro.
Black.
Oh.
So-
You just bait and switched me
Oh,
right there.
I totally
Snap.
did. Sorry, it was too good. It was too good.
Oh,
wasn't,
boy.
though.
It was not.
It's bad.
That took me right out
Okay.
of Star Wars.
Skylark, let me bring it back. Said
Yes,
something.
go
And
ahead.
I'm gonna bring it back.
I really hope that was one of the planets that got destroyed in
my
the sequel
In
trilogy.
Operation Cinder.
I'm just
Wow.
saying.
Okay.
Oh wait, that had already happened.
Skylark said,
Sorry.
"What if Grogu had force pushed Din into Bo and they hugged?"
Ooh.
There you go.
That would have been actually like a real like what's that movie where they're like the
Cinderella?
two twins and they're trying to get their parents back together.
Parent Trap?
That could have been a real Parent Trap moment. I'm just saying, Grogu and his now twin that they realize Grogu has because he's a clone.
Because he's a
The
clone.
clone Grogu
Yes.
could have been Nogu. And
Nogu,
and
yes.
they show up,
Negative
and then they
Grogu.
get, and then Bo's been watching Nogu this whole time. Okay, sorry,
What is going on
we're creating
right now?
Parent Trap in Star Wars, and it could work. It'd probably be better than what we got.
Kirsten said, "Preach, Dustin." That's all.
Yeah, look, I'm very passionate about Star Wars. I'm sorry if I come across a little crazy sometimes.
Just sometimes.
Only when
All
you
the
stare into
time.
the camera.
Look, I'm making eye contact. I did a terrible job earlier, and I'm doing the best I can to speak to everybody.
What about the GoPro? You're not looking at the
what about-
camera.
Oh my goodness, he's almost done.
I am.
No, I mean you're not looking at the camera with
I
the
am almost
GoPro.
done.
Yeah, Dustin, come on.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That sounded kind of creepy.
Talking to your mic though when you
Yeah,
look.
what? Okay, Dan.
Protect the
setting you up for
Dustin.
failure.
Everybody's just setting me up for fail 2023.
I'm kidding. Well, he is getting close, though. Do I need to move the camera?
We are getting real close. How much more do you got?
Ooh.
Literally, this is the last
Wait,
piece.
why do you
Oh,
need
it's
to-
literally the last piece.
why don't
Switch
you-
over.
Why don't you move your AT-AT to your
The
left?
center of frame.
Yeah, center
Well,
frame.
once he gets that piece on, I suppose.
I'm in Blowin frame. All right.
I could do this shot.
Yeah, bring it in.
1 second.
Bring.
Okay.
Don't make me rant about.
Oh, extra pieces, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, always.
They always
There's
have extra.
pieces.
Oh, except for these are like the blaster pieces, right?
The blaster
Ah,
bolts.
show us how it works.
bolts.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys know how it works. You've seen Legos.
No,
how
not
they
this
shoot.
one. Don't
Which
aim,
way? He
don't
should
aim
turn
it at
it
me.
that way, though, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's
Wait,
doing
no,
it.
come. Oh,
Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Looks like a really cute.
It's a beautiful
puppy.
thing.
That looks awesome.
Luke's still hanging in there.
And that is the AT-AT. What number designation is this?
What
set?
number designation is
What
this?
number designation is
You
this?
are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
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 Name that
and
reference.
Icy said, "Who isn't happy when it comes to Legos? Legos are the best."
Exactly.
Legos are absolutely amazing. There is
This is set 75288.
75288.
Ooh,
88 at
clever.
Coming right at you.
Just blew everybody's eardrums out
All right,
again.
1 second.
The chat is very happy to see it, Nick.
Oh man, you think you're happy?
4 hours later.
4 hours
Yeah.
later. Is that how long it took you?
Yeah, it was
yeah.
such
Wow.
a long
Here
time.
since
And this
like 5.
isn't even the like.
This
Uh,
isn't the
ultimate one.
ultimate one. I
Yep.
have that one, but I was like, yeah, I don't think I can get that done.
That'll be a special.
Up,
the ultimate
up.
one will be a special video that we will do later on, and it will be glorious.
Ooh.
I could shoot these at the camera, but I don't
Coming
know if I want to.
2024.
Shoot at Dustin.
Why
Okay.
me?
No, not Dustin.
Factchecker. What?
No,
I'll
what?
just shoot them straight ahead.
Oh.
You guys won't see them, but there they go.
Whoa, that actually shoots pretty dang
Yeah.
good.
Oh, they do. They really,
was
they shoot
impressive.
really good.
The brick,
Pew! You got to make the pew pew sounds.
pew, pew, pew. The brick boy said he's built this one before.
Oh, nice.
Very
What'd you
cool.
think of it? Did you like
Yeah.
it? Do you have the ultimate?
Ooh, probably.
Probably. The brick boy knows where it's at.
He knows where it's at, and you can move the legs. Ooh.
They're not.
oh.
They did beef up from earlier.
I like that you said
Yeah,
beef up.
right.
They did beef
They
up.
did beef up.
And the amount of time we've been talking about Star Wars 2023, they hit leg day.
There we go.
They did. That's true.
Someone-
Never
had to.
skip leg day,
Okay,
kids.
Okay. Work with me. What are you doing?
I like it.
I don't know.
There you
Come on.
go.
Claymation,
Hey.
Nick.
Right? I could do that.
Yeah, we should. That would be
Zardamoda
awesome.
said, "Good job, Nikki."
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew. Dude, it looks epic.
If you start now, Nick, by 2025, we'll have a movie.
He's wobbling.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It takes all 2024
It will.
to do it. It literally will.
That is so
with
cool.
claymation.
It would be.
That is awesome.
It
What?
does.
That's one of the most iconic scenes in all of Star Wars.
Oh, I
too.
know.
Hoth
great.
and that battle. I just watched it again the other day,
Really?
and it's just epic and amazing, and it still stands up today. You know it's claymation stuff, but the way they shoot it is just amazing. It stands up way better than any effects that you could do.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's a little heavy on one side when he has one leg up. Look at
yeah,
It's like a
Aw.
dog.
he's like a doggy.
Strike a
He's gonna-
pose.
He's
Like a
gonna
pony.
shake your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, foo, I broke a nail. Oh no, I'm falling down. Ah!
We need the speeder now.
I do. I have it.
He's got the spider.
The speeder. We're reenacting.
Yeah,
You guys didn't know we were going to reenact the Hoth scene tonight. Bonus
I
content.
didn't
right
realize
here.
that happened in 2023.
This happened in 2023.
Oh,
we
man.
recreated the Hoth
Look
scene.
at that. Look at that.
Oh, dude.
It's a beautiful thing.
Skylark said it's like a baby deer learning to walk.
Yep. And he fell over.
Kirsten, Empire Strikes Back, best movie in Star Wars besides Rogue One.
Pew pew.
No, definitely. Empire's definitely. Sorry. I'm not going to call you out.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Empire Strikes Back is way better than Rogue One. I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
But Rogue One's good. I'm not
Rogue One's
nothing
good.
against Rogue One. I'm just
Yeah.
saying Empire's way better.
There it is, folks.
It's a great thing. Nice job,
The
Nick.
AT-AT.
yeah.
It's been a long time coming. I think that's the first one in 2023 you did.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
Also, look at this. These things open.
Wait,
Eh.
you did more Legos.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's
I don't
definitely
think
more
I did.
Legos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
there
did.
was.
Nope. I think we planned to, but
No, we did. We made
I
like-
was sidelined.
We made a lot of these back here in 2020.
Yeah, I remember.
Nope.
You did Bo's.
You're
I'm
wrong.
gonna go
You
back
did
and look
Bo's
at 'em.
ship.
I think that's the only other one I
It
did.
was the end of 2020.
No, it was this. No, I remember. I will fact check myself.
I can
check
tell
it.
you
Do
what
it.
I
I will
edited.
be
won't.
1,000%
My-
correct.
Dan knows everything
my
just by when he edited.
No.
My
things.
timeline is
Nope.
correct because
that
I can tell you what I edited.
Nope.
Look at that. You put people in there. Look at
My face.
August
He showed
2nd,
me.
2023.
August what?
Narkina 5.
That's when we did.
Look,
Oh, a
those.
live
See?
stream. That's not a real build.
It is.
That's not a real build. Look at guys. It's
Tell that to Nick.
you open up
Did
both
you actually
sides and you
build
make
it
a little
live?
house on
Yes,
top.
that
Oh,
was
that's
Narkina
cool.
5.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay,
It's,
good. I'm
it's
glad.
like
I'm glad.
Yeah,
van,
yeah.
hashtag van life.
Right? or
Exactly.
Or-
yeah.
he's got wings.
Oh, he can
Look at
fly.
that, he can fly
They
now.
fly now.
They fly now.
That's awesome.
Flap, flap.
now now it's a bird trying to fly for the
Right.
first time.
And then we close
Fly,
it up.
you
Yeah.
fools.
Claps for Nick.
That's cool though. I like
Very
how I
cool.
do like how it closes up.
That's really
Yeah.
beautiful.
Icy had my back
So it
too.
goes
saying
like
the
boing.
quote.
Wait, does he have a
Boing,
grenade?
boing.
Why do we have this?
A grenade?
Does he have? Doesn't he throw a grenade up on in there and blow it up? Is that the grenade?
That's literally it.
He's got a grenade. Oh, dude, it's actually a thermal detonator. It's a
thermal
thermal
detonator.
detonator.
That
Yeah,
is
Sorry,
he's
cool.
focus.
supposed to be. Well, he can't hold the gun and his lightsaber at the same time.
Well, he hooks it on to his. His
Yeah, I
belt.
know that. I know that.
I know that. Yes, I know that. I know that.
yes, I know that. I know that. Where'd those little shooty things go?
They went
There's
down there.
one there. You had
I'll
extras.
find 'em.
You had extras.
Dude, but that is epic. I do like that. I like the spring.
You
on
had
his neck.
extras.
I like the
Okay.
spring on his neck too.
I know, right? Like,
Wait, is there a hole in
wow.
the back that can open up?
only that?
Oh no,
I think. Well, yeah.
it does. You can poop out stormtroopers
Oh
in the
my
back.
goodness.
Look at this. That's all I ever wanted.
I don't think we need to see
That's all
that.
I ever wanted.
Oh my goodness.
You got to censor that, Dan.
Yeah.
They can't show that on YouTube.
It's blurry. Here, hold on.
He's pooping.
I can actually
Wait,
blur
are
it
you
out.
serious? You can actually blur that? No.
Let's see if I can.
All right.
If I can do
We
it.
really
He's
need to
trying.
get back to talking about Star Wars.
Look at
This
that
is-
beautiful
But it's
thing.
nice
talking
to see
about
Nick's.
Star Wars.
There.
Yeah.
Well, he's blurring it.
Oh my
You
goodness.
can't see that.
Right?
Turn
You
it,
can't-
Nick.
You can't see this.
Oh
Cover your eyes, kids. What is happening?
It's blurring the wrong stuff.
no! Failed.
Wow,
No,
we are.
no. Good try, Dan.
I'm
Good
Somewhere, somebody in technology land is trying to destroy me.
try. Wait, I think that was
him.
you.
Someone who died.
Yeah.
and
It's
is now
himself.
haunting the equipment. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Wow.
good grief.
Well, how we digress here at Stay on Target.
KG jumped in and says, no. Wow, good job, Nick, though.
Yeah,
That's
good job.
Yeah.
That's an epic build, dude.
Yeah.
What would you rate that build out of all the other Lego builds?
All of
You have 5 seconds.
Um,
5.
what's the rating system out of?
It's out of 10.
Out of 10? I'd say a 8.
8 out of 10.
So it was a good build.
There was one
There
part.
was-
This
Yeah.
string thing, literally, it all came like you. There's a piece of string right here. He's dangling from.
What? I thought he was just using the force.
No, but there's a whole thing in there. Like you have to tie the string onto the spool, and then you have to put it in. There's some goofy mechanism. Like here, I'll show you. You see that right there?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
see it. Show them.
Yeah. You see that?
There's like a
That
spool
little
thing.
orange
It's like a yeah.
yellow thing. Yeah, it was just
Really
it was
grinds my
stupid.
gears.
It was stupid to put in there. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, you had to tie the string onto a spool, and then you had to tie it onto this little
Grappling hook.
grappling hook that he's holding on to, that little black piece. And I was like, this why? This used to come pre-made. And now they're like,
Now they make you actually build stuff.
Now they're
in
like-
Legos. What
they're
the
like,
crap?
oh, welcome to Nightmare Level 1. I had to cut it a few
Oh,
times.
man.
I was like, I don't know how to get this to stick. I'm not a sewer.
What a great Christmas gift I gave to you this year.
That's not true.
I'm still
I've
gonna
had
claim
this
it.
for like at least
last
2
year's.
years.
I forgot I gave it to you last year's Christmas.
There you go.
There's some I've had for like 4 years. I still haven't opened.
40
Wow,
years.
40 years
Wow.
4
before they started
But the,
making.
but the good
Legos.
news is that you bought them when you did because you can't
did.
buy this stuff now. This
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
This set is retired.
Is it?
Yep, you can't buy it
It
anymore.
was the 40th
You
anniversary.
can't buy the. You can buy the Ultimate Collector Series. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna start phasing out the Falcon now.
Ooh, well, good thing you got that one. You did.
Yeah, that's right back there.
That's in the back, dude. That was an epic build. We actually did like multiple live
was a
streams
good one.
just building that.
Yeah,
That was fun.
Well, yeah,
Go back
because
and
it
watch
took
it if you
forever.
haven't yet. It's a
There's
good time.
another UCS that you will have to work on that will take multiple live streams.
Yes.
Yes, do it. UCS.
Nick is the Lego master for a reason, and
I am.
Mhm.
that's
I've
his-
spoken.
He has spoken.
I just like all the little extra characters. They're so cute.
Oh, I know. And you can actually get battle packs of these, so you can get more
Oh, dude,
Oh,
that's
wow.
put
awesome.
in there.
To, yeah, to
battle
poop out.
packs.
The
I love the-
ultimate one has like so many more seats.
Really?
It's ridiculous. I think it's actually multi-layered too.
Oh my
Whoa.
goodness.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that
it's
one.
nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Well, look
I
how
was
tall
like,
that one is.
Wow. It is
yeah,
pretty
the
tall.
ultimate
times
one
like
is probably
3.
like this tall.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, high five. It's a high five.
Nice, Doug.
It's a high five tall.
Yeah,
That's awesome, dude.
yeah, man. I like Legos.
8 out of 10, baby. You heard it here.
8 out of 10.
Nick loves it.
Only the
cool.
-2 is for that little string thing.
If you
that
want,
that was the stupidest thing.
Ah, gotcha.
if you want,
Get your crap together, Lego.
Yeah. If you want to see Nick happy more, send him Legos to P.O.
Yes.
Box.
No,
Yes.
no, not necessary. I
me
think
Legos.
we've got plenty,
I think we
right?
got plenty right now.
Well, in the chat, KG said she got 2 Andor figures for Christmas and a Star Wars visual guide.
Nice.
Nice.
KG knows where it's at, right,
Yeah.
Biz? Andor
Where it's
is absolutely amazing.
He said you guys sounded orc-like.
Oh, we did. Mando's back on the menu, boys.
I got the Mawwiage short queued up, so before
Oh,
we end
dude.
the stream, we'll play
Yeah.
it unless you want to play it.
Let's
now,
just
but-
hit it right now because that'll get us right back
There
into
we go.
All
Mando.
right, here is what started it all
Start it
here.
all.
He walks up to the thing, and we're like, "Is he gonna undress?"
Right, yeah. And you're like, yeah, this is the only reason she went with him.
Yeah.
The spectacle. She's like,
That's what she
got to
said.
see what's under the armor, if you know what I mean.
No. Daddy.
Not under the helmet, though.
Does the mythosaur, the priest?
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
like,
"This is a marriage ceremony."
He comes out of the water. He's like, Mawwiage.
Mawwiage. You talk?
He teaches Grogu how to talk.
Excellent.
That was so good. What are we sitting on that one? Like 70,000 views, which is
something
crazy
like-
for
yeah,
us.
something like
Absolutely
that.
amazing.
I'll check.
But that was a super fun short. What a fun, for Mando season 3. I say one of the biggest pros out of Mando season 3 was how much fun we had talking about Mando season 3.
How much fun we had speculating about what was going to happen.
speculating. We had our Mando Eves that were absolutely amazing and so much fun.
Yeah.
Just to speculate and talk with everybody and have a good time joking around about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so many good things came out of that season, even
Oh,
though it
yeah.
was not the best season as far as Star Wars.
Well, it was
goes.
controversial too. So the fact that we didn't like it, a bunch of people get up in arms because they loved it. And, and then the fact that we like Dinbo, a bunch of people get up in arms because they hate Dinbo.
Right.
Right?
And
They're
so
wrong.
it's interesting how the Star Wars fandom, which is already quite divided, split into new factions after
in some
that
ways.
season because you're like, Star Wars is dead forever because it's garbage now. They ruined the last good thing. Okay. And then it just breaks down from there.
Yeah.
And now Disney has had a rough go of it in the last year. And what's going to happen with nobody knows really, but that goes into the future. So we're not there yet.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not quite there yet, but
We're in the
Not
past.
quite there yet.
jumping back into the Mando season 3, I did want to say one other pro I really enjoyed about Mando season 3, like I was saying earlier, was the effects were on point. All of the starship
boy.
battles and stuff like that, the effects were amazing. The dogfights in season 3 were my favorite part. Anytime they were in a ship flying around doing something epic, that was my absolute favorite part of, other than Dinbo, in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you guys agree on that? That's
Yes.
what it was absolutely amazing. I loved that
I would
they did that.
agree.
There's so many scenes that were super cool, and you were like, that is epic.
Right?
And they look so clean. Like, that's the cleanest I feel like I've ever seen, like, Star Wars ships.
Mm-hmm.
That dogfight when they went back to the home world and the TIE fighter or the TIE interceptor squadron was coming after them and they were fighting and stuff like that. That was superb. I really enjoyed that.
Superb.
But so that was another pro. I'm not sure.
Pro.
Carl Weathers, I'd say, is always a pro. He's always
Mando!
Yeah, he just knows how to sell it. He fits in Star Wars so well.
Yeah, he does.
I want to see more of him.
Right? I want to see more of him and then suddenly none of him.
Ooh, that sounds bad.
Right? It's a reference.
Yeah,
if you get that reference, you're a sinner.
But yeah, so there's some more pros. Any other pros before we move on to the cons? Although we have really kind of already discussed most of the cons.
KG said, I didn't think I'd like the pirates after seeing Gorian Shard Jones,
Shard,
but
yeah.
episode 5 was good.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, the pirate.
It should have just.
Yeah.
It should have been Hondo.
Hondo,
God, it would have been hilarious.
but they couldn't kill Hondo. That's
Well,
the
no,
thing.
Yeah.
he just tactically retreats.
Yeah, that's what he should have just left the rest of the.
Right.
Or it should have been Gorian Shard, but Hondo was with them and
Right.
giving him like helpful directions until he was just like, "All right, you suck. I'm out."
Yeah, right.
He's like,
This is
"This
no
makes
longer
it-"
profitable.
That would have made that so much better in so
Right.
many ways.
Yeah, it's funny because everybody in the chat is talking Mawwiage is what brings us together today,
Oh,
which we
yeah.
know. That's the best part
Mawwiage.
about. I mean, for us personally, the best part about it is Dinbo because it gave us the inspiration to laugh and joke and create shorts that are sticking to this day. But I think the second best is very recent. That's Santeva.
Santeva.
Absolutely.
Santeva wasn't born in,
Yeah.
in Mando, but Teva,
Carson Taylor.
the legend
The seeds were
of
planted.
Teva.
The
Yeah.
more seeds
grew.
were planted.
Yes.
Yeah.
His jacket was one of the most epic parts. in
Yes.
this, 'cause it had the flipping
bomber
Rancor
Yeah.
patch on it, which was
Yeah.
epic.
Was it the siege? Is that or no? Was it the pirate? Was the,
The
one
pirate, I
where
think,
he
was
was
the one he was
gone
in.
and blah
Yeah.
blah blah? Yeah, but I mean
Yeah, you're
Teva, yeah, blue. But Teva himself is really cool, and
Yeah,
while
we
his
like his
acting was subpar at many a time.
That was
Very
rough.
wooden.
That was very rough. That was the worst.
I didn't think so.
acting.
Well,
of course you didn't.
it just is tricky, you know.
No, it was like
poor
they
guy.
forgot to cut. Like,
Yeah.
it
His
was
editing
more
was
the
bad.
editing.
Yes.
Okay, so don't
but
blame
his
the actor.
Well, I mean,
Or the acting.
It wasn't really.
The actor has to have spatial awareness.
Well, and it felt like very like I don't know what we're actually talking
Well,
about. I'm
you
just
know what it comes
delivering.
down
I'm
to?
just
No.
spitballing, man.
His script.
Yeah, script.
The script was weak.
and the director.
Super
yeah.
weak.
The lines that they gave him were like too explainy, and then they weren't like edited. Even then, they should have cut half of them in the edit room. Like, we get it after one sentence. We know what you're telling us. Like, stop over explaining it,
Right.
and then keep the conversation short. Like, why are you talking to Mando? Like, Mando
Why are
doesn't
you
say
talking
more
to
than
me?
3 words. You know.
Right.
I
So-
also did like the fact that Carson saw right through the dude chick's persona
The
of
dude
being
chick.
like
I forgot about her.
revived. I know, right? You try to
Yeah.
forget about it, but he saw right through it and was just like throwing shade right at her. I was
Right.
like, "Yes, do it, stick it to her, Carson,
Do it.
Which
her.
that made him epic. Also, speaking of time, we're like, how did he get there and back? Like, a very
Exactly.
Yeah,
short
there's
amount
some of
time.
that. Yeah.
But
Did you already talk about that episode? That was like a complete waste of space.
No, we
in
haven't
time?
got to the negatives. We haven't got to the negatives.
Oh,
Well,
right,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
we've been touching on them.
Cons.
Yeah,
We have
you guys
definitely been
have
touching
talked.
on them a lot. But yeah, let's just get right to it. We'll get right to the cons. So why don't you touch upon that right now, Nick?
Yeah, that whole episode. Which one was that?
It was the
Second
fourth
or
episode?
fourth? Yeah.
I think it was the fourth episode.
Like literally starts with the Mandalorian and ends with the Mandalorian, but everything in between worthless.
Yeah.
Literally, like what did that amount to?
just
Well-
getting
Dr. Pershing's dead.
Yeah, that was well. I don't. We don't
Tortured,
even know.
you
if
Or
he's
is he
dead.
just a vegetable now?
Yeah, we don't know.
He turned into a vegetable.
What was the point of that? It didn't move the plot along. Literally, it was just to kill off that character.
Yeah, they were like
Or wrap it up, kind of.
trying to wrap it up, but not in a very satisfying.
Then they
Wasn't that one called The Spy?
Spies?
No.
No. That was later on. That was
Okay,
like
maybe
episode
that
9
was.
or 7. I mean, I think 7 was the Spies.
Or was that a
3 was-
completely different?
I think 3 was the
season?
siege. Whoops.
Yeah,
it was
and
the
this was
siege,
it was
or
4
it was
was-
the.
right.
Episode 4.
I should know. I
season
edited the
3.
whole cotton picking thing.
Episode 4 was the foundling.
But it was the 3. It was episode
Okay.
3.
Oh, the convert.
The convert.
Oh, was it episode 3?
yes.
Oh, I thought it was-
Convert.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say the Foundling. That had nothing.
It was
to
the
do
convert because she showed up at. Was it the convert?
That's episode 3.
Yeah.
Or is
Or-
it
I'm
episode
just
was it
looking at-
episode 5?
Episode
Yeah.
5
No,
is
the
the
f-
pirate.
There was the pirate. It was 5. It was the pirate.
No,
No, was it?
no.
No, it was 3.
Amnesty. There it is.
It was 3.
Coruscant.
That's what it was.
Former
Yep.
Imperial
Icy
Time
knows.
Amnesty.
Icy's got it. It's 3.
It's 3.
We're
That's
second
3.
guessing ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I was like, it was kind of cool. It had a backstory about like what was happening to the Imperials
Yeah.
after the Empire fell.
Yeah, it was
but
cool.
it was like
Yeah, I didn't mind some of that.
it was just dumb.
Well, why do you got to go to the carnival in the middle of that? and
Yeah.
eat some pink
Yeah.
lollipop.
Oh, let's go touch the highest point on Coruscant. It's a mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are we here? And what did they have?
Those pop like lollipop things that were
Something
like fizz
something
rockets or
a
something.
photon fizz.
Photon fizzle.
And it was
Photon
like,
fizzle,
what
baby.
is going on right now?
It felt super like Disney Star
Yeah,
Wars.
it was
felt
like, oh, where the
Dismos.
galaxy's at.
Most, I thought I
That's
was
where
watching
we
a
are.
different show, and
It's so fun.
Oh
Get
no.
photon fizzle.
Oh,
because it was on the same place as Coruscant, where they showed a lot of Andor stuff.
You had to go, but Andor at least
But Andor was gritty.
it was gritty.
It was dark.
It was real. It
Business-
felt more real. It felt less Disneyfied, at least.
It did.
man.
He
I like how
also
we're
said-
always just defending.
He also said,
Yeah.
Nick,
Shield
why,
Karn.
why are you here, Nick? It's so late. He said, this is kind of late for a
I
Sith
don't have to
Lord."
work for the rest of the year, so.
Yes. So you're stuck with him, baby.
Yeah.
I
He's
love
building
Why
Legos
are you still
all
here?
night.
Well, fine, I'll leave then. Why are you still here?
Wait.
Go outside, touch some grass.
No. No, we want them here, Nick.
No, we don't.
Oh my
You almost should
goodness.
start building
I'm out of
another-
Legos, man. I'm getting cynical again.
it. All right, we gotta keep
Just
going.
like
You
that.
should start building another Lego
Wait,
set.
have,
He's gonna
some, have a pretzel.
He's gonna start.
Yeah, wait, throw me one of those.
Okay. It's a live
Actually, give me
stream.
those. Somebody should give me those beans.
Look, I'm
right
not
there.
doing everything. You can have these, or you can get it yourself.
These are my personal favorite.
The action.
Well, I
Get
mean,
him
the-
out of here!
my second
This
fa-
one
my
said.
second
Hannah
favorite.
says, "Get Nick new Legos."
Everybody's chanting.
Dude,
"Nick,
we have.
new
I have
Legos.
other sets in the
Nick,
other room.
new Lego.
I could literally go get one and start building it.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe you should.
Maybe
kinda
we
like-
should.
Hashtag
There is a-
angry Nick.
Do you want me,
Yes.
do you want me to grab it?
There is a Mandalorian season 1 ATSD.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
It's out there.
I did think about. Well, we thought about doing that one for a challenge, maybe.
No,
Okay.
But we could do it. I don't care.
I'm just gonna build my Legos. Dang it.
I'm just gonna be me. All right, that's fine.
No, I'm good.
All right. Anyway, let's touch upon the cons.
Sorry, I offended you.
You didn't offend him.
I know.
I don't. I hope.
I
not.
know.
I know.
He's
I
so
love you.
confident.
I know.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. He does have the emperor on
Oh,
his
man.
chest, like you
Ooh,
do.
KG asks a good question.
Let's
Wait,
hear it
whoa.
then.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Go ahead, Nick.
No,
Oh,
What?
Let's hear
okay.
it.
I wonder who of the Sant crew would be light side, dark side, and who might fall and or be redeemed.
Ooh.
Who asked that?
KG.
All
I mean, you should know at this point.
It might have been rhetorical.
Might have been. I don't know. I'd say Nick's definitely full dark side. There's a chance we could redeem him only with Legos. Only with Legos. That's how he could be redeemed. All right. And then Matt. Matt is neither light side or dark side. He is he's a bounty hunter. 100 Hondo.
But who does he work for?
Himself.
The Empire?
No, he does his own thing.
Yeah,
man.
he's a Mando.
He's a Mando. He does his own thing.
What's your angle?
Dan's light side. You know, if you do bad in video games, he goes a little dark side.
Especially certain video
Especially
games.
certain video games.
He'll admit it. So
What
is Dan
other
a
rants did you
gray?
have this year, Dan? There's definitely been
What?
some other rants you've been on that were
Dan
pretty
rants?
hilarious.
I don't remember, but yeah, that was one of them. I mean, that's just
The
funny.
one where I felt the worst about myself was definitely whenever you called us out on how bad we were with
Bismo?
Rocket League.
Rocket League.
Rocket
Rocket
League.
League, yeah.
Rocket
Rocket
League.
League.
No, I don't know. It's like certain competition just brings out like the dark side. That's for sure.
That's why I'm not a very competitive person.
Yeah, that's why.
I hate who I become.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. No, I ranted on a couple
mouthful.
of things in the Star Wars
Yeah.
universe too.
There was one
I mean,
part where
during-
you were like, "This is the hill I will die on."
That's right.
It was actually
yeah.
during Ahsoka.
It was during Ahsoka.
and you
Yeah.
loved
With
episode
Ezra.
4
oh,
and
yeah.
5 and
And
6.
then look where that got
4, 5,
us.
and 6. Actually, I
it
loved
was
episode
good.
6. I loved
No.
Yeah,
episode
that's
6.
the hill you were dying
Yeah,
on.
I
episode
still-
It
six.
wasn't good,
That's
though.
right.
I still stand on 6 because it was the
I s-
hope of
I
what could
stand on its
come,
grave.
what could be.
Oh my goodness.
And 6, then I said what could be, and then I fully admitted that 7 and 8 did not deliver. After
You did.
6 is greatness, 4, 5, and 6 is greatness.
You were light side until the very end.
Yeah, and then it
we
went
turned
really
dark
bad. I
with
was like,
me.
ooh, they dropped the ball. Like they had me, and then because they had lost you guys in like episode 2. And I'm like, some of us are still hanging out. We're willing to give you another chance, because 4, 5, and 6. But anyway, I digress. We're
Wait,
still
what
in
show
Mando.
is this?
Ahsoka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick.
See, it was so bad I don't remember.
Yeah.
You,
I know, you and
you,
Bo-
you
you and
and Matt
Matt
were like checked out. Like
Yeah, you and Matt were like, no
Hardcore.
thanks.
We were like,
Why are we watching this anymore?
This is stupid.
Yeah, which was a lot of the fandom, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
The numbers were terrible. We're worse than
further
Andor.
dividing what happened during
they
Mandalorian,
don't
which
like
is what
big
we're
shows.
wrapping up right now, which again was the worst of the 3 seasons. Everybody admits that. For the Mandalorian, it's the worst of the 3
definitely.
seasons.
Season 3 was the worst. I think it's because it had the least amount of Jon Favreau involvement.
Is that the reason?
That's been my guess the entire time. It just feels like we lost that Jon Favreau magic.
Did they drop the behind the scenes? I think they did, right? They dropped
I need to watch it. I haven't watched that yet.
Okay.
I know he's still a part of it.
Yeah.
I just am wondering as to what capacity, because I think with Dave getting his fingers in there with the bigger story and Bo-Katan, I think that's what took over a lot, and it wasn't as much Favreau as it was Dave Filoni. What are you laughing about? What's going on?
I don't even know.
It's your
I'm just laughing at how quickly Nick finished off the press.
I'm hungry.
Are you done already?
He hasn't eaten. Did you even eat dinner, Nick? Not really.
Hangry Nick.
I did,
Yeah.
Barely before you
but
came
that
over.
was way before I got here.
Right. It
Oh,
was
he
like
is-
3 o'clock.
He is the dark side, and they do have cookies, and they
Yeah.
eat the cookies.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I see saying they did drop the behind the scenes. It came
Okay.
out on June 28th. So you
Okay.
need to watch it.
I know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm way behind on the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I haven't
stuff.
watched it either.
Yeah.
Way
The
behind.
what do they call those? I don't even remember.
Exclusives.
No, it's called like
It was a series.
Pandering.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
but it
like
doesn't.
yeah. What
Yeah.
what is that called? It's
I'll
like
look
the
it up.
round table or something.
No, it's not.
Knights of the
that.
Round Table.
The gallery. I see.
The gallery. Thank
Gallery.
you.
Pulled
He
it up.
is on
He
target.
is on target tonight. Everybody in the chat is on target tonight.
Always.
Thank you all for being here. If you do have questions, let us know. We will answer you back in regards to 2023 and Star Wars. But yeah, so some of the cons, though, we already mentioned a bunch of them. Missed opportunities in Mando Season 3. Not a satisfying ending, in my opinion. There's way too much fluff. Where's the meat? That's what I was saying the entire time.
Where's the beef?
Which was funny because we were like, Mando's back on the menu, boys. And then that phrase
then
is
it
actually
immediately-
meat's back on the menu. And then immediately we got no meat for all of Mandalorian.
It was all just
Well,
three.
it was few and far between.
Also, I will take it to my grave that Grogu was not supposed to be in episode 3. I do believe
Season
that-
3.
Season 3, I'm sorry. Season 3. I don't think he was supposed to be there. I think they shoehorned him in.
Yep.
Like later
you can
on
tell
in
by
writing,
the
by the way that it is.
the Boba Fett episode.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
doesn't belong anywhere in Boba
No,
Fett.
I think they did a hard left turn after season 2 when KK realized what John did by bringing Luke back and actually getting fans excited. She's like, "Nah, we ain't gonna have that. No male leads in this,
No,
girlfriend."
except
So
Grogu.
Wow.
yeah. So then, and I think they were gonna actually do a Luke and Grogu show. I mean, that was rumored. But I think she put the kibosh to all of that and ruined everything.
It was
like she
too much
does.
CGI.
Well, then you had the Rangers that fell through because again, this is
Also
the
her
first season
fault,
where you
100%.
lost the gal that was in the first 2. Yeah, what's their name?
Gina
Gina
Carano.
Carano.
But the actual character's name.
Cara
Cara
Dune.
Dune.
Cara Dune.
Right.
How
So
do you not remember that?
there's just things like that kind of grind people's gears when you go into season 3.
Yeah.
You're like, why
Not
are you
shifting
doing
a
this stuff?
car
Because people don't
properly.
forget that stuff. That
Yeah.
was pretty public during a really tumultuous cultural
Yeah.
time, 2020 era, and it was just a mess.
It was.
And it just like we're like, why are you ripping out the favorite things that we loved about season 1 and season 2 and just destroying it?
Right.
And then when he showed up and now she's not there, and then the Rangers show, and then you could tell all the Disney Star Wars stuff just fell apart at the seams, and
Right.
then
Boba Fett was garbage except for the Mando episode.
Boba
and
Fett.
that felt
Yeah.
shoehorned in, which didn't really make a lot of sense.
It didn't. There was
In
an
a lot of
entire
ways.
episode of Boba Fett that was the Mandalorian.
Yeah. You're like, what show am
I
I
was like,
watching?
why is this
so-
in here?
Mandalorian season 2.5.
and
Yep.
Gideon. I
And
know
that was what that episode
Was the
was
best
better-
episode of Boba Fett.
was the best episode of Boba Fett, but was also 10 times better than season 3 of
Yeah.
The Mandalorian.
Yep.
All right.
That
Easily.
one episode was absolutely amazing. He built a new ship.
Yeah.
He used the dark saber with some epic fighting. We learned a crap ton. There was a plot. We moved the plot forward like leaps and bounds with a Night of 1,000 Tears.
Yes.
Um,
Sadness.
The armor. I mean, you got history with Paz Vizsla, wanting it. They actually duked it out. He used it in the beginning, which that fight scene was absolutely amazing. I love that they went hardcore, like slice and dice.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah.
was doing a bounty on That was next to perfection. And
Yeah.
then they built the ship,
It
and
was
the
the
ship was
best.
awesome, and I loved it.
And he loved it.
Yeah, so I'm
So
sorry.
they tell me.
R.I.P. Paz.
Yeah, R.I.P. Paz. Yeah, seriously, that was stupid.
Oh yeah, I think he meant to do that though.
I
'cause he
think
was like,
John
"I'm
Favreau
done.
was like, yeah, this is me in Star Wars.
This is me
They're
in Star
killing
Wars.
me.
I'm
They're
being
literally
killed.
killing me in Star Wars.
Killing me off.
But no, maybe he'll come back.
I hope so.
Dumbest move ever, not to listen to John Favreau, dude. He has
Yeah.
hit after hit after hit. I still believe that he's the main reason that Marvel actually was successful for as long as it was,
Yeah.
because it was when he left helping Marvel and he came over to Star
Yeah.
Wars is
And
when
it was
Marvel
just
went
bad.
all right, and then now he brought in Star Wars, and they had a chance. They had a chance with the end of season 2 of Mando. They had a chance to redeem Star Wars and to bring it back to its full glory.
Former glory.
And they went hard left turn, and he set them up. He's like, all right, I'm gonna give it to you guys on a silver platter. You can make billions of dollars again. You can jump off this point, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. You can redo all the crap you've done. And they're like, nah, no, you.
We're just
silly.
gonna undermine you at every
They're
turn.
like, you don't know what you're doing, creator of Elf Marvel, everything.
Elf Marvel.
Elf is pretty good.
Elf is amazing. He has come up with tons of hits.
Pass me one of those cookies.
Okay, Sith Lord.
Now.
Oh, wow.
9. Yeah.
There's
sorry,
9 of them?
that was a rant I had. I'm sorry. I went a little
good.
off the
It was
rails.
really good.
But
Yeah, you need to tone it back.
I'm excited about Star Wars.
Like
okay?
I'm scared.
You should be. We already talked
Ended
about
there.
we already talked about being a bait and switch, but it was just bad writing for the most part, and not I wrote it here. So it was bad writing. Nothing made sense. They took their sweet time with all the fluff, but rushed through all the important parts.
Yep.
Like that's what it felt like. It was like the Lizzo show was. It was about Lizzo and that the entire time, and then the important part of the episode was at the very end, whenever she actually gets like the dark saber back. But they like rushed through that. They were like, "Why did you didn't need Lizzo or Jack Black at all?
Well, you
Just
needed Grogu.
take the time."
That was
No,
the tie-in.
Grogu was a forced entry into that, and that was the dumbest thing with
Forced.
Grogu. They knighted Grogu.
It
Right.
was. It was.
Yeah, what was
this?
it? The
Child's
It was
play.
sweet.
a night
Child's
of
play.
the.
I don't.
Oh
even
God, look
care.
it up because it's just
Okay.
the most ridiculous title
stupid.
ever.
Drives me nuts. I mean, I like Grogu. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
they kind of almost did Grogu dirty in this. in some
Knight
way.
of the Ancient Order of Independent Regencies.
Yeah,
That's
it was
pretty
like
cool.
ancient order.
Quite a, yeah.
A Knight of the Ancient Order.
That's like a third grader trying to make it sound cooler than it actually is.
Well,
Let's just
Yeah.
add a bunch of
works.
words together that sound like they should be epic. I'm sorry.
Well,
Chat
Regency-
You're the
you
knight
know what
of
happened?
all
Chat
hall
GPT
monitors.
wrote that.
Yep.
It feels like Mando season 3 and
Oh,
Ahsoka
wow.
were written by Chat GPT.
Yikes. And we're about to be taken down.
I don't give a rat's
Whoa,
boot.
whoa, whoa.
I knew you were gonna say that because I'm Chat GPT.
Get out of my head, Chat GPT. Pew, 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 pew. Thank you. You useless reptile.
Thanks for nothing. You
All right.
useless reptile.
Anybody else have any more thoughts on
Hannah said-
Mando?
Hannah
At
says
the end of the day, we really liked it.
Yeah, Dan has.
Hannah just said fluff means nothing without well-written angst.
Yes.
And,
And
you
they know
know,
how to
they
do that.
know.
we know that
Anna for president.
there was, let's just be real, in the first 2 seasons, there was still some fluff. And
Yeah.
there were some side arcs. However, it stayed true to the aesthetic of the Mando, which was mission done, overarching story still came through.
yeah.
They're like, oh, who are we going to do for season 3? Oh, Gideon again. We're just going to go back to Gideon.
Yeah,
He's
it was
just going to keep showing
Clones
up.
of Gideon that
Clones
you
of
can
Gideon
destroy with a
in
single
5
flick of the
minutes.
switch.
That was
Like, that's
stupid.
not real. Like, but what
Dumb.
about, why would you build that up? Well,
killed
don't
my
worry about it.
clones.
Don't worry about it. There was just a lot of don't worry about it.
That's what I meant
We're
by
spending all of our
rushing
time.
through the important parts.
Yes, 100%. And so there's that sort of stuff that's not how you do it. Hannah for president, yes. Hannah says, Ellie Blair's back. Thank you, Ellie. We're
Welcome
still
back.
talking about Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But it was a complicated
Keep
thing.
coming.
And overall, we are thankful for what they gave us because that is you people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's a great point.
So without the
Now I know who to
controversy, we wouldn't have met and created the Dinbo silly stuff and fun
Series.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then look at those music videos. There's still more music videos to be made, but now we're in the in between world, so
The
we
world
can
between worlds.
think
The
back
world
and
between-
dream until they give us the Mandalorian movie or whatever they're
Nah,
going
man,
to
we're
do.
in a completely different galaxy.
Yeah, we're totally. No, but I completely agree with you on your point there, Dan. I think the best thing about Mando season 3 was that we met
end.
everybody. Basically, that is whenever our channel actually took off a little bit, and we were able to meet all of the wonderful people that are in the chat and that have stuck with us this entire time. I don't know why. No, I'm just joking. But we're so glad that you have. So thank you guys for joining us, and
Seriously,
we're glad
why are you
that
still here?
Bismo was like, "Get him out of here! Get him out of here!" But we're just so grateful for all of you guys joining us,
Yeah.
and we're glad, if nothing else, that Mando brought us together. So, all right,
Mawwiage.
let's move on to the last.
Mawwiage.
Well, we didn't really touch on it, but Jedi Survivor did come out.
Survive.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually didn't have. I have not finished.
You
that
haven't
story.
finished it?
I really need to.
Wait, are we?
Doing
We're
spoil-
gonna at the end. We're gonna say what's the best Star
Yeah,
Wars.
what's the
That's
best
it.
Star Wars
right
story? Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
You're not waiting till the end.
Hands down, that's the best thing Star Wars created this year.
And it wasn't even Disney.
It wasn't.
really.
Well,
It
they
was-
were involved.
They were involved, but
Their
it was-
names are in the end credits.
But it's more Respawn
they showed
Studios.
up. Yeah, they showed up at the studio one day probably, and
Probably.
they're like, "How's it going? Is it woke enough?"
They collected their money on the game is what they did.
That's what they did.
Yeah, they
Like,
did.
you
They're
make us a
"Ugh,
great
dues
game."
are- the bills are due. And they're like, "Okay,
Here you go.
here's $1."
Here's $1. The dumbest stipulation was them tying it into the High Republic.
But also, they did a good job.
But they did
with
a good
it.
job. That's probably
They didn't make it stupid.
Okay.
Which I was really worried they were gonna
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Can they share spoilers for the game in the chat?
No, because Dustin hasn't played
I
it.
It's
haven't-
fine.
haven't either.
I'm
You
really
idiot.
far behind. So at this point, I kind of deserve it.
So
Hannah
Kirsten should
agrees. Yeah,
do
it's
it.
amazing.
Do it. Kill them.
Yeah. I mean, I really want to finish it. I'm going to finish it.
Yeah, fat chance.
Hey, I will. I really like the
How
game.
many kids you got now?
I got a lot of kids. Okay, it makes it difficult to play video games,
It
especially
does.
video games.
That's
that
why
are
I don't
violent.
have kids.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
literally the only reason.
That's the
Although-
only reason I
Wow.
don't have kids.
Although I have a full realization here, and Dustin, I think you're doing a good job as
Ooh,
well.
He's having an
Ooh,
epiphany.
Nice.
Raising children includes teaching them how to play video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Or-
Respectfully and with, control and with et cetera.
Are you talking about manipulating children?
Correct. If you
Oh
do
my-
it right.
Correct.
No,
You will
They
not
become-
play games. You will watch me play
If
games.
you do it right, you can have a
will
lot
never
of fun
play
with your
games in your
kids
life.
playing video games.
Yeah.
You can have somebody watch your kids for a little while. I'm kidding, but it's true. I mean,
Wait, you
they
guys do
can.
that?
It's something they can enjoy, right? Their kids are going to look for entertainment somewhere,
Yeah.
and I have fun playing video games. Why not enjoy it with my child?
right.
Absolutely.
It's a great way to bond.
It's an interesting way to bond. It's so
James
weird.
Bond.
Yes, we want to go out and we want to build a fire manually and go like sniff the grass, whatever you said earlier, Nick.
Touch the grass.
We've
Why,
upgraded to
why
sniffing.
did you go from touching just down to sniffing?
Another scent.
I don't go
sensory.
You're
outside
like, man, I
very
haven't
much."
smelled grass in a long time.
At the end of the show, it's going to be taste
Oh.
the grass.
I know this is not good.
I don't go outside
I got
very
some-
much.
the grass.
but,
I got some grass cake here.
Be the grass.
The point being
not
that
talking.
go outside every once in a while, but when it's rainy and snowy on Hoth, you got to be inside. You're cooped up. Why not explore a galaxy far, far away in a Star Wars video
Yeah.
game?
Yeah, but see, usually their games suck.
That's
But
true.
Survivor was actually really good.
I love it.
And there was a love story in Survivor.
Yes, there was, and it's the best thing.
Best
Ah.
one that they've
the
given
best Star Wars love story so far.
so far
Yeah.
from Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
One Hondo, baby.
One
Yeah.
Hondo.
I know the small portion that I've seen of it. I was already like, this is way better.
Oh
A
yeah.
way better love story, and it's well deserved, and it's what we were hoping for, and they actually gave it to us.
Yeah.
It's just funny that it was a studio outside of Lucasfilm that
Well,
had
because-
to give it to us.
Because they knew they were like, yeah, I don't know what Disney's doing with Star Wars,
Yeah.
but we're not doing that.
yeah, they're actually smart people working.
Well,
at
because
Respawn.
they made when was Jedi Fallen Order? Was that 2019 or 2020?
I think it was 2018 actually.
2018?
yeah, it was a
Yeah.
while ago now.
Oh, okay.
Factchecker.
Well, we did do a gaming series on that. We only
we
made like
did,
2
Jedi-
episodes.
Yeah. Fallen
How many
Order.
episodes we got of Survivor? One?
None.
I
two.
probably
one.
beat me.
We have
It
one.
was 2019.
2019.
Oh, okay, it was 19.
I actually did beat you.
I knew it.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, because we were doing this show
Mhm.
in 19, Mandalorian, and then I think
This
it
is
was
what
Jedi
we
Fallen
started
Order.
the show in 19.
Yep, and then Fallen Order came out. I don't know if we
were
played
like,
it.
Man, let's play that.
Yeah, I think we played it in like January or something
Yeah.
like that.
And we went on Grandmaster difficulty.
Yeah,
Oh,
we,
that's
And we were
right.
like, this is just not fun.
I got
not
destroyed.
fun.
And then we never went back to it.
we never did.
So people are out there like, man,
No.
I'm still waiting on that
No,
third
we're
part.
gonna do Laser Brain 2024, baby. We're gonna do some Laser Brain.
Dustin,
gaming.
you know how long you've been saying that?
2025, baby.
It's been it's been at least 3 years since.
Well,
you
Nick's
said
got to do
we were
his
gonna go back to
his claymation first.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do it. I did. I actually did a project of like that in college. for
I love
art-
it.
Art
Oh.
class.
You got to show us still.
Nick, yeah, Talon on
Honestly,
Target
I
next
don't
week.
know if I actually
2024.
have. I don't think I actually have it.
Everything on the internet exists somewhere.
Yeah, come on.
Well,
Nick.
I mean, I don't think it's on the internet.
You
It's in
don't.
the archive somewhere.
Then it's not
What
true.
just dropped from the television?
I don't know.
Did
Something
you?
just dropped?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
saw
sounded like
too.
liquid too. That was weird.
It's a live stream.
I don't know what just
on
happened.
like the cup or something.
Yeah. Hopefully it was just a piece of plastic.
Oh, it was a
Oh.
Okay.
sticker.
Oof.
Because it sounded like
It sounded like a bug.
it made a splash, and I was like,
It's a live stream.
"What
folks.
was that?"
Things apparently fall off TVs.
It's like it was a cockroach. La cucaracha.
La cucaracha. It was a
Okay,
sticker
good.
from a
It
cable.
was a sticker from the cable. Also, Factchecker, I think you can close that poll out. I don't think anybody
oh
else is
no!
voting.
Oh, we're leaving
Oh,
it
actually,
open.
that has gone.
Yeah, we're leaving it open until the very
Wow,
end.
apparently the
'cause I
fact
need
checker's in charge.
80%.
I need 80%.
Just like Disney, you can't come up with anything original,
Oh
so
my
you
God.
do remakes.
Whoa!
Wow.
Did you just
Take
Wow.
other people's
Compare the
property?
fact-
I said this
checker.
originally months ago. So
Yeah.
it's still very
You know how
valid.
long Mandalorian season 1 came out?
Yeah.
I probably said it back then too.
Hannah
You
says
guys
we are
said
leaving it
back then,
open.
too.
Yeah, we said
What'd
it
she
back
say?
then.
She said we are leaving it open.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick. And Ellie's gonna stalk Nick until she sees some of his art.
Ooh, yeah,
Nick.
we need.
Why are you why are you stalking me? I could show you some. I think I actually have some on my
Protect.
phone right now.
He's got some on his phone. Wow,
Wow,
there you
Nick.
go.
I took a picture of it a while back and I never
Protect.
did
But-
anything with it. Because you guys had said like, oh, you should put one of your things on Talon on Target. And I was like, okay. And I just never
But you still
sent the
haven't.
picture.
Do you need the email address, Nick?
No.
Hey, you know how long you've been saying that,
we,
Nick?
we have an email address. It was literally earlier this year. I know how long it's been.
2025.
Yeah, 2025, man.
Good
That's
one.
My
There you
years.
go.
Ah, gotcha.
No, yeah, I'll
Not
give
really.
you something.
Ellie Blair says,
I'll send it
"I'm
right
going to
after the
find
show.
you,
So
Nick."
please don't.
You can find him at P.O.
You're
Box.
Stop scaring me.
Stop scaring me.
Just look for Legos. You'll find Nick eventually.
That's right.
Also,
I do look for new sets from time to time.
do you look for collector's editions? Like, have you gone that
You mean
route
like
yet? Like Lego?
Ultimate collector? Oh, you mean like
Like old school one,
retired
or like-
sets?
yeah.
No.
Oh, you haven't
Not
gone that route yet.
That's
I actually did buy one though. That was retired. It was the Sand Speeder.
Oh.
It was just
nice.
like that one, but
Oh.
it's brown. It's like tan.
Tan.
Oh, wow.
And
Cool.
it technically doesn't exist in the Star Wars
Right.
canon.
I was going to say, I
Yeah.
was like, what? That's cool.
Because
though.
like I remember when
That
it
makes it
came
even
out
more
with it,
rare.
and I was like, "That's really cool. I really want that." And
Yeah.
I could never find it. And then they're like, "Oh, it's retired," and I'm like, curses,
Dude, the
shiver me timbers."
The sand troopers are one of the coolest designs
Yeah.
of stormtroopers.
I like
ever.
those.
I'm just saying. You
Yeah.
reminded me of that. Now, we're way off target here.
Are
But,
we though?
no, I mean not really. Legos.
It's what's for dinner.
we haven't talked Star Wars in
But-
a while. And
No.
Legos.
Well,
is
getting
a
back
Star
to the
Wars
main
show.
event.
we got about 3 minutes till we get buffeted.
Buffer. We're gonna hit the
Buffer
buffer zone.
zone.
We gotta come up with that song.
Oh, that's 2024.
To the buffer zone. But
Well, we got about and then we got to get into.
But, like-
let's wrap up Ahsoka in 3
You
minutes.
kind of already
Ahsoka?
did. You kind of already did.
I thought we were talking about Mando.
Well, we wrapped
were.
up Mando.
We wrapped up
Yeah.
Mando.
Oh.
And
And Jedi
Ahsoka.
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor.
Survivor.
We did talk about Ahsoka.
Ahsoka
Honestly,
was kind
if-
of wrapped in. Yeah.
I really wish you would have played the game because we could talk about Survivor a
No,
lot more.
I'm really sorry.
I just don't want to spoil it for you.
2024.
But dude, the villain,
Is good.
he was great.
Great. Okay.
Don't
There's
give it
actually-
away.
You're
Like,
getting me
I'm
more
not
hype.
even.
Why didn't
I'm
you
not
tell me
even
this
gonna.
before?
I'm not even gonna spoil it. But it was like, holy crap! That just happened.
Now you got me way more excited.
Oh, dude,
Maybe
you gotta
if you
play
said
it.
this before,
Nick,
I would've
you gotta
finished
play it.
Nick would come
think I
here
did.
before the streams and he'd be like, "Oh my goodness, Jedi Survivor is my favorite game of all time."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's my favorite
easily
Star
one of
Wars
the
game
top-
ever.
Yeah.
He
It's
said
probably
that.
the
I was
top
like,
Star
wow.
Wars game.
And Hannah said the villain was so amazing.
Oh, I
the
know.
story was
it
brilliant.
was like, dude, why can't Disney Star Wars be like this?
All right, now I'm gonna
Literally, I want
Right,
I
we
like
gotta
if they
schedule
had a
some more Stay on
show.
target.
Yeah,
If they had a show of this game,
it would blow out. The
it
rest
would
of
just
them.
be like,
Yeah.
this is hands down the best stuff you've
Nice.
ever seen.
That's awesome.
It probably made more money than any of the shows.
Yeah,
It,
Oh, yeah.
I'm seriously, it did.
It did.
I'm
sure
sure
it
it did.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a third one.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering the ending correctly. Yeah, I think they could.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, but no,
Don't beat
so-
a dead horse, I guess.
Yeah, nope. So that's Jedi Survivor. It's probably the best. It's the best one of the year. I mean,
Yeah.
really. But all right, let's
Hands
do
down.
Ahsoka real quick. I know we're gonna hit the buffer zone soon, but let's touch upon Ahsoka.
Just
30
hit it during the
seconds.
buffer zone.
Yeah, because that's about as good as it was.
You have 30 seconds.
So Ahsoka was our last hope. It felt like in a lot of ways for Star Wars because it felt like what we were all calling. They kept
Faith in
promising,
Filoni.
and they kept saying faith in Filoni, all these things. And we'll start with the pros. Pros for Ahsoka was Anakin. I'd say that was the best part. Anakin and the Clone Wars live action sequence
Yeah.
was the peak of Ahsoka.
I was like, that's the show we need right
the
there.
pinnacle.
Yeah,
Literally, just there's so many places they could have gone during the Clone Wars.
yep.
Just make a live action show. And make it about the clones too. Band of Brothers, baby.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
Oh,
That sequence,
Oh,
that
dude, so
sequence with Anakin, obviously that was episode 4.
right.
I remember, and
Also, he did look better in that one.
he looked good. The CG was good, like emotions from Ahsoka for once, and
Well, yeah, because it was a different actor.
the dark, the saber, that one shot that we used in the Rule of Two trailer
Yeah.
or music video with him flashing as Vader.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yes.
That's
was
that's some
epic.
artistic creativity that I guess Filoni did that, and it's perfect because it harkens back to Clone Wars. You're bringing back all of the feels from the prequels, so it was great, really good. Are we
Yeah.
buffering yet?
No, I don't think so.
No,
but
we haven't
No.
hit 10 o'clock yet.
yeah.
Remember, we started on time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, so the only thing I'd say, well, no, I should. We'll continue with the pros. All right. I'd say another pro for Ahsoka was Imad Esfandi. I think he was probably one of the best parts. I'm saying him doing a great job acting as Ezra. They just did a crap job with Ezra,
Yeah.
but he was still a standout to me.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. And then let's get to one of the biggest pros
I
was
mean, him just standing there was
Whoa.
amazing.
Oh, boy. Here we
Whoa,
go.
Here we go. Fact checker.
No, just throwing that in there.
Of
You can move
course.
on.
She's got to throw in her 2 cents.
Oh, my
Whenever there's a striking man involved.
A handsome
Why
man
not?
involved. He was pretty handsome.
You know
He
what
had a
made
good
me
beard.
mad
He's-
the most?
Exactly.
What?
He didn't ask Sabine any questions.
It's
Like how
complicated.
they- yeah,
he did
it's complicated.
Again,
It's like,
it's
dude,
like-
really?
Yeah.
If
I
we-
would be like, seriously, how did you get here? Because it doesn't make any sense.
I mean,
It felt
there
like
would have been so
yeah.
many questions for 10 years.
they're
Years.
like, we don't have room in the
He grew
script.
up. Not about it.
No, seriously, like the script is like, we don't have room in this to answer these questions.
Yeah,
Because
well,
they can't.
a good question for another time.
Because they can't do serious
What?
things. They don't know how to answer any
couldn't.
questions.
I mean, but this is the problem when you build that that huge of a new galaxy.
Oh,
It's still the positive.
yeah,
I'm
let's-
kidding.
yeah.
But when you build that hype for 6 episodes, and then you're like, how are they going to resolve this in 2 episodes? Oh wait, they're not.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
wait,
wait,
they're
not.
We're just gonna
We're just gonna
leave it
poop
on a
it out.
cliffhanger.
Like, good job, because you could tell like they were working really hard for like years on the first 6 episodes,
Yeah.
and then they're like, you ran out of time. You got to deliver the show in 2 months, Dave, or whoever.
Right.
That's what it feels like. Or maybe because the pandemic happened and it shut down their timetable. Something, because you can tell, like when I edit a video and it's going very, very well, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, I've got to release this thing in an hour. But I still have like a quarter of it left to do. Guess what? It's not going to deliver. Like the first 3/4 is amazing, but the last quarter is going to be garbage.
Yeah.
Because you got to rush it. And that's what it feels like. It feels like they rushed all the dialogue. They rushed wrapping it up. They didn't know where they were going. And it just is unfortunate because for me, it still could have been saved or at least salvaged And then, of course, there's a complication with Balin.
So, but then another huge pro, I'd say, is Balin.
Buffer zone?
It hasn't
Are we
said
hitting-
it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Well, maybe we won't have the buffer zone tonight. That would be awesome.
Buffer zone.
But
Balin.
Balin, Skull, and Shin Hati, I think, were definitely the most
yeah.
interesting.
For sure.
Other than, I'd say,
Anakin.
maybe, well,
But for
Okay,
new,
Aries.
we're starting. We're restarting, and we should be back right about now. Okay.
They spoke too soon.
well, yeah, we spoke too soon. All right, buffer zone.
Buffer Zone's messing with us today.
It's
He's like,
definitely messing with
I
us.
thought it was coming to 2
He's
hours.
messing with us
Coming to
today.
204 today.
201.
201.
601.
601.
If you know that reference, you get a Wicked Cookie. Amazing movie.
Megamind.
Oh my.
Leia Poppins.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. No, but Balin and
Was it
Shin
really?
Hati were.
Oh.
No,
sorry.
what?
Okay.
Balin, Skull, and Shin Hati were the best part of Ahsoka.
Yes.
Let's be real. They were the
Yes.
most interesting characters. There was
So good.
air of mystery behind them. How did they survive? There were so many things that we wanted to know about them and what was calling to him. What was their purpose? There's so much intrigue going on with them, and we just, it just was absolutely amazing. And
Mordor was calling.
Mordor, yeah, seriously, Frodo. There were so many Lord of the Rings references.
Oh,
in
wow,
Ahsoka. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But he was imposing. Every time he showed up, you were like, dude, this dude means
Oh,
business.
nice.
And he just brought weight and gravitas to Star Wars again, which was amazing. What are you laughing about?
A comment in the chat, but
Okay.
but
What's the
Tamerkin said at 6:01, I walked through my door.
Ah, Tamerkin's got it.
That's right.
Well, you
Still
didn't
don't
kind of
get
say
it.
it, but
So
it's Mary Poppins.
Oh,
I'm Mary
no,
Poppins,
okay.
y'all.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Name
which
that
is-
reference.
That is next to that is a perfect movie.
it's got 100% Rotten
one.
Tomatoes, by
That's
the
a
way.
perfect
Mary
movie.
Poppins?
The original Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
It's a
Patricia
perfect movie.
Shane, do you like Mary Poppins?
That was a good question.
Let us know.
Let us know.
I said the exact same time.
Let us know.
Let us
no,
know.
no, don't go there.
That was the last love story in a movie by Disney, by the way. Sorry. Go ahead.
What was?
What was?
Mary Poppins?
And Frozen?
Oh,
Oh,
Frozen.
Frozen.
That was the last love story in a
Does it
Disney
count?
movie.
Oh,
Not really.
wow.
Anna
Are you serious?
and the other guy.
Hans.
Are you sure?
And they made fun of it the whole time
Yeah,
because they
but they
fell in
didn't-
love in like a day.
Yeah, well, they
Aw.
didn't
You
even.
can't marry somebody you just met.
No,
Yep.
they actually ended up
The
being
most rational
Anna
thinking
and,
Disney character
not-
ever.
It wasn't Anna Hans. It ended up being
Anna
Anna
and
the
other
Oh,
guy.
It's not
yeah.
Sven.
Sven, right?
Reindeer
Yeah,
are
it's
better
fine.
than
No,
people.
no, Sven
Yes.
is the reindeer.
Oh,
Sven,
dang
don't
it.
you think I'm
Christoph.
right?
Oh,
Christoph,
there you
yeah.
go. Okay.
Can't
we got
believe we're
there.
going into this.
Anyway, no, I'm just saying. You said it, and I was like, realized I was watching a video, and they're like, the last love story that Disney
That's
actually put into a
crazy.
Is
thing.
it though?
And they kind of made fun
It's a
of it.
10
yeah,
year.
like
It's
you
been
said.
10 years.
I feel
Are
like
you
there was.
serious?
I feel like there was another one.
Well, if you find it, let me know.
At least in the Disney animation.
Disney,
Yeah.
mostly Disney animation. But what other Disney live action are you talking about? You're talking about maybe Beauty and the Beast, but that's not new.
Yeah, wow.
It's all redone,
That's a great
rehashed.
You're saying an original. idea.
Original love
Oh, yeah.
story.
They haven't had one of those in 10 years.
They're not allowed to. The women are not
No,
allowed to fall in love with a guy or whatever. So, I don't know.
Well,
So
now
anyway,
they're all just strong, independent women that
That's
don't
right.
need no man.
that's right.
I know, yeah.
Speaking of strong, independent women that don't need no man, Sabine.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Sabine.
She's
Let's finish the
Also,
pros.
Dan, why are you
Okay.
so blurry, man?
He does
Yeah.
keep blurring
you can't
out.
see this.
you can't see. Oh no! Cover it up.
No,
I'm just confusing
profane.
I'm confusing the blur
Camera.
background.
the thing. Okay. But let's finish some of the pros and we'll do the pro. All right.
Come on.
All right, so
want that on a
Balin
t-shirt.
and Shin were amazing. All right, we
Yeah.
got that.
Yeah.
Interesting concepts, wasted opportunities though. And then the wolf pig, the turtle hobbits were fun. Jason Sindulo I thought was interesting, and one of the biggest pros of all of it was Santeva.
Santeva.
I'd say that was probably the best thing that came out of
Santeva.
that entire show for us, because Dan saw that and made that a thing, and it was amazing. So now let's jump into those cons. Dan, you rip it out.
Well,
Rip
I
its
actually
soul
like
out.
I actually like the show, but
What?
what are we talking about?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka
You liked Ahsoka?
until
Yeah.
episode 7 and 8.
Until episode 7. Yeah, okay, I was
7 and 8 was
But
like.
I didn't like episode 1, and I didn't care much for episode 2. But I did
Yeah.
like 4, 5, and 6, and I liked that 3 where they were flying around, and we got to see Marok. say "As you
Yeah.
wish,"
As you wish. I did
and,
like that.
and then
But
episode
what a
4, 5, and
waste.
6 happened, and we're like, all right, now we're talking. And Balin was able to be a boss, and the battle between Shin and Sabine, and then Ahsoka falls off a cliff, and you're nervous, and
I wasn't nervous.
Yeah. Okay.
and then
I was like, good riddance to
and then I like Jason hearing the lightsaber battle.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Ahsoka realizing that, whatever she was doing. I like the smile that she gave us in 5. 5?
6.
Yes, 6. And then 6. And I like the space whale jump in 6. And then after that,
Yeah.
it just got really ugly.
It got really bad.
And we're on the
It was
new
rushed.
world where we finally arrive. And okay, it's
In a
very
brand new galaxy.
yeah, it's intense because we're meeting,
Yeah, what was the language they spoke? Noti? Nati?
Yeah, the
Noti, yeah. But you see all the witches and all that jazz. Like, I'm not a big witch
That was
fan,
dark, dude.
but
I
the
was like,
darkness of that was a little overdone, in
Like,
my opinion.
That's
I mean, I
Favreau-
get that the
that's
Night
Favreau's
Sisters,
wife, dude.
right?
Yeah.
I know.
No, not Favreau.
Oh no,
Filoni.
sorry,
Filoni.
But
Thank you.
I
I'm sorry.
get that
Filoni, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
those people, the Night Sisters, are
Yeah.
an integral role in Clone Wars and
Yeah,
Rebels,
I was going to
so
say
to
they
speak,
showed it in Clone Wars.
because they are part of the Star Wars universe and they're evil and
KG.
She
noties.
said noties in a half shell. Yes.
So you lost me there, and then you really lost me when I think Dustin, you should rant when Thrawn didn't really
goodness.
own up to his amazingness. He had a great entrance.
Yeah,
with,
your-
with the
your
squeaky shoes.
your edited entrance
Thrawn.
was better than what his entrance was in the actual show. I'm just
Probably.
gonna say.
I
just
do
love
like that
The
line that he
squeaky
said.
yeah, the coughing.
Yeah, the Talzin
boots.
blade was interesting. It was a good callback,
Yeah, it was-
but they
yeah.
wasted it. And
Yeah,
I
it's like,
didn't.
Why do it now if you're just gonna end it?
You
know?
people didn't Factchecker, and a lot of people didn't
Whoa.
like
you people.
you
What
and
did
your
I do
people
now?
Factchecker didn't
You
like
people.
who's the girl that was
Oh,
Thrawn's
yeah.
Oh,
mom?
yeah. What's her
Morgan
name?
Morgan Elsbeth.
Yeah, I already
like,
forgot
she
her
didn't-
name.
She was
She
kind
didn't-
of a throwaway.
She didn't
character.
bother me until 7 and 8. I'm like, okay, now we're going into her story.
Some people just have good instincts when it comes to bad characters.
Some people
Right.
have good instincts about bad shows.
Just like it's just again,
It wasn't
the
bad.
writing.
It was a bad show.
The writing just kind of fell apart. Now
Yeah.
take the acting as face value, and Amanis Fondi was great. I even thought the guy that played Thrawn, of course, he's the voice. He did an amazing job.
Yeah.
And just go on and on from there. You got, good stuff happening. I like Gold Dust Boy or whatever his name was.
Captain Enoch.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, but
Gold Dust Boy.
he looks cool.
Wasn't
Oh,
Dustin.
look at my
looks-
gold dust.
he was like a Mando or Boba Fett kind of though. He really had nothing to do. Like Boba Fett in the original trilogy.
Well, he did some cool stuff. They
Yeah.
just didn't have enough time with him yet.
Yeah. Did he even
I
fight?
feel like I've said this a few
You've
times.
said this a
He
lot.
didn't do anything.
He didn't fight. He never fought
Well,
once.
he didn't have to because Thrawn didn't need to.
Well, Thrawn needed to do a lot more than what he did. I'm
Well,
just saying.
Honestly, I
Watch.
want to see Thrawn fight.
Next season.
I think it
Yeah.
was Grand Admiral Yawn is what I've been hearing. Grand Admiral.
Thronald
Yeah, it's just-
McDonald's.
It's again,
Yeah.
everything was like
That was
muted,
hilarious.
but based on what we had seen in Rebels, everybody was like a step down
Yeah.
from that. And I don't want to see step down version in live action. I want to see the step up version.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
ultimately what it came down to for me. I'm like, oh, here comes Ezra. He's going to do something cool. Whoa, he's not doing anything
Force
cool.
push.
Yeah.
He went back in time, and then I'm like, Sabine's force pushing? Like, why did you have to lean into that?
It was
I don't
like
even care that she can use the force anymore, but why did she have to do the force push?
Yeah, and it was just sudden.
And, like,
girls are always better than boys
It just-
in Disney
yes,
Star Wars.
exactly. And there's
Girl
no lo-
bosses
What can we
everywhere.
say?
and Ezra and Sabine, like
I'm just kidding.
they could have played Ezra and Sabine's reunion a lot heavier than they did. Like there could have been
Yeah.
tears, like
was
running
garbage.
embrace. Like that should have been a full-on embrace. Maybe a kiss, maybe not. But like
a peck. A
I'm just
smooch.
thinking like the best. You got the best, one of the best scoring people around. The guy Kevin Kiner can write unbelievable music, and this is again another reason I love this show. Up to episode 7 is the score, the music that
The
he did
score
was
was
unbelievable.
decent. Yeah,
and
the
the
score
in the
was good.
CG. But
okay. So
Okay.
you really think about it. You know how they were like playing it off like, oh, they're just good friends. You don't side with the bad guys to make it to a new galaxy just for a
yeah,
friend.
Yeah,
exactly.
seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
That's
just thought about
so
it. I'm like,
true.
like if they were just friends, she would have been like, heck no, you're not getting this thing. Blam blam.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
that's why I think
exactly.
you got to give him more time.
Yeah,
because
but
she betrayed
she's in a
Ahsoka, so
different
she
galaxy.
had to stay with Ahsoka to make up
she didn't, though.
that. And,
Yeah.
and
Ahsoka
so
can
then
handle
the next season,
herself. She's a big
gonna-
girl.
Yeah.
Big chungus.
Big
Yeah.
chunky.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just saying, and KG says there could have been a smooch
Yeah.
when they just showed their feet.
peg, a smooch,
Somebody,
right?
I think,
Kissing your sister.
I think Patricia said, okay, that's G-rated, but there's a whole it's the next day, even. You know what I mean? And this,
Here we go.
I'm just saying, and they could have kissed. They could have
the
happened.
next day.
But
Where are you going with this?
I'm just saying, and nobody knows, right? But
Yeah.
again, Disney, are you gonna show it? We're not gonna infer all this stuff. Same with Dinbo, it's the same kind of thing. There's just no actual hugging,
Daddy.
kissing, true love
Daddy.
story.
Whoa.
They're still not allowed to commit to a love story. I'm still getting blurry. They must.
Yeah.
I think
They're
Disney's
trying to blur you out.
They're like, I don't
They're like,
listen
we're
to
not
this
sure
guy.
where he's going with this.
This guy is getting dangerous. So I'm
Dangerous
just.
Dan.
I didn't say that. Somebody said that
almost
in the
went PG.
comments. But the fact is,
Yeah.
Ezra Bean is something that everybody wanted to see, and we did make a music video about it, and
Right.
it could happen if it's edited, but they didn't do it that way.
Yeah,
it was very difficult to put that video together.
Yeah,
and
I was
make
just
it
gonna
appear.
say. I was like, the fans are making it a thing, and Disney is doing everything they can to not
listen.
make it a thing.
They're like, it doesn't have to be romantic all the time.
All I'm saying is, if you watch Rebels
Right.
Yes.
and you're like the
Right.
angst between those
Exactly.
two characters and the affection that they have, even at the very end of the season.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if I was Ezra in that situation and I saw Sabine after 10 years of only seeing little noddy guys,
little turtle hobbits.
I'm telling you what, I'm risking the kiss.
Yeah.
I'm risking
Risk
the
it
kiss
for the
right
biscuit.
now because I would have gone full hug, straight smooch. I would have been like, boom,
I'd have been like, took you long enough.
Yeah, seriously. There would have been
Get me
sparks-
off this
There would have
planet.
been sparks flying.
Hashtag risk the kiss.
Risk the kiss.
Well, I mean, seriously, what do you have to lose at that point? You never thought
Exactly.
you'd see her again.
What's she gonna do? Slap you and walk away and leave you there?
Yeah, exactly. She literally betrayed
No,
the
seriously,
galaxy.
she gonna slap him, walk away, and leave him there?
Probably
She
Disney
could have.
Star Wars, they would.
Be like, I don't need you no more.
Oh,
Action
man.
princess, leave me alone.
Oh, yeah. I was just like, holy cow. It was
Yeah.
the worst. The worst.
It was just like cool. They hugged. And then he's like, "Yeah, how'd you get here?" Well, it's complicated. Okay.
Just they're,
Okay,
they're
much
just,
to see. Moving on at a
just that
snail's
they're-
pace.
oh my goodness.
In
Literally
literal
a turtle
snails.
space.
Turtle pace.
Turtle snail pace.
No, it's just that they're so close that they didn't need to talk. They just knew.
You're really trying.
I did-
I admire your.
I don't know. I know.
No, we can
I'm
infer
reaching.
that because we know what actually happened in Rebels.
Exactly.
But we also
Yeah.
know that he wouldn't be like, Force is my ally.
A little fool.
Get out of here, bro.
You keep
Pick
that.
up your dang
Little fool
lightsaber
is
and
my
shut
ally.
up. Go fight
And then he's like, and the dude's like,
Don't let he grabs the blaster.
and then you
starts
grab the
shooting
blaster. It's like-
everybody.
Yeah.
it's like, what do you?
Like Hunter
I thought the
said.
Force was your ally.
No,
Yeah.
it's not Ezra. And then Hunter says, not my Ezra. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what he
not
would
my
have done.
Ezra.
He
Definitely.
would have force pushed the guy to the next
Okay.
galaxy.
My Ezra.
Oh, whoa. Factchecker.
Hey,
would
keep
risk
it
the kiss.
PG over there.
I am. You guys were the one talking about action.
Just complicated.
Bismo
It's just,
and KG had to call you guys
you know,
out.
and then it just
Sorry.
felt like a little cheese ball finale, like the weight wasn't there. And then Thrawn's like, "Well, throw some more stuff at him," and they're
Yep.
like, "Reanimate."
Yeah, we're not going to throw away our resources. And then he proceeds to throw away his resources. He's like,
And he's like, "Good mother, I need you to reanimate the people." And they're
I need
like,
your
"But then they
dark
died
magic one
again
more.
or something."
yeah.
Okay, so we can sum up, in my opinion,
Yeah.
for Ahsoka. You got
Boys.
original trilogy Thrawn, which is way up here, absolutely amazing. And then you got Rebels
Post-original
Thrawn,
trilogy
decent. Oh yeah, sorry. Anyway, but
Get it right.
well, yeah, but technically he's the sequel to the original trilogy.
but
so, in the
movie
timeline.
wise, he's
Yeah, well-
post.
Well, okay, whatever.
He's directly post.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, but Thrawn
Yes.
in the books, he's amazing. In the Rebels show, he's decent. He's not the best. He's not as good as he
This
is.
is
in
just
the,
rock bottom.
and then in this, he is Grand Admiral Yawn, and they do not do him justice.
Grand Admiral Prawn because he's on the bottom of the ocean. Wait,
Dad
dude.
bod Thrawn.
Do shrimp go to the bottom of the ocean?
No.
yes.
Bismo
think
even
so.
talked to him.
Yes.
Because they throw
Bismo-
nets down there.
Bismo talked
To
to
catch
the
him.
guy himself,
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So, but-
and he said he didn't even,
yeah,
Well,
I
yeah.
think he admitted he's like, this is not quite
he was being political about it.
what I would have done.
And he did say hold out hope.
uh-huh.
So
Who's hope?
I will hold on to a tiny bit. But
I don't know this word.
yeah, exactly.
Hope
But
is.
basically, no, again, just to sum it up, Ahsoka is a worse version of Rebels in every form. Because Rebels, if you watch Rebels and then you go straight from Rebels to this, you're like, I love all of these characters from Rebels. And then you go and you watch Ahsoka, you're like, I don't like any of these characters anymore. Like,
Yeah.
they're way worse versions of what we got in Rebels. That's the problem, dude.
Also,
And then
why-
fans were confused, like, well, should I have watched Rebels to watch? It's like, no,
Yeah.
no, this is for
You
the
didn't
people
really
that didn't
have
watch
to.
Rebels.
That's what they were saying, but then they referenced everything from Rebels.
Poorly marketed
But-
once again. You're
but
like,
also they they did a lot of exposition in the episodes talking about stuff, and it's like, yeah, we already know that. Like, where are you going with this?
Yeah. And I like what
Where are you
Kirsten Allen said. To sum up, Ahsoka in one word, complicated.
Complicated.
Yes,
It's
There you go.
complicated.
That is
just
very
it
It was.
further
It
took the
was.
fandom that kind of got a little bit divided during
And then it
Mando.
shoved a wedge in between.
It just kept going. We're like, oh, this is going to bring us together. We all love Filoni.
Yeah,
Right.
Faith
And then
and
it was
Filoni.
just like-
That's what we started.
Two galaxies. Now the Star Wars fans are in two different galaxies.
and we can understand the language of the other galaxy
And
Yeah.
I am
almost immediately.
yes.
exactly.
Oh my goodness.
And they
Even though
breathe
we've
air.
only been here for 10 seconds.
All right,
Please give me
Time
some-
is relative.
Yes. Give me
It's just
something.
all coming to my brain at once. I've learned everything. The whole history of this universe.
Bismo, I am sorry. I do not mean to break your heart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sharing my feelings and thoughts.
Wait,
And
what'd
if
he
you-
say?
He
If
said
you
thin
love
to shed a tear.
more power to you, and you like the
He
aspects.
doesn't
of
even
it.
like Andor. Does he have room to talk?
Oh.
Whoa!
No, but
whoa,
Bismo-
oh my goodness!
He said it. I agree. If Ahsoka didn't end as poor as it did, there would be not as much discussion on it being bad. Like if episode 4 and quality was 7 and 8, there would be more overall positive outlook. Exactly.
Right, and
You-
if you go back and watch our streams, that's what I was waiting for the entire time. I was like, I didn't like pretty much anything other than I liked Marok because it was an interesting new character. I like
I know,
Bailey.
but as soon as they
And then
dusted
killed
him,
him.
as soon as Dustin got dusted,
As soon as I got dusted,
his
I was
passion for Ahsoka
dusted.
was
it went because it was so lame. He could have been so cool.
He has an action figure, for goodness sake.
Why did they do that?
And he's a nobody. He's just poof.
what?
he's gone.
Why?
Isn't
I
that
don't
the
know.
ship that you built? Actually, now that I think about it, on
What?
the live stream, isn't that the one that you built?
Yeah, with
Was it Marok?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, we
That
have
was
that in
with,
the other room.
No, Marok was in it though. Was
No.
one of the
I
action
have that one.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in
but
one
you
of the
didn't build
It's
that
at
one.
my house.
That's right.
I thought one of the ones you had him at. No. He was on the Ahsoka ones. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm very salty about the
Being
dusting
dusted.
Bismo, and that they did not make that character. It was missed opportunities. Ahsoka for me, it's complicated, but it's also
It's complicated, missed opportunities.
big swing and a miss. Just there was so much missed opportunities for me. They could have expanded an entirely new galaxy in a way that would have blown our minds, and we could have got so excited. And they could have made thousands or tons of movies in this
Thousands?
new galaxy.
Thousands of movies.
Maybe thousands of movies in the new
Thousands.
galaxy. And it could have been epic. You know, you could have started something totally fresh, something totally new, which is what I thought they were doing. Disney Star Wars needed that. And that would have been a perfect way to get away from what hole they dug themselves into. And instead, they're like, nah, we're not. We're just gonna brush over this new galaxy and go
Yep.
right back to the crap that we've been doing. And
Just show people Ahsoka. They'll be fine, even though she's,
not very interesting.
She's very wooden.
Oh
Shows
my goodness.
zero to little emotion.
Whew.
And the best episodes we're gonna get are reminiscent of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that was the best.
And then we're just gonna skip over everything else.
And hot take: the younger Ahsoka was a better Ahsoka than
They
the Ahsoka.
still-
in
See
the
that?
entire
I
series.
struggle with that too. Yeah.
The first
was
one,
way better.
The first iteration, good. Second one, they should have made her older.
They did.
Should
They
have been
They should have.
Ashley Eckstein.
One Hondo.
Very missed
Oh, yeah.
opportunity.
Very missed opportunity
Yeah.
there. And they didn't actually have Tamora Morrison there for Rex. They
No.
had Rex in it.
Yeah.
He
for a
voiced
split
it.
second.
He just
voiced it.
yeah.
It would have been better if he took
Right.
out his helmet. And he was
Coolest 1
there. Another
milli's
missed
ever made.
opportunity. Yeah.
Coolest millies ever made. Just saying like one line.
Yeah, so that's the problem I have. I'm just like, it could have been amazing if they would have taken their time and done it right and really gone into detail like I think George Lucas would have done. He would have given us so
Well,
much.
yeah.
Like, can you imagine if George Lucas would have made Ahsoka?
because
The
it's
series?
his universe.
I know, but
He
he
would
would
have
have
been like, guys, this is just it's gonna be great.
But he would have created that other universe. That's why Dave Filoni to me.
It would have been a
fell-
lot. I think it would have been a
Well,
lot different.
This is the thing. I think because Dave Filoni loves Ahsoka so much.
he loves everything he's created.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm
doesn't?
saying.
In the Star Wars universe.
Right.
No, but
here's the problem.
gotta- yeah,
and
I'm not-
Rebels,
I'm not
Rebels, and all that. And this is his baby. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, this is what he has
Literally,
on
he's
his
raising
resume.
it from a baby.
Yes.
But he did his
Yeah.
own. He did his own stuff dirty. He didn't even do
No,
a good
but
job
what I'm
with his own
saying,
stuff.
what I'm saying is, you know how when something you care about so much, you have to like you spend so
let it
much
go?
time on the thing. Like he probably could spend 30 years writing this show to make it actually perfect. But then Disney's like, you got 6 months, Dave. Go do it. He's like,
that's
what?
stupid.
How am I going to, you know what I'm saying?
I
And so
think he
that's what it
should've-
feels like. He just couldn't, he kept having
Yeah.
all these ideas.
I
I was like,
was-
well, I got to weave in the Night Sisters. He's like, shoot, well, I got to bring Anakin back because that's Ahsoka's arc. You know, so he brought in huge things. He brought in a new galaxy. He brought in Balin and Shin. Like, you don't just do that stuff willy nilly.
But,
I mean,
like,
he does,
wouldn't-
but he just wasn't able to land the plane because he ran out of time. That's what I'm saying.
Wouldn't you
That's a good
think,
point. That's
though,
a really good point.
Because he just
Af-
loves it so much.
after Rebels ended, he would have just continued writing the story?
Well, I had heard that
He had time.
Well, I had actually heard that, and that he had storyboarded the whole thing. So
Yeah.
maybe everything that I just said
But-
is a lie.
Is it actually that bad? Like his
Yeah.
storyboards, you're like, oh man, this is just gonna
I don't think
knock
so.
people's socks off. And then people watched it.
I
and
think
they're
it
like,
came down to script. I
happened?
mean, script timing, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many things. It's hard to say, but I think, the great thing is I think that's why they really need to get back to movies because I think a movie,
Movies.
Yeah.
this show would have been way better as a movie because it would have cut out all the fluff, and you would have been forced to make it more epic and a 3-arc structure.
Right. You wouldn't take the time to develop Sabine being force sensitive. Like, fine. Like, do that if you want on the
Well,
side, but
You could, but
In
it
the
would
movie?
but it would be a lot more succinct, and it would
I don't
actually
know,
have a
maybe.
It would
place
make
in
sense.
the movie, and it would
Right.
make sense.
yeah, I guess.
The dialogue, I think, would be better. The ending would have had to have been more epic because if it's a movie
Yeah.
not leading to something else, that it has to be a self-contained movie that has to be good on its own merits
Yeah.
and not keep dangling the carrot in front of us. Which I think that's probably the most annoying thing for me with a lot of
Look
Star
at
Wars.
dangling the carrot.
dangling the Luke.
He's
Um,
orange.
He is orange and it is carrot left.
He's a carrot.
Yeah.
How many more chances are we going to give Star Wars? And I mean,
Oh, dude,
we're gonna
after
keep giving them chances, but I mean, it was just like they keep promising us. Oh, but wait, no, it's gonna be great. Don't you worry. We're gonna deliver one of these years. You just gotta
one of
wait.
these years,
You just
one
gotta
of
wait,
these decades,
and-
maybe.
and we might get there.
Exactly.
I got a reference for you.
Yeah, hit
They've
me.
delivered it already
Ooh.
in season 2.
It's not delivery.
The
it's
season
DiGiorno.
finale of Mando
Yeah, that
delivered Star Wars
It did.
Favreau.
for us,
Favreau.
right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
it did
It's-
it though.
it doesn't
But
matter
I'm just
who.
saying,
Isn't that the one with Luke?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
except for Nick's look, the look of.
Nick, just look at your Legos for a minute while Dan finishes.
All right,
his
Dustin,
rant.
you like Smarter Every Day, right?
Yeah, I do actually really
Okay,
like Smart.
so they're going back to the moon. NASA is
they actually are.
going back to the moon.
Dude,
If
we
it's a
weren't
real-
there to begin.
They're
I
going to
don't
do
know
some
if we ever
stuff.
went there in the
They're
first place.
Right. Okay, they're going to do some stuff. But what he said in the video I watched is
Say
that
it.
they had the
Say it.
formula to get to the moon and do it proper and safe and all these things.
Show me
They
the formula.
threw that out the window and they started writing their own ideas on how to go to the moon, like with today's knowledge.
Okay.
So they took a formula that worked, pretty much didn't look at it and just went on with their own thing.
Yeah.
And it was a bad plan, as he was kind of laid out, right? And it's way too
Are we
complicated.
buffering? Okay, just me. Sorry.
yeah.
No, we're not buffering.
It's way too complicated going to the moon again. They did it in the 70s or 60s with like half the technology. And
Right.
here we are, Star Wars.
It's like a
The
floppy disk of
formula for
technology.
successful Star Wars was written in the 70s by George Lucas. It was brought back in The Mandalorian season 1 and 2, I think, to a degree. And having Luke do something epic, you gotta. This involves using the original trilogy characters and respecting them. And here we are. They're trying to rewrite everything in season 3 and in Ahsoka and try and create something. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is they have the formula and they keep ignoring it. They keep ignoring it.
The formula.
Or whoever it is, it's Kathleen Kennedy, and they keep telling, you got to, because everything right now, you got to focus on this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Even though the formula that we need to do to be successful to keep the fans happy and
What's the let's just name off what we think is a formula here.
Well, there's the trifecta, right?
Right. You got to have a love story. That's one of the best parts.
Does
You
the
have
first
to
one have a
have-
love story?
You have to have a lesson. There is a love intrigue, I guess, in the first one, which between Leia and Han and Luke, kinda.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess in the first one it wasn't a full love story, but at least it was there.
It was establishing the
It
universe.
was establishing, yeah. And there was like, it still works. And then, so love story, but I'd also say maybe a lesson, like lessons to be learned, like, because even in the original, you learn, like, Luke learns a lot. He's a flawed character in the beginning and then grows to become something more and learn and listen. There's friendship, obviously, in it a lot, but there's also just it's just a bigger, like, becoming more than yourself and not just focusing on yourself, but learning and becoming more in Star Wars is a huge part of anything to do with Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always hope. That's another thing in Star Wars, hope. What other things?
Well,
What other
your
things? I
love
think-
story. You need some comedy, some humor.
Yeah, definitely some levity.
A 7 foot tall,
woven in, and then
fully hairy dude.
You
Yes.
got
I think-
aliens.
I think if there's like a
Aliens.
diagram, like in the middle is hope, right? That's
Right.
what Star Wars is built on. So at the end of however dark it is, there's always hope. Okay. And then you've got a love story over here. You've got gritty action over here.
Yep.
Gritty action, not clean and polished like the sequels. Gritty, like more like Andor, more like Rogue One, more like the sequels. Or,
Right.
I'm sorry, the originals, and maybe the prequels to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got some comedic relief to tie it all together. But if you
Yep.
take away one,
Well,
take away the love story,
I see here too, even in the chat, they got some great points. Coming of age is a
Yeah.
great one.
coming of
Yep.
age.
Yep.
And then family is another
Family.
huge part.
Yep.
I agree. So that's also huge in Star Wars. And I just feel like they're missing a lot of the marks when it comes to, well, and Star Wars has a mystical side, but like it has magic to it. It has like a sense of awe and wonder
Yeah.
mixed with like bigger than life spectacle
Yeah.
and like awesome action, but it's also very creative and it makes you think, but in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
and it gets you excited about, and it takes you to a galaxy far, far away. It doesn't put you in our world. It takes you out of our world and goes to this awesome land of make believe and fun where we can all imagine that we're something better than we are in this world.
Yep.
That's part of what makes Star Wars so great. And whenever they tie into this world with so many things that Disney's been doing, it takes you out of Star Wars and brings us into
And you're like,
your
oh,
world.
right, reality.
Yeah. and that's, yeah.
It's like, I don't want reality.
Kirsten Ellis says revenge and redemption. Great point. Yeah.
Also, Ellie said mercy and grace.
Yeah. Mercy and grace. Definitely.
Practical
Those go hand in
effects.
hand.
That's
That's-
what I'll say.
Ooh, nice.
Practically. Yes. That is a great one.
They will, any day of the week, they'll outdo computer animated.
Definitely.
Or whatever it is. 3 animation.
Yeah, I like the fact that they did do that on Mando season 1 and season
Yeah.
2. They actually
That's why it looks
used
so good.
practical effects for a lot of it, as much as they could anyway.
Dude, you start doing CGI everything, and it just like, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know that's not real. You can tell it's not real.
right.
And I mean, even practical effects you can tell isn't real.
Right.
But I feel like they hold up better.
They do. Practical effects just over
'Cause,
time
yeah.
stand up so much better
CGI
than
over
CGI.
time, you're like, oh man, I used to think this was awesome.
Depending on the CGI though, because I mean, if you go back and watch some Lord of the Rings, that's not bad.
There
For the
are
ti-
parts.
There are parts.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I agree. There are definitely parts.
But yeah,
they
it's not
But
bad.
they even did the whole 3D model
Yeah.
of like Helm's Deep
was practical.
and Minas Tirith.
Yeah,
That's practical.
Yeah.
And that looks absolutely amazing.
it's great. I love it.
And that's some of the best parts. Agreed. So
Yeah.
Heartbreak, Ellie says, yeah.
Heartbreak.
Yeah. Hopeless Romantic says Candlelight.
Hopelessness.
Hopeless Romantic on target, definitely. Sadness and joy, yeah, as a range of emotions.
Inside out.
And character arc
Anger.
and character growth. There has to be
Fear.
character growth. There has to be a training montage, I feel like.
Right.
There has to be, there's a lot. And I just feel like they're missing so much of it in Star Wars. I don't feel like it's as complicated as they're
Well, it's
making
all
it.
yeah, like we've been saying, it's all fluff.
Yeah,
It's all
mostly
feel
fluff.
good stuff.
One Hondo.
And it's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but get to real hard hitting stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
We want the deliver.
Yeah.
We want the delivery.
We don't want the
delivery.
DiGiorno. We want the delivery.
Yeah, Exactly. One Hondo, baby. So I think we're about wrapping it up when it comes to year of 2023 for Star Wars. And Dan, you got
I got something,
a Venn
yeah.
diagram.
What do you got, Dan?
Let's see if it works.
Doing
All
something
right,
fancy.
so this is
Gritty
what I
action.
drew up here.
Family?
Is this?
He hand drew this.
I hand drew it.
Hand drew it with the mouse.
What else is there? What else is
All
there?
right, so you got hope,
In the middle.
comedy tasteful, so levity, gritty action, and a lived-in world. I think is another good. Like it's
So
got to
that would-
feel like it's lived in. It's got to feel like people actually live
Yeah,
there
so
and have
lived-
daily lives. But then family, love story. We got
All right, the sequels did not feel lived in.
no, they
No.
did not. No, not at all.
I mean,
That's
maybe at
another
the
part
very,
of it.
very, very, very beginning on whatever.
Yeah,
that
on
one was.
Jakku, I'd say.
Maybe then,
Yeah.
but the rest of it, no.
There's
Okay, what else?
revenge and redemption,
Oh yeah,
Yep.
mercy and grace.
He can't type that fast. You gotta
Yeah,
give him
Reverge.
Reverge. Revenge and redemption.
I'm just gonna
Red.
remember this,
Redemp.
and we're gonna put this to the test in 2024
Oh, we're gonna reference back to that. Did it have all
Yeah.
of
if we
these-
need to.
Did it?
If
That's
we
a
need to.
that's a great point. I like
Well,
it.
we're putting it together. We're thinking of it. Let's write it down.
Yeah, might as well. All right, I'd say magic, and like
Not mystical.
well, not mystical,
Well,
but
I mean,
like
there is mysticism. In
magic
Star
is in
Wars.
like
Mystical.
magic in
Bismo
me.
said mystical, mystic, legend like.
yeah.
Yes,
I mean
there's-
more like not in like a weird sense. I mean in like the force. The force is like
Yes, there
Okay.
is.
that's
you
the
meant, like-
element of the
Okay.
magic.
I thought
Well,
you meant
and-
like a
and by
magical
magic-
time.
Yeah, like a magical time. I feel it kind of goes hand in hand with that.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I mean you're right because the Force is mysterious.
Yeah.
A mystery, an air of mystery.
Murder.
Murder.
I
she
would
wrote.
say Bismo. He said legend like. I mean, it is the tale of legends.
Oh, fantastical.
Yeah,
Fantasy genre.
fantastical. Maybe that
Phantasmagorical.
would be
Yeah.
it. Fantastical.
Okay.
fantastical.
Yes.
Aliens
not-
for sure, I would say.
Not completely, just our world with a Star Wars skin on it.
Yeah, because that's another thing. I
because
feel
that's
like they
exactly
get-
what they've been doing the whole time.
right, and not making main characters aliens, because that's one of the best things of the original
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Was Chewbacca? He was an
Mhm.
alien, right?
Yes.
And he was a main character.
Yoda.
Yoda, main character. You know, but I mean, you have it
R2.
tastefully in there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I can
Grogu.
zoom
yeah.
in a decent amount here.
Childlike Wonder, Ellie Blair said.
Yes, childlike. That's a great one. Yes, that
Yeah,
kind of goes
seriously,
along with
why-
the fantastical, mystical.
Yeah.
Have we had
Magic
one, a
legend
show
bit,
or a
like-
movie with an alien lead?
Yeah, it's
No, I don't think we have. That would be
No.
that would be a
They're
good-
always secondary characters.
like even if you did well, Ahsoka, I guess technically Ahsoka.
I think that was the first one. Though.
That's the only one.
That's the only one.
So that
the only
that
one.
presents another challenge for Ahsoka.
Yeah.
let's do this. Whoa.
But also get a better actress.
I don't know if it was. She's a good actress. I think it's just again direction and how she took the Rebels character of Ahsoka too seriously.
Yeah,
she went way too far on the serious side. And I get that
Serious.
she was like maybe more down in the dumps in the beginning of this,
Mm-hmm.
but it just didn't feel like the Ahsoka we all know and love.
Yeah.
That was part of it. I know they were trying to go for a more mature, blah blah blah, but it just wasn't fun.
Yeah.
She was trying to be this super serious, wise sage, and it was like, what are you doing right now? You're just taking forever to say anything.
Well, how old is
Yeah.
she? Like
She's pretty old.
35
No. She-
or
no,
like
she's-
40? 45?
I thought she was older than that. I
Maybe
don't know.
50?
I'm not sure.
Because it's been what, like 20 years since?
Clone Wars.
No, since the.
Oh.
yeah, Clone Wars.
Yeah, technically the end of the Clone Wars, right?
Right.
Well, because there's 18 years between then and A New Hope, right?
Yep.
And what? How old is she at the end of?
Yeah, so no, it's been like 25 years.
Yeah. Well, that's 5 years for the original trilogy, and then
Yeah.
another 5 to 6 years after that. So put all
Yeah.
that together, and that's where we're
It's like
at.
40 years.
Yeah.
So she's
probably
she's
like
a
in her
lot
40s.
older. Yeah.
But that doesn't make her like a wise old. She's not like old in her 40s. especially as a Togrutan. Togrutans, I feel like live a long time. So
Well, because how old is she at the end of the Clone Wars? Like 20?
I don't even think she's that old. I think
Like
she's
18?
like 18 or something like that. She's not very old,
Yeah.
but
So it's been
yeah,
how many years since the Clone Wars?
mid to late 40s is what people say in the chat.
Yeah,
So
that's what I thought. Like 40, 45?
the best parts
Or
of her
45,
acting
50.
Ahsoka was whenever she actually smiled and had like that like Ahsoka type charm of like being snarky but in like a fun way. Whenever she was talking with, I didn't even say
You
that.
mean
That's
feisty?
feisty, yeah,
Snarky.
snarky, feisty, snips is what they called her
Yeah,
when she was acting like
exactly.
snips. But then her dialogue, I forgot to say this. The best part, one of the best parts of all of Ahsoka was
Hu Yang.
actually Hu Yang.
Yep.
I loved
Yeah,
David
Hu
Tennant's
Yang!
Hu Yang in that. And anytime she interacted with him in that show, she felt a lot more like Ahsoka.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was like some fun banter back and forth there.
Right.
But yeah, so Dan's, you've been whipping that all up, all the points for Star Wars. And we're going to reference back to this in 2024.
Well, I think
Yep.
it's just
We're
I
gonna
just
see.
called it the Star Wars litmus test.
Yeah, Star Wars
Right.
litmus test, and let us know if we're missing anything in that, and we will
I
put
think
it
it's
up there.
I think it's just basically that gets down to
The nitty gritty.
the nitty-gritty.
Chad
Get down to the
agrees.
nitty-gritty.
Hu Yang for the win.
Hu Yang
Hu
for the
Yang
win.
is
baby.
that's what I'm saying. That's comedy right there. That's the ingredient.
He
Comedy
did.
gold.
They brought the comedy, the levity that it needed.
And it works.
He did.
It works because there's so much fantasticalness in it, and it can be overwhelming at times maybe. So when you bring something funny, it just grounds it, and then when you bring a love story to it, it grounds it, and go on and on from there.
It also has to have a sense of like, what do they say in movies? There's only so many suspensions of disbelief that audience member can take before it. Are you serious? My computer just died. Dang it.
Well, yeah, it was on low battery
It
the
was
whole
for a
time.
while. But there's only so much sense. What is it? The sense of disbelief, suspension of disbelief that you can take before you just don't believe it anymore.
You mean verisimilitude?
verisimilitude? I knew you had the word.
Verisimilitude. Is that Latin?
Classic.
I don't know.
I think it is.
I think it's English.
Sounds right.
I think it's English, but yeah. So, all right, but we got to wrap this whole thing up here.
Yeah, about time.
Hey,
Jeez.
hey. But
I had to go to
Hey,
I had to go to sleep like 2 hours ago.
right.
That's
Somebody was telling me to get off.
That's what it means right there, boys.
Verisimilitude.
The
Is it
appearance
Latin?
of being true are real.
Yeah. The detailed
I don't know.
words, the novel some verisimilitude.
It's in the Oxford Dictionary.
It's
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
I thought it
based
was
in-
like
from
veris,
Latin.
one word, and
Similitude.
similitude is
It's
another.
it's I'm sure of Latin influence.
Oh,
It's the same.
absolutely.
Where my Latin
Vera.
people at in the chat?
Where my Latin people at?
nobody,
Oh,
nobody speaks Latin anymore.
Oh, come on.
Dead language.
dead
Wait,
language.
no, we all speak Latin to a
So-
degree.
Oh,
Okay.
we're getting fancy with those
So,
Latin spices.
People can speak Latin.
You
It's
can.
just that
Yes, of
nobody,
course.
not enough people are around to continue to
yeah,
continually
it's not
speak Latin.
like an actual
Yeah.
like main language. Of
That's what I
Because
never
it's been
got.
converted into so many other languages.
right.
It is the
right.
basis of almost every
Exactly.
other language,
Yeah, it
right?
is the basis.
Yeah.
Just like
Skylark's
Rosetta
offended.
Stone.
offended. We've offended all the Latin speaking people
Yeah.
out there.
They're like, what?
and we're not talking about Latin countries.
No, we are not. The
No.
actual
Where
language.
my
talking
because I
about
did
people
say
who
where are my
speak
Latin
Latin.
people at?
I know, and
Oh,
you
whoa.
kind of twisted
It's-
it, Dan.
I didn't twist it. Did
I
they
think you
twist
said.
it?
Didn't you say Latin speakers?
I thought you said Latin speakers.
I thought you did too.
We're my Latin language people.
Language.
Tamerkin said Latin person here.
Nice.
Nice.
So
All right. But
Can you,
You got
speak
it.
Latin?
who are you
I'm
talking
listening.
about?
Well, yes.
Tamerkins.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm listening.
That's what she's saying.
Yes, yes, obviously.
Okay, speak Latin. Pig Latin.
Big Latin.
He went for it.
All right, we're gonna end. We gotta end this. But so here's
Yes.
the big question for everybody.
Uh oh.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Yes, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy. I will speak honestly.
I will clean my room.
Sonic slap.
Silence. Yeah. No, was 2022? Or no. Actually, we gotta say this first. What was the best Star Wars story of 2023?
Survival.
Jedi Survivor is what Nick is saying.
Hands down.
Hands down. Thumbs up.
Way up.
Way up. Dan, what about you?
Probably Jedi Survivor.
Even though you didn't even
I
play.
didn't even play it.
Dude, you like
Yeah.
But it probably
If-
was the best story. It
You could
could've
probably
been-
find a YouTube video of
Yeah,
somebody
Watch all
explaining
the
it.
yeah.
I
And,
should.
like,
you could
yeah,
watch
they
all
play
the
all the
cutscenes.
cutscenes.
Yeah, I
And
think
you'd be like, that was amazing.
Mhm.
Bismo says, I agree with you, Nick, finally.
Finally. It's about time you got on my level.
He also likes your shirt.
Oh,
It
thank
is
you.
absolutely amazing.
Do it.
Ooh, wow.
Whoa, nice.
Flashing the big
Got the guns.
Ladies,
Oh, lady.
get out of me!
Get out of me, God.
If you haven't seen that,
Oh,
go
man.
on.
You gotta
Yeah,
find
on
that.
YouTube.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I think out of the stories on Disney Plus that we got, that's a tough one. I would have to cherry pick moments from each of the series, but
Yeah,
do
no.
it.
I think as an arc, a 3-episode arc, I think I still have to give it to the Ahsoka show. Yeah, it's a stretch, but I think 4, 5, and 6 for me were the most exciting arc.
Oh, we should rank
honestly,
them.
honestly, Noah's Ark was way better.
Noah's Ark was pretty good, actually.
Ark
That was
way
that was a
better.
1-episode arc, but it took 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah, it did. And 2 birds.
So
a lot more animals.
And a
other than
lot more
that-
animals.
But I think that takes second place to Jedi Survivor. I really do. And I haven't even seen Jedi Survivor. That's how
Dude,
much confidence I have.
You'd be like,
What-
seriously? Why? Like,
It's not even close.
people who made this
Yeah.
game should be making
I mean,
the shows.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. We
seriously.
shouldn't be forced to like choke down the garbage that they write on Chat GPT.
I don't want it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's.
Eat some more.
I watched a
No.
lot of other good movies,
back on
maybe
the
not this
menu.
year, but in years past that are
Yeah.
just mind blowing. Like,
Yeah.
there's just stories that they can write, and it fits into the Star Wars universe. Stop making it more complicated than it used to be, Ezra.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
So let's. All right. So you said your favorite, Nick. Dan said his. Fact checker. What would
Yes.
you say was the best of 2023 Star Wars?
I liked Mando.
Okay. Moving on.
No, that's fine.
Fair, that's fair.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
fair.
So then
That's
I think
adequate.
So
I
we
have
have
my
to see what.
opinion.
So what is Dustin gonna say? I think I know what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
He's going to say Bad Batch.
Survivor. No,
Oh,
Survivor.
Bad
You didn't even
I-
see it.
I
You didn't even
I
play
didn't
it.
finish it, but from all the garbage they gave us this
Okay.
year, I'd say Survivor is the
Yeah.
best that I saw, and I didn't even finish the story. There
Dude,
was,
honestly, the first level, you're like,
Yeah.
yep, this is way better than anything they've given us.
yeah, just for the fact that we have to cherry pick moments from shows, and there's so much more cons than there are pros, in my opinion, to a lot of these shows. That's why I'm saying Survivor does not have that problem,
No.
and
Honestly,
they
I
give
can't.
you more what you want in that.
It's been a while since I played it. I'd probably have to go through it again, but there's honestly, I don't think there's anything I can think of that I absolutely hated
About
Wow.
that,
about that
that
game.
story.
Yeah.
Wow.
One Hondo.
And
So,
that's
yeah.
exactly what you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Now here's the next thing we got to do. Let's rank them, and we can do it a collective here.
Okay, what all came out?
1, 2, 3, 4. We got Visions, Bad Batch season 2, Mando, and Ahsoka.
Well, and then we
And
can
then
we
Survivor.
can throw Survivor in
And
there.
okay.
So 5.
And Dustin, I want to see what you said for the actual Disney Plus shows.
Oh, Disney Plus shows, that's way tougher for me because
Exactly. Bad Batch.
Bad Batch actually probably, as
That's what I
much
figure.
as it pains me to say it with Omega, I would say that the
If you're gonna go rewatch one of them, you'd be more willing to watch Bad Batch.
I don't know.
Which one has more rewatchability, and that starts to lean you in the direction?
I think actually you
Mando
know,
season 3.
Mando season 3 would probably
Oh, really?
be. I mean, as bad
It's
as
funny,
it
and
was,
Dinbo.
at least it's got.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh,
least
year-end
it's got-
poll says KG.
At least it's
No,
got-
how do I do that? Okay,
At least it's got
let me think about
Mando.
it.
In this one, or maybe on
Oh, we'll do it on the yeah, in the
Yeah.
community.
Do
We can
it
do it
on
on
the
community post.
channel.
But
We did a video last year predicting what we thought was going to be the best of this year, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
So
what-
if I go back and edit that, which I will,
we
I
will.
think it was Mando.
you can compare and contrast what we thought would be best. We ranked them. And I think Ahsoka was number 2. But this is when they said Skeleton Crew is coming out in,
Yeah.
in 2023.
Yep, and they
And
delayed
all this
that.
other stuff. So
We had a
anyway.
lot more. There was a lot more on the slate.
But that darn whatever it
sleep.
was.
Take a sleep. But yeah, all right. Well, let's rank them then. Everything that came out. So I think collectively we could all say, even though we
Visions.
Division.
number 1.
Oh, number 1. Okay.
No, no.
sorry.
Okay, number
Oh,
5.
Let's go 5. Yeah, 5. Sorry, 5. So probably one of the worst ones because we didn't even finish it was Visions.
Visions.
I agree with you
Yep.
there, Dan.
It has
This
no
might-
it has no rewatchability because I didn't watch it and want to
Yeah.
finish watching it.
Yep.
Right?
So
That's
next,
sad.
oh shoot, next for me is tough.
Bad
'cause
Batch.
You-
Bad
oh,
Batch for
bad.
me.
Yeah,
Bad
Yeah, I
Batch.
think Bad Batch is safe to
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the plot
'Cause there
did
was, like,
not really move.
There was
that
like
much,
3 or
but
4
Nothing
really good
happened
moments.
that
but,
was noteworthy.
like I will sit
Except
down.
Tech dying.
Yeah,
And did he die? Nobody knows. You don't see his dead body.
Yeah.
If Omega had died,
Oh,
it would have been weight to all of this
show of the
stuff.
year.
I think the thing with Bad Batch for me was that at least they gave us so many more shows that there was, I think, at least a decent amount of decent episodes in there versus. Although I don't know, actually, it was probably like a third of that series was good, and then 2/3 of that series was bad.
Just
So yeah,
garbage.
all right, we'll put Bad Batch next. So 4, and then I'd say 3 for me is going to be Ahsoka.
Okay.
But I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? We can do a collective thing here.
Because
You guys
Survivor's on the list?
don't- Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Ahsoka.
Oh.
I'd do 3, Ahsoka.
Dan's like,
Dan's
no.
having a rough time with that one.
Dan's
Struggling
like,
a little bit.
Survivor.
But think about it. I mean,
Survivor.
even
No,
interaction.
I don't know enough about Survivor.
Even people
Right.
watching the show, people were really more into Mando than they were even Ahsoka. I mean, not that you have to be, whatever. But
Yeah.
I think Mando actually helped Ahsoka be even worse because it wasn't as good.
Unfortunately,
You know?
yeah.
I guess
But it was
Ahsoka
bad
could
on
come
its
in
own.
3 because of Dinbo. It's because of Dinbo.
Yeah.
So Ahsoka comes in 3, which is
And then
Yeah.
sad
Mando's
to say.
2.
But I still think the top moments
No.
was in Ahsoka. But anyway,
What?
Mando's 2, and then
No,
Survivor's 1.
I differ there. I do.
What'd you
Okay.
say?
I would do-
What-
Well, you haven't even seen.
yeah,
I
you're
haven't
not
seen-
even.
I haven't seen. I've seen you guys play Jedi Survivor.
All right, well then-
I like the game, but I would do Mando 1.
All right,
You
well,
wouldn't. You
exclude-
wouldn't say that if you saw the game.
Well,
So, but
Well,
Mando's
maybe I would.
Yeah.
point taken on Disney Plus. Mando comes
Disney
in
Plus
1.
shows.
Mando
Yeah.
comes in number
Mando's
1.
number 1.
Okay.
Tano
Yeah,
comes
there
in
you go.
2, says
Tano.
Hunter.
Yep.
Bad Batch, and
Bad
then
Batch,
Visions.
And then Visions. Yeah.
Oh,
We went
nice.
with Hunter's list.
Which
and
is
then-
funny.
And Bad
because-
Batch is barely above Visions.
Yeah. Although,
I'm
didn't
not
they?
even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Survivor, Jedi Survivor is the best story of the year.
Yeah.
And
by
probably
far.
the most fun because you spend a lot more time with that than you do. How many hours did you have in gameplay? Like 50?
Yeah, something like that. I 100%ed it.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
That's how much I was like, I gotta.
That's
do
cool.
This.
dude, that's crazy.
This game's awesome.
Wow. All right, is everybody agreeing with us for the most part out there?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Bismo
Pretty
swapped
close.
Ahsoka to number 2, and then
Of course he did.
Mando to
Side-
3. But
Survivor
yeah,
It is-
I'm in that vein.
He's right.
It's close.
Ahsoka is a big number 2.
I know.
No,
Boop joke.
Ellie would say Ahsoka, Bad Batch, Mando, Vision, Survivor because she didn't play it.
Okay. Ahsoka, Bad
You're
Batch,
wrong.
Mando 3 for Ellie.
I'm
Then
telling
Visions.
you guys, go out there and find a YouTube video that plays all the cutscenes,
Yeah, seriously.
and hands down, you'll be like,
And
yeah,
compare
this
that
is
to any of 'em.
Like this is leagues above anything else.
Yeah.
No, KG.
Yeah, it's been a rough year. But
I can't even
Yeah.
see the chat because the camera's in
I mean,
the
it's-
way.
Yeah,
It was a big. It was a
my
big.
computer died.
I think they they complicated it. There's just too
Yeah.
much going on, and then they
Yeah.
dropped the ball on
kind of
you
a
know,
domino effect in some ways.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
and I want Tales of the Jedi.
right? Season
That's
2.
what I want. Yeah,
Who are they? Who's the 2 Jedi they're gonna do though? Who do you think
Well,
women.
if they do season 2 of Tales of Jedi?
yeah.
Well, no, they got to do one. Like, I would say keep it in the same. What?
just dancing women.
Women.
No, with disgust.
Yeah.
no, I didn't
Like-
say it with
like-
disgust.
I heard it. There was an
Like
edge.
women Jedi we've never
Said
heard of that they
women.
just made up.
I'm just saying, just take a wild guess. It's probably 2 lady Jedi.
Well, no, because you can do one woman and one male.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
We
but
need more Yoda. Give us more Yoda.
You could do Yodas.
They did Yaddle last time.
Well, then give us Yoda.
Well, that was only
If they give
part
us
of it.
Yoda, that's massive.
That's a lot. I do want to see where Yoda.
What about
Where did he grow up? Well, I mean, he didn't really. Grow
I mean,
up, so.
you'd have to get into some of the. What if you did? Who was Ahsoka's master?
Plo Koon.
Or found? Yeah, found.
Yeah, Plo Koon.
You could do
I was
Plo
gonna say,
Koon.
Dude,
wasn't
Plo
it
Koon's would be
Anakin?
great.
Plo
Yeah, I
Koon.
know. That's poorly said.
Catamundi.
Catamundi.
They basically
Deepa Balaba. Wasn't that
that was what's his name? Wasn't that his master?
Who?
Deepa Balaba. Wasn't that Kanan Jarrus' master?
Yep.
Oh.
Caleb Doom.
I
Madeline
would be okay with
says
that.
Balin.
Balin's
Ooh,
cool.
that
Oh
would
yeah,
be good.
that
That would
makes.
be good.
And we thought instead of Tales of the Jedi, they might go like Tales of the Sith. That would be really interesting,
Yeah.
depending on how
Ooh.
they did it.
Do Revan.
Yeah,
Maul.
I don't trust
I want to see
them.
Maul.
Yeah, Maul. That would be really cool. If
Maul.
they gave us another Maul, yes,
Plagueis.
one Hondo. If they brought Plagueis in, yeah, Plagueis and Papa Palps
Palpatine. Yeah.
and Maul, Dooku. Even give us some more Dooku.
Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar. Make that canon.
right?
I'd be all for that, man. They're not going to do
Make it canon.
They're not going to do that. They're
Yeah.
definitely when Hondo going to
Tale
be,
of the dark side Force users is what Bismo said.
Yeah.
He had a good video on
He did
dark
have a
side
video
versus
about
Sith.
that, explaining it all.
You could take dark side,
We can do it.
like Balin, like other ones.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do it.
You
All
could,
right.
Do it.
yeah, you could even follow the gal that was a Night Sister kind of and worked for
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Who?
Oh shoot! Now you're making
worked
me
for
forget.
Dooku.
Asajj.
Asajj
yeah.
Ventress.
You could
She
follow
was-
Asajj.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That would make sense because that worked
The
in with
bald
Dooku
one?
because you could still show more of Dooku's side of
Bald
that.
one.
Yes.
The beacon is lit. Asajj calls for aid. And Dooku will answer.
I think the chat
Dang.
seems to like the Tales of the Sith idea too.
That
and
would be
Tales
cool.
of the Jedi.
But
Dark
yeah,
Jedi.
just keep
Well,
making new seasons of each, though.
Yeah. Tales.
Don't
of the,
just stop at one season each.
Tales of the Mandalorian could be one.
Ooh,
Tales of the
nice.
Mandalorian.
I like
Tales
it.
of the Pirates.
Very nice.
Tales of the Hondo.
Tales of the
Just give me Hondo.
Tales of the Bounty Hunters. You could do and do a bunch of different bounty hunters.
There you
like,
go.
Like
I
Storm
like
Stormtrooper Tales, Clone Trooper Tales,
Yeah. Man,
stuff
we're
like
just
that.
Star Wars.
I'm
what the
telling
crap?
you, dude. It'd be like
They need
This
to listen
is
to
awesome.
us. We have amazing ideas.
We've been saying stuff for years and they haven't listened. Well, they've taken our ideas.
they've copied them.
Cara Dune.
Just change it enough so they don't know that you copied me.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
literally a carbon copy of it.
I mean, if you don't know what to do, consult the timeline.
Consult the litmus test.
Consult the litmus test.
That's all it takes.
So another last question, and then we got to get the heck out of here.
So we're gonna be here for
Is
another hour.
20? Do you think 2023 was a better Star Wars year or 2022?
Because of Andor, 2022.
Okay,
yeah,
Wow.
Andor
and
and
Tales of the Jedi.
Tales of the
And
Jedi.
Tales of the Jedi.
And
But are
what
they
else?
better than
Yes.
Survivor?
You had Boba Fett that year,
Both of them?
which had Mando.
Or do you think Survivor is actually more?
These questions keep expanding.
I'm sorry.
I know. You're reading into it too much.
I like
complicated.
to think about things.
I think 2022.
People in the chat are saying 2022
Yeah,
was
they're
better.
saying 2022.
The only
2022
thing
was
for
good.
me that is tough is Obi-Wan Kenobi was so bad.
Bo-
No,
Obi-Wan.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
man.
it was
And
still
Boba
the...
Fett, both of those.
except for you had the Mando episodes in
Yeah,
2022.
that's true. In Boba
That's
Fett.
what
That's
Bisma's
literally
saying,
the only
Kenobi.
saving grace of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
I can do
Kenobi.
literally without anything to do with Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And just have that episode 2.5.
Mhm.
Yep.
But Obi-Wan Kenobi was the worst.
Yeah, they
Ever.
just... They took
Except
some...
for Mothma. Wasn't that? Or is that
No.
Boba Fett?
That's Andor.
No, it's
oh,
Andor.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
Andor.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you
Got
go.
it. Sorry.
And we
You
even
got
said
that.
at the end of
Confused.
2022, which is hilarious, we were like, of all the shows that came out in 2022,
Right.
who would have thought that Andor
Andor
would
would've
be
been the best
We-
one.
At the beginning of the year, we were like, there's no way. We were like, okay, Obi-Wan's going to be the top, obviously. Then Boba Fett. And then Andor.
I think
And it's the
Andor...
complete
Yeah,
opposite.
Andor was like...
It was like
just
Andor.
done.
Yeah. And Tales of the Jedi obviously was amazing.
Yeah.
But-
Actually, was Young Jedi Adventures was this year too? Young Jedi Adventures.
Oh, yeah. We
was
did
this year.
not touch upon that. I did watch like 1 to 2 episodes.
It was
but
a little
was
cheap.
very.
Well, it's for kids.
Just kids. It was
But-
just
Come on.
kids. Yeah.
What I saw, I didn't think was too bad.
Kids are
Um,
old adults that are losing their minds.
True.
You know, because you get to a certain age and then you regress back to being a child. Because you start your life in diapers,
This is a real,
and you end your life in diapers.
real case of Benjamin.
Benjamin Button, but reverse. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
wait a minute.
So what do you guys say? 2023 or 2022?
Shows
2020.
wise,
Shows wise.
2022.
Just
Yes.
because of Andor. Andor is
Yep.
literally the
Game
saving
wise, 2023, hands
grace. Yeah,
down.
one Hondo, yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Animation wise.
Come on, make these harder questions.
Animated like cartoon style. What I would say.
Did we get? See,
2022 because of Tales of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Way better than.
did we get Visions? The first Visions in 2022, or was
I
that
think-
2021?
Ooh, that's a good question.
2021.
I think
Yeah.
it's 2021.
Yeah. And yeah. Tales was so good. But
The
hey,
first one was,
Give me a
yeah.
movie in 20. What is it? 5.
I think 2025.
So are we going up in 24? Or are we going this way? Or are we going down?
I think it
Well,
was down
okay.
in 2024. To be
Okay.
honest.
Yeah, we're on the slow decline. And then this year was like,
Well,
maybe
so-
we'll pull up at the last second,
So like, yeah, it was like
but maybe we'll still go down.
it was like 2023 because we were coming like hot into Boba Fett and we're like pumped about Boba Fett. All right, and then Boba Fett went, until we hit the
Mando
episode. All right.
Yeah,
Then
it
we're on
was
the
like,
Mando episode, and then after that, it still went down. Still. All right, and then Obi-Wan happened, and we died. Everything
We died.
and we're on the floor, just scraping along.
We
and they're
went-
rubbing our faces.
We went down
and
so far
how bad
that
it
we
was.
came back up here
Yeah,
and kept
So
going
it's
down.
great.
going down. Yep.
Bismo said
And then-
2024 might honestly be worse than both
It might,
guys.
and that's the
So
thing I'm scared of.
Prepare
However-
all battle
Well, because they keep
stations.
delaying shows.
Right.
how
Right.
And they
then-
keep canceling shows, and it's like, what is going to actually happen?
I'm gonna
in
finish the
2024?
timeline. All right, and then
Okay.
we're still scraping on the floor.
So we're going down.
We're up-
coming
we're-
back.
no, we're
coming back up.
No, we're
still
all,
going
yep,
down.
and we've hit the rock bottom of bottoms, and we're in Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're scraping the floor. All right, and then Andor
There is no
comes,
floor.
and there's hope again. There's hope again, and we get to the Narkina 5. Amazing arc.
Oh,
amazing
yeah.
arc. Probably the best arc in
Yep.
some of the monologues. Absolutely amazing. And then after that,
Cyril Karn.
Cyril Karn, love story, actual love story again. So we're pretty pumped. All right, end of
Slight case of
2022.
severe brain
We're
damage.
like, wow, that was actually we actually got something decent in Star Wars, and we're like, okay, maybe Bad Batch season 2. We didn't have a lot of hope for Bad Batch season 2, and we were like, it kind of went downhill. Bad Batch season 2, we were riding the struggle bus on that one. A few blips here and there. All right.
Barely.
And then we go to Mando, and man, we are hyped for that. First episode, I think we went back out. We were like, yeah, here we go. Second episode, back down. All right, and we're going down, and it's rocky.
Then that third episode hit, and we're like,
and the
what?
third episode, we just went straight. We're not hitting the rock bottom, but it's not nearly as good for us here. And then the ending we got Carl the Mythosaur. We got some good moments. So we're going up and down, fight scenes, whatever. And then all right, we're done with Mando, and now we're on to Ahsoka. So Ahsoka starts off rocky for me, maybe not for Dan. And then we go, whoa, Anakin, baby. Anakin Clone Wars. Yeah, this is good. And then they immediately drop us right off the cliff towards the end, and we end the year pretty much at a crappy place.
on a thud.
Everyone is now dumber for having listening to what you just said.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if
And
we
I think
made
that's a
I
great
award
way to
you
end
no
it.
if we made
points.
that into a short,
And may
it would
God
be a
have
really
mercy on your
cool
soul.
graph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll animate that now.
It'll go falling through the floor, coming through the ceiling, falling again.
I don't know. I
Seriously.
think any year we get more Star Wars is a good year.
Oh, just gag me.
Wow. Just gag me. Wow.
I think 24 is going to be a rough
One
one.
of those
However, we are getting Drowning, and that's
Yes.
by two of our
drowning.
good friends, and I'm excited for that mostly,
Right.
Because the rest of it is sketch,
Yep.
Sketch City.
sketch, etch a sketch.
Yeah.
So
and I,
let's
Super sketch.
Let's do it.
But when it comes to, so that's Star Wars, but when it comes to Stay on Target, I think the best part of Stay on Target, though, this year has been the fans. Everyone out there showing off their art, their talent, and
Yeah.
their incredible creativeness when it comes to Star Wars, and how much better everyone's ideas have been for the
Yes.
Star Wars galaxy, and how
Yes.
we've all kind of rallied in a lot of ways to say what we want to see more of, that we want to see. Obviously, we want to see a love story. It's obviously out there. It's huge. That's massive.
Yeah.
Huge.
So they need to get behind that, and they really need to listen to the fans, because the fans know where it's at. So listen to the fans. If they listen to the fans
They
and they
won't.
course correct it for 2024, we might have a decent year. I'm hoping for an outlier there for maybe Skeleton Crew, but I do agree that I think 2024 is going to be rough. So batten down the hatches, like Bismo was saying.
They're going to drive it into the ground,
Yeah, for
which
sure.
they have been doing for 4 years.
They've been doing it for a while now. It has just gone downhill for the most part.
Yeah, Hunter says 2024 music is going to be
lit.
superior.
Yeah, and I
say
think
that.
that was another huge highlight for us.
It's it's the rise of the fans
Yeah,
in
this
2024.
There we go.
Like-
It's time
It's
to
the time of
rise
the
up
fans.
and tell Star Wars what we really think by creating our own creations.
Which is what many people are doing.
Yeah, it's the time
Mhm.
when you get into this like no man's land of like no movies, very hit or miss shows. It's time to write your own stuff, and you all are unbelievably creative.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick's going to do his stop motion, and
am.
Dustin's going to do a lot of things.
Who knows?
Mhm.
He'll
Who
probably
knows,
sing
Jerry?
some more. I'll bet you. I'll bet you
Ooh.
Nick will sing some more too.
Or Nick will
Maybe.
play some guitar too.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of it. And
All of it.
I'll
you know,
invent my own instrument.
And you guys are gonna just draw. And I mean, art is what created Star Wars. I mean, if it weren't for Ralph McQuarrie's art,
Yes.
you can take that as far as you want to with your skill levels. Digital art, all that jazz. I'm just going to keep editing videos and putting together clips of these silly guys
right.
and music videos.
Yeah.
I like music and I like music videos. So
Well, and for us at Stay on Target, we've made so many good friends with everybody in the chat here tonight. We made friends with Bismo, got us over 1,000 subs, which was absolutely amazing, a game changer for us. And then we met Coffee on Corban, Hunter.
Corban?
I'm sorry, I messed that up. Coffee.
He's just
The Roll
offending
Twins
everybody.
have been amazing. Just everybody out there, everybody in the chat. I can't go through everybody right now, but everybody.
well, the guests
in
we had on, we had
2023.
Hunter on and we had Bismo on.
Bismo, yeah.
We got over the
Coffee,
1,000. We got over the 4,000.
the Roll Twins. Yeah, and we're getting close
I
to
don't
that
know.
5,000 mark.
I can't explain it.
Which we will celebrate here. And the Rule of Two was definitely a highlight for me in this year for the music as well. But it's been a good year. For us at Stay on Target, even though the shows have not been absolutely amazing,
We still bring the funny.
we still we have a fun time
Yeah.
with it regardless.
Right. And
I
we-
think that's what people tune in for.
Star Wars doesn't listen to the fans, but we do.
We do.
We
We
are
hear
the
you.
fans, and
We
we
know
hear
you're
you
there.
guys. And whether or not we agree, we give you our thoughts, and we want to hear your thoughts.
We do.
That's why this is so much fun because we all kind of have our own interpretations of these shows, and I don't know. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And the
Why
fact
can't
checker
Scuba?
is every day is a good day if Star Wars is involved
Yeah,
or something.
just get out of here.
I mean,
Something
I pick on things too, but
Yeah.
for the
It's
most
It's like
part,
saying
it's just
every
good
leader is a
stuff.
good leader.
No,
even
I-
though
I-
you know there's bad ones.
No, I don't.
I think
say
your
that.
problem. I think your arguments are more global. Like you just don't love animation in general, so therefore the animated shows are going to be a little bit lower.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see. She's
Yeah.
You like
uncultured.
handsome men, therefore Mandalorian, Ezra, this sort
Every
of thing.
time there's a
You make me
handsome
sound
man, she
really
chimes in.
superficial.
yeah, all
Yeah.
you're
Is
in
that
is
superficial?
for
I know, I'm
Andy.
just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
just
like,
saying.
oh, he looked good. It's like,
I
yeah,
mean,
cool. He
I'm
looked
saying they're more
fine.
global. I'm just saying
sure.
you're excited to see the shows, but you're not going to nitpick
No,
the costumes. Well, maybe.
not really.
No, they have some amazing costumes, really.
Especially the men.
For her. For her. They have amazing costumes, right? The men do.
Right.
Factchecker.
I don't
Oh,
remember,
gosh.
but wow, we
Sorry,
need to move
we'll
on.
keep it PG.
We'll
We'll
keep
keep
it
it
PG.
Oh, brother, you guys are
But-
funny.
Went off the rails.
We
Goodness.
definitely went off the rails.
You
All right,
started
well, Hunter's got to get some sleep, so we're
Yeah,
gonna
man,
get
we
outta
gotta
here.
take a sleep.
too.
My
But good job on the
apprentice.
Legos there, Nick. They
Yeah,
look
yeah,
absolutely
good job, Nick.
fantastic.
I made this set.
Fun time.
I designed
with your
it.
bare hands.
He built this city.
I used my own plastic
He
to make
built
the
this city.
pieces.
Yeah.
I built this Lego
Rocket
with my
roll.
bare hands.
Nice. Oh
Well-
man! So thank you everybody for sticking with us through all
Yeah.
of 2023, and
Yeah.
We just relived like
we
2
did.
years
We
on
just
2
relived
yeah,
all
hours. 3
that was
hours.
interesting.
And it was a long time.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
it was.
Sorry, that took a long time, but we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yep.
And we got even more goodies coming your way, I think, here soon, right, Dan? Some videos, possibly. And 2024, get ready, batten down the hatches for Stay
Yes.
on Target. Even though Star Wars might be lacking, Stay on Target's always got
It
your
is
back,
lacking.
baby.
Yeah. Well,
And the
hopefully, hopefully we will be premiering a highlight reel of sorts video on New Year's Eve, counting down the new year, and then also you guys are going to hear a video. Actually, you just went live, I think.
The music.
Oh, nice.
The other
It's
video
11
you-
o'clock, so there's another
Yeah.
music on our channel. You
There's
guys will
another
recognize
music.
the song.
We're so on target. We've
It'll-
got multiple things
it'll
coming
put
out
you
at
to
once.
sleep.
Yeah,
So it's good stuff.
Put you-
More
good
music in
timing.
24, more Star Wars creative fun together in 24.
definitely.
Let's
Yep.
do it.
Awesome.
And don't forget, as always, too, like, comment, subscribe,
Yes.
tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies for the last time in 2023.
Mhm.
And I also, for our final thoughts here, I did just want to say thank you, everyone who has joined and made. I'm going to read it off because I had to write it down.
That's right.
Thank you, everyone who has joined and made this the absolute best year for Stay on Target. We love and appreciate you all so much, and we are so honored that you allow us to be part of your lives.
Make eye contact.
As I'm trying, as we end out this year, I'm gonna lose my spot though. This
He's
year.
gonna cry.
Our prayer
Yeah.
for you
Aw.
is that 2024 will be the best and most on target year of your lives. Don't forget to encourage those around you and inspire some good, as we know is always needed. May God bless you, and don't forget to stay on target. I think that's the perfect ending.
Not.
No, we're just gonna sit here in silence.
That
You're
is
an
the way to
awkward
do
silence.
it.
Sorry I had to read it
Aw.
off, but I wanted to prepare that just to cap off 2023 for,
Even Hunter's crying.
for everybody here.
Yeah, because he's got to go to sleep.
he can't keep his eyes open anymore.
Here.
All right.
Well said, Dustin. Well said.
Yeah. So Happy New Year, everybody. Merry
Mm-hmm.
Christmas. We kind of are past that now. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, everybody,
To
for being
you.
here with us. Anything else you guys want to say before we get out of here for the year?
No.
I have spoken.
Oh, don't start that again.
You need a new catchphrase in 2024. That is your goal. By
I think
the end of this year, find a new one and stick to it.
No,
Right.
I think the chat's wanting the beat. We better.
Yeah.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? That's in 2024. That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
Don't say that, Dan.
That's what
I could
catchphrase.
leave the
That's
show.
Dan's catchphrase.
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Actually, real quick, before we go,
Oh,
I did
oh,
want to
whoa.
announce starting in 2024.
I'm retired.
No,
Any chance I get.
no. We are going to be changing the time of the show. This is actually kind of a big deal. I should have mentioned this sooner.
Okay.
I forgot. But we are now
Just be. Oh yeah.
in 2024. We're going to be starting our show at 7 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. Still going to be on Wednesday nights, but we're going to be starting a little bit earlier because we know a lot of you guys get on around 7. So it's Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to be going 7 o'clock. All right. So everybody, change your clocks. I was going to say see you next year, same time, same place, but it's not the same time. So an hour earlier. So make
And
sure
it's a new year.
And it's a new year. Yes. So make sure to check
6
out.
Central,
We will
yeah.
be here next week.
Yep.
And it'll be in 2024, and we're going to be looking forward to a lot of good things. So
All right, I'm gonna play him out with a Candlelight video. That's what I'm gonna do.
Sweet.
I got it loaded. So
Yep.
you guys enjoy.
Everyone
Happy
take
New
a
Year.
sleep.
Happy
Take a
New
sleep.
Year, guys.
We'll see you soon.
See you next year.
Hello.
Gonk out 2023, 2024. We're coming at ya.